Yeah, it seems to run a bit better. And then naturally it's probably going to shit itself the second the actual stream starts. Well, let's find out. Let me just run some basic bullshits. Seems smooth. Alright, yeah, it runs smooth. Even if it's a little bit kind of pixely, because bitrate, whatever the fuck. It seems okay. Now I need to recheck check-ins, because technically we should be getting started. But... oh, I know. I was just matching buttons. It's supposed to be 5C2. No, I was just matching buttons to make sure the stream looked fine. I wasn't really paying attention to the combo I was doing. Okay. I mean, yeah, there is a 15-minute buffer of me usually setting things up, but... I mean, I try to set it up beforehand, it's just that this is one of those things where... Alright, so 7 out of the 8 teams have checked in. Mana check-ins, let's see who it is. Okay, so Regici's team is in, so it's Naruto to Boruto that hasn't checked in yet. And I think someone said that's Saber's team, so I'm gonna ping Saber, and I'll give him like 5 minutes. Reload this page. Yeah, it's still not checked in. Yeah, so I pinged Saber. We'll give him 5 minutes. Yeah. No, you don't need to change your name. Okay, so 3 more minutes, we'll see if Saber responds, and if he doesn't, we'll just unregister him, so... Last time I did this, I feel like we had kind of some people waiting around, because... Let me see if I can get the bracket up without it failing on me. Oh, look at that. So last time, I feel like we had a bunch of people waiting around, because I was, like, running losers games when we still had winners to do, and... Then we had people who could have been playing in winners waiting, and then we got to semifinals and they were waiting for something in losers to happen. So this time I think what I'm going to end up doing is we'll watch one in round 1 and then let the rest play off stream. And then we'll watch both of round 2 and we'll let all of losers through round 1 and 2 play off stream. And then we'll watch semifinals and we'll end up watching losers round 3 and round 4. That way we can see everyone in winners, and we don't randomly have people in winners waiting for a losers game to finish. We can just let the losers play off stream because they're not waiting around for me. I think that'll work a lot better. But we'll find out. And then I gotta make a conscious effort to always change my OBS screen before I click off or on anything, so I don't end up leaking any of my DMs and late night sexts. And then, yeah, Regici's checked in, but Insignis still isn't in the Discord, so I don't know who his teammate is. Alright. Like 1 minute for Saber. I'll ping Reggie and then I sent a message to Insignis as well, telling him, hey, it says you're on Regeci's team, yet you're not in the Discord, so I can't ping you for games. What's up? And he never responded, so I don't know. We might end up getting only, we might only end up getting 6 teams, even though 8 registered, just because... Well, no, Regeci can play by himself. He doesn't need, Insignis. I don't know. Alright, I gave Saber, like, a little more than 5 minutes. He didn't respond. Let's check to see if he ended up checking in. Still didn't check in, so it looks like we're not going to be seeing Saber, unfortunately. I pinged him multiple times. I pinged all participants. I asked who's on the team. Never got a response, so... process check-in. And then, before we start, I do want to move the bracket around now that we don't have 8 people. So, Eika and CC won the last tournament, so I kind of want to put them over here at the start of round 2. And I don't want Paddu and Insignis' team to fight each other at the very beginning, because you don't want... just from what I understand, you don't want to have 2 in a tournament. You don't want to have 2 of the higher contenders fighting each other at the start, because that'll end up knocking them down into losers when one shouldn't have, then blah blah blah. The problem is that Challenge doesn't want to cooperate, so I tell it to swap places with them, and it doesn't do it, and I do it a second time, and it double swaps. This should be fine right here, though. Actually... Yeah, this is fine, because from what I also recall, Eika, Regeci, CC had some connection problems, so I don't want them to be on the same side of the bracket at the start either. So this looks like it's gonna be the bracket. Okay. We'll get it started. Okay, looks good. And the first game we'll watch is, let me see. We'll do, MIE versus J236A on stream first, and then we'll let everyone else round 1 play off stream. So, swap to this. And... okay. And I'll do the callouts. So, who's on that team? That is gonna be... MIE is Alex and Esdisi. It's gonna be Steve and Matteo. Okay. So I sent out the pings. We're gonna watch Alex and Esdisi versus your friend Steve, and I pinged Steve twice, but it's Steve and Matteo's team. Okay, let's see what next we have. Stream control. Okay, so now I need to put the team names in. MIE, and then team 2 is gonna be J236A. Let me, how do I, let's see, edit this. There we go, because it's Steve and Matteo on the team. Alright. So it looks like Alex is hosting first. Alex is going to be hosting, and right, let's Try to get in there now. Spectate. Alex is on Team MIE. I wrote this down on paper this time instead of using challenge because it takes time to fucking load and then I have to go through like 3 screens to see everybody's names. So I just wrote down all the teams in a notebook and I just have their names next to it now. And that makes things a bit easier. Still trying to connect, so I don't think they've connected to him yet. There we go. Okay. Okay. So the names we have in caster are Milord's Servant and Hatsune Miku Fan. I don't know which is Alex and which is the other. Alright, Alex is Milord's Servant, and he was player 1. So that means I can update this. Alright, and then Matteo is Hatsune Miku Fan. Fucking hell. Oh god, is my caster gonna crash on me? So here's the other fun thing. The last 4 times I've done an event, or have I done 3 now? 4, 3? My internet hasn't crashed on me, which is good. Because sometimes it will just crash on me for 5 minutes and then come back, and it just does it occasionally. It's real cool. Every single time the game takes forever to start up like this, or it just freezes mid-match, I'm always afraid my net just died. Alright. I'll try connecting again. There we go. Now it's going to take a million years to sync up. But, whatever. At least we're in, and I'm pretty sure my internet didn't completely fucking crash on me. We have Matteo on P2 side playing c-akiha, I imagine. I'm pretty sure that's what he plays. So, I think I've got the names set up right. And Alex is going to be doing f-ryougi, possibly. I'm not exactly sure what Alex mains. I'm pretty sure... I thought he played Arc at one point, but seeing him pick Ryugi here, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe he's just kind of in between. He doesn't really main any one character. He plays kind of a few. But we'll find out. It's going to take the game like a million years to sync up. Yeah, he mains Ryugi. Played c-hisui for a while. Plays Ryugi and Hisui. Okay, okay. So we're going to be seeing f-ryougi versus c-akiha. This kind of matchup, I imagine, is going to be Ryugi is going to end up being the aggressor. Aki probably going to want to try to play back and use ribbons to keep Ryugi away. Ryugi going to have a bit of an easier time than some characters, though, because she does have those really commanding, safe air normals, and she has a really low profiling run. So if he puts a ribbon up too high, a lot of times Ryugi can just go right under that, and then, like, Rising JA, or Rising Air Throw, or something. So it makes the Aki kind of a high-effort... not quite zoner, but it seems like a very high-effort matchup from Aki in the sense that one mistake and Ryugi can just get right in, which you could say, oh yeah, that's any matchup when you play any kind of character who wants to keep away. It's going to be high-effort keeping them out. But against a character like Ryugi with normals that can reach so far and with a run that can go so low, and she can cancel into IAD out of run to go almost full screen, plus the length of her normals, she basically has a full screen reach on a very, like, moment's notice. Okay, they're good to go. So it makes Ryugi very good at punishing even the slightest mistakes coming out of these kind of keep-away type characters. So it's going to be a very high-effort matchup for Aki, probably. Alright, hopefully it doesn't crash on me. Come on, here we go. Alright. Round start. Aki kind of getting away from Ryugi, trying to pull back. Sweeps him out of the air. The sweep does hit really, really high, but Ryugi hits him with the 2B, sweeps him down, brings him into the mid-screen, gonna sweep him all the way back into the corner using Rekka pressure. Using EX Rekka, I don't think that is safe. Well, I don't think it's punishable, but it pushes him so far away that you can't really, like, do much off it. But it's not plus either. Hitting him with the record pressure, going into a sweep, gonna bring Aki back into the corner. Side swaps him. No, we're still just gonna sit mid-screen. Aki still just blocking. Gets hit by the unblockable. Ryugi does have a final swing. She can go to unblockable. Goes for the overhead right before landing and catch him out, but doesn't get too much damage off of it. Ryugi getting all the way out of the corner. Aki trying to go up with the sweep. Coming in with the overhead blow right before hitting the ground. Ryugi probably expecting him to land, and he just stalls his momentum. Coming with the or not even JC, just 5C. Swings at him, claws in, gets him with a counter hit, brings him up, takes him back down. Not a lot of damage, but only one more hit to kill him. Puts that pit down, detonates the pit. I do believe it's plus. It is plus. Going up with the sweep and rebeating some pressure. Ryugi getting swept with a counter hit. Isn't able to pick up on it, though. Sitting in the corner, getting out of the corner, going right under Aki. Just like I said, Ryugi able to go really, really far under people really, really quickly. It's very difficult to jump at her and not have her side swap you. Isn't able to kill off it. Goes into heat. Aki, next hit's probably still going to kill. The heat was probably used more as a reversal than it was as an HP regeneration. Doesn't have any meter. Wow, is able to clip him with that low. Aki's got some really deceptively large buttons, because the particle effect isn't where the entire hitbox is, but it is still part of the hitbox, so it's kind of hard to gauge exactly how far you can be from her. Comes in with the pit, and it misses. Ryugi counter hit it looked like, but ended up getting hit back. The game kind of stuttered for me, so I didn't quite see. Ryugi going with the air throw, bringing her down, gonna put her in the corner, misses the confirm. Aki jumping out, hits him with JB, but isn't able to confirm off it, using ribbons to kind of build some space. Does have that kind of health advantage right now, brings him down, probably, yeah, doesn't want to commit too hard, just using ribbons to safely go under, come back up, bring him down. With this health lead and Aki being as tanky as she is, she probably kind of wants to just play back and use ribbons. As you can see, he's kind of just keeping his space, going in, throwing pits, doing some very safe pressure. Doesn't want Ryugi to get in, doesn't want to get, because it's very hard to fight Ryugi with your normals. Ryugi's normals are so big and they can command so much pressure and just space that you can tell that Matteo doesn't want to be anywhere near Ryugi with his normals. He just wants to keep him at his distance with ribbons, pits, and the pillars, and put him all the way back down to the other side of the map. Putting another pit down, getting with the very end of that sweep. That sweep goes really, really far, and it's actually not bad at catching jump outs, because the very tip of it does kind of reach up into the air a little bit. Ryugi goes for a monkey flip to side swap and hit him out of the air, but the ribbon actually ends up catching him on the way across. So, game one, gonna go to Matteo. Game two getting started, putting him down in the corner and immediately backing off with ribbons. Doesn't really want to keep that pressure. Like I said, you see how big that 2B is, has to backdash away, sweeps him and hits him a bit with an OTG. Again, doesn't really want to be in Ryugi's range. If anything, he wants to try to keep him in the corner and pressure Ryugi by just cutting off escape routes. He doesn't really want to redash or try to close distance again, because Ryugi's very good at stopping you from doing that. Ryugi, though, catches him after whiffing the pit, gonna put him all the way in the other corner, building, or, you know, using some meter to do some extra damage. Air throws him out. Is he gonna go for the, no, thought he was gonna go for the, what's it called? The Ryugi untechable throw, but, or, no, what is it? Not the untechable throw, whatever, I don't remember, I can't think of the word right now. Anyway, Ryugi coming in, going up, bringing it back down. Aki gonna bring it back down. Aki with the health advantage right now. Gonna use a ribbon to push Ryugi back to the corner. It is in max mode, so she can burst if she has to. There's the burst. Gonna try to get the reset with the ability to burst out. Ryugi gonna be using those flashes. Oh, Aki isn't able to catch though. Like I said, that move is pretty safe, even though it's really minus just because of how far it pushes Ryugi out. Able to catch Ryugi and is able to bring her back down. The throw loop, that's what it is. That's what I was looking for. Throw loop. Yeah, she can just throw loop you. I can't go into it right now, but it's fucked up. Anyway, Aki coming over the top. Aki retains all her air movements, even after using ribbons. So even though he whiffed a ribbon right there, he was able to stall his air movement and use that C to try to catch Ryugi. Unfortunately, Alex was ready for it, and when he landed, he needed him, brought him back down, put him all the way in the corner, using some basic Rekka pressure, going with that low in the end, maybe thinking that Matteo was going to try to shield high on the last Rekka hit, but he doesn't. The sweep is relatively minus, pretty easy to punish, so Ryugi is able to, or has to back off a bit, letting Aki out of the corner. Aki goes right under Ryugi. Even though Ryugi does have those really big normals that command a lot of space, they don't air to ground very well. She has a very hard time actually aggressing on people who are on the ground under her. So Matteo really able to just run right under him right there and hit him. Staying back, using the ribbons to kind of keep his zone. Doesn't have a health lead, but Ryugi ends up getting caught out when Matteo comes back in. Bringing him, putting him down 3k damage, not a lot, but oh, he goes for the free reset. Cost a bit of meter, but it doesn't have any invul, so Ryugi able to challenge that when he sees the super flash. Aki goes into max mode. Can't initiate if he like full moons can, but he is going to put an EX pit on the ground. What is he going to do? Is he going to try to get some health back? No, the max is getting a little too low. He's not going to spend that to get health back. He wants 200 meter for if in case he lands something. Lands something. Gonna sweep. Is he going to kill him though? Bring him up, take him down, and he slams him into the ground. Both games going to go to Matteo. First round going to go to J236A. So, alright, yeah. Pretty good first round. Pretty good first round. Ryugi does have like I said, Ryugi does have a bit of time. She does have to be the aggressor in that matchup, and you can see it's not incredibly easy for Ryugi to get in, because those ribbons are very disjointed, and Aki can keep all of her air movements after she uses them. So it can be really, really frustrating to completely avoid a ribbon or to block a ribbon really close and think, oh, I've got this under control. But because Aki retains her air movements, she can just jump backwards and get the hell away from you. Unlike Aoko, who doesn't retain her air movements when she's controlling space from the air. With Aoko, if you block a laser rain or you sit outside of laser rain's range, you can completely punish that. If you're a projectile character, you can sit even further outside of laser rain and punish a laser rain that's missed every single time with a fireball and force the Aoko to really, really have to commit to coming into you as you gain a health advantage just off of all the harass you do. Aki doesn't have that kind of problem, though. Because she retains the air movements, the ribbons become very safe, very, very good space control tools that are extremely disjointed. So here we go. So now we're going to be doing Esdisi versus Steve. Esdisi is on team MIE, so we're going to make that the top. And the bottom team is going to be J236A on Steve. Trying to keep a better focus on... okay, they're good to go. Trying to keep a better focus on the scoreboard, because I always forget to do it last time, so I'm trying to multitask that more while keeping my head. Alright, so it looks like Steve going to be playing the h-w.len with Esdisi on the h-v.sion. H-w.len, h-v.sion. V-sion's probably going to end up being the aggressor. White-len can really well just kind of keep you back with those icicles. She can do them out of the air, do them off of the ground. She has an icicle that goes up from the air, but that one's not air unblockable. Her grounded icicle that is angled upwards is air unblockable, though, so you can't just jump at her for free, especially when you're V-sion, a character who doesn't really have the greatest air to ground. Well, H has an okay air to ground, and it crosses up. It's actually not bad at all. But especially when you're, yeah, right there, gets counter hit. It's very hard to just jump at White-len and aggress on her. White-len also has a DP that's invulnerable in the air. She can invulnerable on the ground. She can use it both on air and ground. And she has the longest reaching command grab in the game, I do believe. So, on top of the fact that you really want to respect her to make her push herself out, you can't really respect her from as far as you think you can because of the command grab. As he's going into heat, gets hit, but he's able to burst out because of H-Moon's auto heat. Only one more kill's gonna get him, but he jumps back, hits him with the JB, gonna bring him into the corner. Is he gonna be getting a summon? No, no summon. Gonna throw him down. You can ground tech. Oh, he throws him! Thinking he would respect his meaty, and he didn't. Just wake up and throws him back into the corner. Throws all I need and throws one frame faster than 2A. Hey, what can I say? That gonna be throwing out icicles. Those are air unblockable, but it completely whiffs. Gonna get him with the counter hit, though. Keeping in the corner. Goes for the air DP, but he isn't able to punish it on time. Probably thought it was more plus than it really was. That's the command grab right there. Command grabs meaties his landing. Uses a lingering icicle. You can see, and as you can see, the White-len just keeping him away with these icicles, not letting him in. But V-sion does have that really fast movement speed and that far-moving air dash, so she can come in very quickly the second you leave a gap, and that's exactly what's going on here. Bunkers out, but isn't going to give him a hard knockdown. Use the icicle to keep him in the corner. See, and right now he's just kind of stuck in the corner. He can't really jump out. Len doesn't really want to go in and pressure, just kind of protecting his space. Gonna play the, I'm gonna keep you in the corner with icicles, and once you eventually respect the icicles, I'm gonna throw a charged icicle down to give you all that block stun, and from there I can keep you in the corner. Oh, goes for the icicle air unblockable to try to maybe combo him, but Esdisi mashes out and catches him. Going into heat right now, doesn't use meter though. You can ground tech V-sion's air throw, but he was ended up respecting it, landing on the ground, giving V-sion that hard knockdown. Ooh, gets clipped by a JA, but oh no, gets thrown back into the corner again! He keeps thinking he's gonna be respecting his wake up, but he's not respecting it. Maybe he needs to go for V-sion's flipping overhead to try to catch those out next time. Either way, health value is about the same. The White-len doesn't really want, oh no, gets him with the lingering icicle. He must have thought it wasn't a lingering icicle, and he went in thinking that it wouldn't come after him, but it ended up hitting him after he thought it was active. Because Len has two icicles. She has one that you throw, and it just hits immediately when it comes out. And then you have one where you throw the icicle, but it hits you multiple times after it dissipates. And so you can kind of fake those out. If you mix those icicles up, you can make someone think, oh, he's going to throw a normal icicle to poke me. I'll jump in and block it, and then you jump in, there's nothing to block, and then you end up getting stuck in this really long block stun that gives Len a free turn. Back in the corner with Esdisi, pushing out with some pressure, goes for two sweeps, maybe tries to catch him out, redashing, gets with the counter hit JC. Is he going to bring him up, take it back? Is he going to use any meter? No, no meter. He's going to go into heat soon. Not sure if he wanted to go into heat or if he should have tried to go for a ground tech. I don't play h-v.sion, so not really sure what would be better for her in that situation. But goes into heat, gets that health back, gets counter hit, bursts out, Len techs away, but he doesn't catch the tech. Len just running away, just building all this space with these icicles. He doesn't want to get anywhere near Esdisi. He's just jumping in, floating right outside of his range and throwing these icicles. Esdisi needs to get a read on whether the icicle is going to be a single or a multi-hit, and then he needs to get in and punish these icicles for being thrown out so carelessly. They're so close. Esdisi doesn't push JA though, gets caught out by Len. Is that going to air and block? Len comes out, gets it with the air and block, counter hits him even. He probably pushed a button or something like that. Maybe tried to shield it. It might be unshieldable. I have no clue. Len comes down, hits it with a double overhead, doesn't pick up on it though, using some charge attacks and pressure. Really, really close. Esdisi runs out. Oh, but sideswipes and comes out the other side, hits him with JB, bringing him all the way over to the corner. It isn't able to pick up on it though, catches him out of the air. Air and blockable with the 5A. Coming back down, air throws him. Is this going to be the end of him? No, I don't think it's going to be the end of him, but he does get the ground tech punish. No, not a ground tech punish. Puts him in a ground tech punish scenario. Doesn't ground tech, and then he gets DP'd. Every time Esdisi has gotten one of these knockdowns, he keeps thinking that Steve is going to respect his wake-up, and he never does. He either DPs or he wake-up throws. He's going to have to maybe run a safe jump scenario, or he needs to start getting those summons down. V-Sion does have the ability to use these Akiha summon that will punish people for wake-up throwing, will punish people for DPing. Using a route that allows him to get one of those Akiha summons down could really make or break the difference in this matchup for V-Sion, but he keeps going for the slightly more damaging air routes. If you get Len in the air, you can only go for an air route. But on the ground, I feel like he should be trying to go for these summon routes as much as he can. Gonna get a hard knockdown. Probably go for a summon. Here we go. Here comes the Akiha summon. DP's out. Gets baited, but he isn't able to punish the DP. Gonna hit him out of the air, though. Not follow up on it. Bringing him back down with a dive kick. Blocking in the corner. Comes up, baits the shield, but oh no! Gets it with the shield and ends up side swapping. Gonna bring him to the other corner. No, taking him up. He's not gonna go for the summon again. He's trying to get those ground tech punishes. Back dashes away. He probably tried to dash in. He didn't do the ground tech punish properly, it looks like. Gonna connect to the other side. Doesn't get hit by the icicle dissipating. Len doesn't really have much health. Esdisi doesn't really have to approach if he doesn't want to. Right now, the ball is in Len's field with only 30 seconds left. Although, he gets caught out. Maybe not so much anymore. Comes in with the double overhead. Esdisi maybe tried to mash something, and he gets hit, bringing him back up. So that's going to be game going to Steve. So then it looks like the next game we're going to be having is going to be Alex versus Matteo. Yeah, no, Alex and Matteo just fight, so it's going to be Steve versus Alex? Let me think. No. Yeah, Matteo won the first round, and Steve won that round. Okay, so that's just the round. That's the game. Okay, so J2368 takes the set. All right. I wrote it down backwards in my book, and I confused myself because I couldn't get what I was remembering. So, okay, gonna go into the challenge and update that score. That's gonna be 2 for J226A, 0 for MIE. Okay, cool, looks like they just reported it themselves. And then it looks like Paddu's game, let's look at the bracket right here. It looks like Paddu's game hasn't actually finished yet, and neither has Regeci's. So, although they are playing on a team right now, so I did it again. I did it a fucking again. Here we are in Discord. It's hard to remember to have to click something else before I go over to a window. So it looks like we're just waiting for Paddu's team and Insignis' team to finish. Man, there's not really much to look at here, so... Yeah, didn't see the DM at least this time. Lucky me. Oof. Oh, man. Now everyone knows. Now everyone doesn't know about my huge crush I have on Eika. Everyone was able to, I'm able to keep it a secret this time around. But, yeah, no, so here's the bracket. We're just gonna be waiting for, Insignis. Gonna be waiting for, Paddu's game to finish, and then whoever finishes first will watch their round 2 first. And, we're gonna watch both of the winners bracket round 2s. So whoever loses in, I believe it's going to be Insignis' side, they are going to just play their game off stream. So who's on team Percole, Smo, and Tuhu Reject? So Smo and Tuhu Reject, are going to be doing, whoever loses between them and Insignis is going to be going to lose round 1. Percole. Okay, Percole. Alright, I'll pronounce it like that then. I'll put a second E on it down in my notebook so I actually remember. Still no one updating their games. Ah, wait, watch this. Gotta switch back to here and then go to Discord. Whew, close. Okay. So it looks like to reject his red glasses. His name is different in the challenge and in here, so I wasn't sure where he was going to be. So, okay, so it looks like Insignis is fighting red glasses right now. So his games are underway. I don't think Paddu has updated yet. Paddu's team versus Ree's Beef Strike. I believe Paddu's team is Paddu and Vilka. And Ree's Beef Striberg is going to be Shorkin and Magamo. I think Vilka said he lost to c-roa? So Paddu is probably playing against Magamo right now. I know. That people would much rather be seeing these instead of just hearing me talk about them. But when they're all okay. So Paddu won against Magamo, and you said you lost to Shorkin. So Shorkin is currently playing against Paddu. That means, which means they're on their last round. And I believe Insignis is playing against Red Glasses, which is putting them on their last round. So that's good. Yeah, I don't really know what to do to fill some time right now. Let me think. Because I can't really think of anything to talk about in Melty. Oh, okay. So here's the thing. Let's talk about some Melty Blood. So, I used to play v-sion. I used to play c-v. Oh, I still know how to play c-v-sion. I just don't enjoy her as much. So, I should have gone and started playing h-v.sion. I know how to play h-v.sion. I just don't enjoy her that much because h-v.sion is this fucking rushdown character who's really, she's really, really fast, has relatively short normals that aren't great in neutral, but she's got good air-to-air buttons, and she's got really good pressure, and her buttons are good in pressure. So you think, okay, she's this rushdown character, and because of the way characters with runs work, if you hit 6-6 and then let the stick go to neutral, you lose all of your running momentum. So normally characters who have runs, when they want to carry the momentum of their normals into a dash to try to get people a little further away, they hold the run and then they hit the button, and that lets them slide in. The problem with fucking v-sion on H is that her 6 has a fucking overhead map to the C button and a long drill map to the B button, which means you can't carry your momentum into your best poke. So she's this like fucking rushdown character who can't rush anyone down because on the ground she can't get any extra range off of her already short normals, and it blows my mind. And then it's like, oh, I guess I'll jump at people, but your normals in the air, they're good in the air to an extent because they have good active frames, and her JC hits above her, which not a lot of buttons do. It's a privilege to have a button that does that. But the fucking problem is that they have no horizontal range. So if you're against, like, fucking Ryugi, she'll just sit outside of your range and just keep poking at you, and you can't do anything about it. It's ridiculous. So then I play f-sion. f-sion has the same fucking problem. f-sion is like, yeah, no, she's fast, and she's got these really good normals in the air that are great for air-to-air because they're really active, they hit above her, but, oh, okay, so she's a rushdown character. Yeah, okay, in her 5B is like fucking f-aoko's 5B. But it hits higher, so it's actually better than f-aoko's 5B, actually, in a way. Problem is, you can't carry momentum into it because her 6B is a fucking overhead. And then you're like, oh, well, then I'll just do, like, 2B and I'll hold 3. No, you can't do 3B because it's the fucking uppercut with no range who has clash frames before it becomes active. It's awful! I hate it. It looks cool. It's my favorite move on her because it looks cool. It has a lot of, like, impact. You hit someone with it and it's like, it feels really good. But it's like, fuck, so you just have to get really good at using your Etherlight in neutral, and that thing has a lot of startup, and it's not as big as it fucking looks like it is. It's not as crazy as it looks like it is, alright? It's a fucking whip with a lot of startup and it's crazy low to the ground. So I feel like the key to getting good with f-sion is going to be using the fucking Etherlight, because holy fuck, running around in neutral on the ground sucks. It fucking sucks. And then you're like, oh, well, your air-to-airs are really good, but what if they don't jump? Oh, I guess I'm fucked now. You can still do dash 5B if you release 6. Yeah, you can, but you can't do it consistently. And it's really, no, not even get good. It's just inconsistent. No one can do it consistently. Don't even give me that shit. Anyway, it looks like Paddu's team is finished, so now we're going to be doing, I'm going to put the call out, we're going to do Eika's team versus Paddu's team. At Eika team. At Paddu's team. and then losers round 1 plays off stream whenever. So yeah, man, oh god, it really rustles my jimmies when it's like, it's a rushdown character, oh right, oh she's got cool ground normals that are actually pretty good, they're really good in pressure, like I said, her 5B is just f-aoko's 5B, so you can just 5B, 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 and it hits at a higher angle, so unlike f-aoko's 5B where you can just IAD over it, you can't just fucking IAD over Sion, it's really, really good in that way, but it's just like, you can't carry momentum into it, so in neutral it's just fucking painful. Let's see, so we're going to be using Plucking Birds versus, what is Paddu's team name this time? Paddu's team name this time is the Northern War, 1700 to 1721. I'm just going to say the Northern War. I'm not going to put the numbers in there. I'm sorry if that ruins everything. Having to add extra parentheses and then put fucking numbers in is just gonna slow me down, and I'm already not exactly the quickest cowboy in the fucking West with this goddamn stream control. So it looks like Vilka's got his host up, so it's gonna be Vilka versus either Eika or CC round 1. Alright, so it looks like it's gonna be Eika versus, or CC versus Vilka. Swap. Turn the score to 0, enter the game, change this to say Vilka, hit enter, and we're good to go. So CC probably going to be playing, yep, h-aki, Vilka going to be on the f-miyako. This is definitely one of those matchups where f-miyako is going to be the one aggressing and approaching. Aki is going to try to want to keep away. Alright, they're good to go. Aki's going to want to try to keep away with her longer normals, and she doesn't have the air ribbons that C does, I think, but she can kind of TK some of the grounded ribbons. She's going to want to try to keep her distance with the longer normals, but Vilka does have the ability to put out these really, really active normals that give him crazy amounts of damage on successful hits. So it's like, neither of them really want to approach each other, because Vilka's got these really active normals that are counter-hit anything that CC tries to come in with, but he doesn't want to approach CC because she's just got longer normals in general. Either way, CC finds the first hit and the scramble in the corner, putting the fire, oh, hit it with the counter hit, but it comes back up, gonna bring him back down, putting the fireball above him, gets hit by a low. I think Vilka was trying to jump out, maybe out of stagger pressure, or maybe trying to shield high or something, I don't know, but he's gonna get brought back down, gonna put an EX fireball, going for the extra command grab, or not even command grab, normal throw damage, so close to being dead, one throw is gonna do it, and he tries to dash out and he gets caught out by a button. First round goes to CC, very dominant. Alright, coming out. Second round, CC coming in the air, hitting him, coming back down, hitting him with the overhead, but it isn't able to do anything. EX blocking to push her out a bit, but she comes back. Oh, gets him with the counter hit, two-way. Gonna bring him up, take him back down. Not too much damage, but will get a pit place. The pit doesn't hit him, though. Gonna throw for a throw. Not really a lot of throw damage, but it does give a hard knockdown, so it's nice. Getting with the stagger pressure. Gonna put him up, and then bring him back down. 3.5k damage, pretty good. Getting the Oki again. Go for the throw, get the extra damage on the throw because of the ball on top. EX ball, gonna throw him again! And he's respecting her so much, he just keeps throwing him and throwing him. It's scary because you gotta respect that ball, but it detonates on a delay. It's like the Sion Oki, how it comes on a delay. So you gotta respect or else you're gonna get counter hit by something. However, if you try to do something, a lot of times the delay hit comes out and gets you anyway. It can be really frustrating to deal with. Getting him on the way down. First game went to CC. I gotta update the score. Oh, I gotta keep up on all this shit. Here we go, here we go. CC going to the other side. She has the health advantage right now, so she doesn't really want to go in. She doesn't have to. In heat, though, right now, so she can't auto-burst out, allowing her to do more risky maneuvers if she wants to. But now she's going to go in for the command grab. Vilka, been hit by almost every single... Yeah, there we go, coming out with the DP. How much damage is he going to get? Oh, no, he drops it on the way. Only 1.7k. Gets shielded, but no real follow-up on it. Pit hits him on the way down, brings him back up on the other side. Vilka having a really, really hard time getting in against CC. She's just really well spacing her normals, coming back down, and just she's throwing out her normals preemptively enough to try to catch him before he can put out his active frames. Having a really hard time. Gets him, though, putting him in the corner. Gonna bring him down. How much damage are we gonna get? f-miyako, one of the higher damaging characters in the game. What are we gonna get? 4.6k damage. A lot of damage. Comes in, throws him again. Oh, no, but he isn't able to pick it. And he gets it with the sweep, trying to do the long stomp. I think the long stomp is either unblockable or a lot more plus. I don't remember which it is. Either way, gonna come up, going up, CC getting him, EX blocking. A lot of them just kind of jumping around each other. Like I said, they don't really want to approach each other, because like I said, Aki with the bigger normals, Vilka with the more active normals. The other thing is, Vilka has normals that allow him to hit on both sides of it. So Vilka doesn't mind all this jumping around in neutral, while Aki only has normals on one side, outside of the JB, but that hits below her. So she has to space herself higher than Vilka, where Vilka can just jump up and throw buttons on both sides. Getting hit and pressure though right now. CC backdashing out, shielding the DP, reacting to the super flash, and it's gonna kill him, bringing him up and taking him back down. CC coming out with a very, very demanding and commanding lead. So, very fast first game, which means the second match is going to be between Eika and Paddu. So it's going to be versus Eika and Paddu. So here's the thing that I'm kind of excited for, is I think Eika said he's going to be playing h-hisui in this tournament. And for those of you who don't know, Eika is probably one of the best, if not the best, h-hisuis in the whole world. He's insane with that character. So the last time I remember him playing it in a tournament was against Multi, when there was actual, like, money on the line. So if we're going to be seeing Eika's h-hisui, we're going to be in for a fucking treat. So I'm excited. Alright, they're already in. Paddu's going to be on player 1. Blah, blah, blah. We've already got it set. Alright, cool. We're good to launch. But you never know. Okay, my game is in full screen for some reason. Why is my game in full screen? Okay. For some reason, my game fucked up. I got to rejoin. It was in full screen and the resolution was fucked up. There we go. Now we're looking good. Yeah, h-hisui is a relatively underrepresented character. A lot of people sleep on her, but Eika makes the character look fucking good. A lot of people put her mid on the tier list. I think Eika even puts her at like maybe high mid tier when he's made a tier list. So he obviously acknowledges she's a strong character, but she's definitely not as notorious and fucking well known as the characters like f-aoko, c-nero, c-roa, Hime, those really notorious melty characters. But when you see Eika player, this character can move. I have not seen a character move faster than Hisui moves when Eika's playing. On top of that, she can put this dust out, and the dust is really active, and it doesn't really hit until after he lands. So he can jump around really, really fast. Okay, they're good to go. He can jump around insanely quickly, throwing all this dust out, which act like these really short-term f-aoko orbs that just control this space and make it so you can't move, and all the while he's just zipping all over the place. It's impossible to catch him sometimes. However, against Nero, Hisui might have a problem, because while she does have a fireball to kind of throw at him, it's not a crazy high damaging fireball. It is the fastest in the game, I do believe. Coming up and counter-hitting Nero, gonna bring him back down. Eika air dodging out, coming back down with the neck chop. Paddu knocking him out of the air though, and getting with the unblockable because of how long the block's on JB. Is gonna go for a bird 50-50, not a 50-50. Wait, he's gonna go for no, but Eika jumps out and shields him out of the air. Gonna put a chair down. That chair will eat any hit. So Paddu, even though he's got a lot of multi-hits, can't really get out as long as that chair's there. It'll just eat the first hit, make his normal go null, and Eika can come in and clean up on him. Eika in heat right now, very, very free to do anything dangerous. Doesn't really matter because he will burst out. This is one of the best arc drives in the game. It hits very high, air unblockable, and it's extremely plus. Every time Hisui goes into heat, she can just throw that out, and if you block it, and most of the time you will be blocking it, it's a free reset with lots of blocking frames. So that's also one of the reasons why I feel like Eika makes H look really good on Hisui, because since H goes into heat a lot more, H can use it a lot more, and Eika gets a lot of use out. There we go, there's the dust. See how he jumped back and threw dust out? Paddu got caught by his extended hurt box. Eika going up and shielding Paddu again. Gonna bring him up and take him back down. Is he gonna get any Oki off of it? Runs back and Paddu takes away. Oh, the end of the table gets Paddu. Just barely, probably hits extended hurt box, so Paddu trying to cover his space with a tentacle, and Eika gonna bring him back down. Eika jumping around. Look how far Hisui can go with her air dash. She's so fast. On top of that, Hisui can carry a lot, I mean a lot of momentum out of her air dashes. So she can backdash and use one of her normals, and it carries a bunch of space in front of her, very disjoint, and she goes back very far. She can be fucking painful to catch. Paddu gonna bring her up. Is he gonna bring her back down? No, goes for the alligator mouth, but he's just too high up. Gets him with the deer. Deer gonna pop him up in the air. Not a lot of damage, but Nero does get a lot of corner carry, even if he doesn't get too much damage. Comes down with the neck chop and ends up hitting him. Going into heat, putting a mat down, trying to get that Oki. Oh, gonna go for another, putting another mat down. Paddu's stuck between two mats, getting hit, gonna be brought up. Chairs on the ground though. Paddu's not gonna be able to mash out or really bunker anything. Look at that. See, that's what I'm talking about. Look at that dust. IAD dust, and each one hits him. The first dust hits him, the second dust covers the IAD. It's insane how annoying it can be to deal with that. And because the dust is basically projectile Oki, it's incredibly difficult to deal with. The deer coming in though, I've got your back, Paddu. Deer ain't gonna let him get away with this shit. Deer covering a lot of space for him. Oh, Eika goes for a throw. Paddu dashing back into the deer, using the deer to protect himself. Hey, Paddu doesn't really want to go in. He does have the health lead. Nero is a very tanky character. Throws him back into the corner. Eika probably trying to get some sort of bait off of a shield or a jump out after playing the mat, but he isn't able to get it. Eika putting that dust high, throwing some trays, trying to stop Paddu from getting in and just placing things for free. But oh, the negative edge snake travels along slowly and gets him. Eika being brought down. Paddu catching the back tech. Gonna take him up and bring him to the corner, but no, he's not able to pick up on Eika. Neck chopping to the other side, but Paddu catches the landing recovery. Gonna bring him up. Alligator mouth, taking him back down. Alligator mouth, taking him back down a second time. Deer coming out. How's Eika gonna deal with the deer? He's not gonna deal with the deer. The deer's gonna hit him, and he's gonna get brought into the corner. This is gonna kill him, and that's gonna kill him. So first game is gonna go to Paddu right now. One downside that Hisui does have on all her moves is that she doesn't really have the biggest normals. So while she is very fast, and while she does have a lot of good options, and a lot of times she doesn't have to choose between corner carry and damage, she can get both, her normals are kind of underwhelming. She has to really rely on her speed, and c-nero is a character who can really shut down characters who need to move a lot because of his big normals and all of his summons. So Eika, even though he's as good as he is, he's still having a very, very hard time against how oppressive c-nero can be. c-nero, bring him all the way into the corner, able to block through and wait for the chair to fucking expire. Eika, shielding birds, getting brought down, isn't able to get anything off the shield though. Paddu now in the corner, gonna place a snake. Ooh, Eika able to block the snake, trying to use these projectiles he's got to stop the snake, but Paddu just thinking a little too far ahead. Paddu coming in, blocking him. Oh, he has to jump a second time to get away from the deer though, and this gives Paddu time to block. Paddu going into heat, doesn't really have any red health to recover, but using the heat as a reversal solely, I suppose, not a bad problem, or not a bad thing to do because of all the multi-hitting that c-nero does, he builds meter very fast. And when you're C-Moon, you can go into heat with only 100 meter. So Paddu, look at that, almost has all of his meter back again off of just one hit. Now he's going to be able to go into heat very soon to Eika, using that dust to give him a very, very safe opening. Look, and then the chair is very strong, the monster truck chair. Catches jump outs, moves Eika all the way back in and pushes him out just far enough that he can use his short normals to rebeat very quickly and get plus frames off of it. The chair is very scary, and a lot of times, if knowing how to deal with the chair, that monster truck chair, makes and breaks the entire Hisui matchup. If you don't know how to deal with that, sometimes you can just lose to Hisui, even if the Hisui doesn't quite know what they're doing. It's a very, very strong tool, and you need to be able to deal with it very well. Paddu right here, though, Eika unable to get out of the corner. It's very, very hard to jump against c-nero. c-nero, one of the characters in this game that has real anti-airs. Having anti-airs and Melty Blood is a privilege, and c-nero has that privilege. Coming in over the top, only getting one overhead, hitting Paddu. No, Paddu hitting Eika. Eika jumping out, doesn't want to get hit by the throw, but he gets hit by c-nero's 5A, and c-nero just takes him down. Like I said earlier, those short normals that Hisui has makes it very hard, because as fast as she is, even when she is in, if that Paddu thinks far enough ahead, and he sees what you're doing, he throws at something preemptively, he'll just fucking knock you right out of the air, and it's very, very fucking hard. So first game's gonna go to... No, first game went to CC, so now it's gonna be CC versus Eika, the legendary match from last time, where it's a difficult matchup for h-akiha, but CC navigated Paddu's c-nero beautifully last time. Like, I'm easily #1 CC fan after that game. It was really something to watch. Like, Paddu trying to get summons out, trying to catch her, and she's just always right outside of his range, always jumping summons, and somehow getting punishes, even though summons are usually covering him. It was a really, really impressive match to watch. So let's see how Paddu's going to adjust this time to not let her get away with that so much. Let's see. Now, where's my carrot? There we go. Alright, so Paddu's got his host up. Alright, thumbs up. They say they're in. Alright, gonna start connecting to this. Do I have the stream already updated? I do. With that, connecting. CC's gonna be on player 1. Swap these, hit save, connect to the game, and check the bracket. Okay, so losers is just waiting for these 2 rounds of winners to finish, and we're gonna be watching Insignis after this, and then those losers can start. Okay, I say those losers, like, yeah, those losers, but I mean part of the losers bracket. The lower bracket, yeah, alright, they're good to go. So here we go, CC on player 1, Paddu on player 2, CC playing her half-aki, and Paddu going to be playing his c-nero. Let's see how this is going to go. naturally, not naturally, a matchup very, very generally considered to be very difficult for Aki. Let's see how she handles it. Dashing in and then backing off a bit. Doesn't want to let Paddu hit her with her normals immediately. Trying to stay right side of his space. Coming down with the JB. I remember that from last time. It's kind of difficult for Nero, one of the more lower mobility characters to deal with. When she can just jump over the top. Oh, misses the anti-air. CC comes down, even with the landing recovery. He's able to punish him. Gonna bring him up. Goes into heat. She doesn't really have to worry about getting hit by Nero too much. Maybe the negative edge snake will keep people if they're in heat, but gets him with the full screen pillar. Didn't know she had a move like that on EX. I guess it works like save or CL's myriad slashes. Counter hit each other, bringing each other down. Nero in heat right now, getting a lot of that red health back, so he's gonna have that higher health modifier with his higher health value now. Counter hitting him. Oh, excuse me, burped again. The fucking apple cider. Bringing him up again. Is able to confirm off. It counter hits him out of the air again. CC almost full health. Paddu gonna have to do a lot of work to bring her all the way down. Jumping up in the air, stalling, putting a pit down, using the pits, the way it launches you up in the air to bait Paddu trying to anti-air, and then she hits him with that, killing him all the way. He's very dead. He's all the way dead, not just some of the way dead. Paddu actually getting the anti-air this time, making the pit disappear. Oh, Snake on the ground. Paddu getting counter hit out of the air. Snake being used. Oh, baits the heat out with the second jump. CC, she's got Paddu on lock. She just knows what he wants to do, and she's always ready for it. Really, really impressive how she's dealing with him. Gonna bring out the orb. Go for the... Oh, gets him with the... what's it called? Command grab on top of the orb. Paddu, like I said... Oh, he's right over the... Try to go for a throw break. She hit him with the NTR, the nice try retard. Goes in like you're gonna hit him for a throw. Baits the throw break. Don't try to OS me, idiot. And that first game's gonna go to CC. Just not giving Paddu any breathing room at all. CC coming in over top, avoiding the snake, but oh, Paddu gets him with the, gets her with the JA, bringing her back down with the alligator mouth, going at the deer, hiding after the deer the same way you have, oh, but uses the invincibility frames that H-Moon gets on the bunker to completely go over the deer. Gonna come in, bring Paddu back down to the corner. Now Paddu's the one stuck in the corner. Is she gonna end up putting the, yep, there's the fire orb. Gonna jump over. The fire orb didn't actually make him block. That was really weird. I don't know if maybe she can hold it or make it expire. Either way, it just didn't hit him, it looked like. Coming back down, gonna put a pit on top of him. Oh, gets him with the low, the empty jump low. Paddu blocking extra high, thinking because she is an H-Moon, she can cancel her, her jumping normals into air dashes to try to catch you for, like, going high, low, high, low. Paddu probably waiting for that, didn't come, gets him with the low. CC, first round going to her. Paddu got stuck in the corner, just wasn't able to get out. That is one of the weaknesses that Nero has. Is that he, being a big body character and not the most mobile, means he has a very hard time getting out of the corner if someone wants you in the corner and they want you fucking dead. This is where he's gonna have the most problems. Going into heat right now, using the biohazard, trying to build some space, but she's just right outside of the range. Again, with the perfect spacing, CC never fails to impress, always just right outside of where Paddu wants to be, despite the fact that his normals are so big. The spacing is immaculate. Coming down with the JB, but Paddu, oh, spacing wasn't immaculate right there. Look, me and my big fucking mouth. Paddu putting her all the way into the other side of the corner. Yeah, you're gonna whiff JB, I'm gonna make you pay for it. Coming in with the birds. Ooh, double overhead. Gonna bring her up and down. Gonna, how much damage is gonna get out of this? Maybe 3.2? 3.4k. Alligator Mouth does more than I think. Is she gonna bunker out? Maybe tries to, no, she can't, no, she can bunker. Does have the meter for it. Paddu ends up swapping sides. Comes up, hits it with the JA, but shields him on the way back down. She has a lot of work ahead of her, though. Paddu does have a lot of health. Going into heat, though. H-Moon being able to get all that heat back while in mid-combo and still having the ability to burst. Very, very terrifying, very frustrating to look at as well, because while CC is playing Aki, probably I think the tankiest character in the game, if not one of the most, she now has the high health modifier from being at below 25% health while having 50% health. So she's got maybe 20%, 10% more health than she would have actually at 50% because of that modifier from the heat bringing her back. Coming back up, gonna take Paddu up and then bring him back down. One more hit's gonna do it. Paddu goes for a throw, and she jumps right over it. He thought she was gonna dash it and throw him like she always does, but no, she jumped right over it. So that game 2, straight going to CC. So, alright, so it's gonna be the final score. Gonna be looking at the bracket. I believe we're done because Eika lost to Paddu and CC won against Vilka. So yeah, the score is going to be 2 plucking birds and then 1 for Northern War. Submit that. And then we're going to have... Alright, so now we're going to have Insignis' team. Let me go into callouts. So Insignis' team. Insignis and Regeci versus J2A's Steve and Matteo. On stream, and then off stream we're gonna be doing Paddu versus Perkele. I'm gonna keep pronouncing that wrong all fucking stream, but Perkele versus Paddu's team, and on Team Perkele is Smo and Tuhu Rejects. So that's gonna be Red Glasses and Smo versus at Red Glasses and at Smo. versus at Paddu and at Vilka. Alright, so Regici's got his host up. Let's put that into the caster, and then let's go here. So team 1 is going to end up being Buena Tula man. Regeci, and team 2 is going to be J236A, and they're not in game yet, so we'll see who's going to be playing there in a second. Yeah, no, that was really impressive games out of CC. It's, you know, I've been playing in the Discord for about a year now, maybe a little over a year, and I haven't really seen her around except recently. So usually when I see someone come around and they're a newer player, they're like, oh yeah, I used to play, but I don't play as much anymore, and I'll play them, and they usually go about even with me, or I can usually beat them, and I'm like, hey, cool, it's cool to see a new player. Or they'll come in and they're new players, and then CC comes in, and she's like, yeah, I used to play, and in my head, I'm like, oh, okay, probably another one of those players that, like, you know, she's been playing for a while, and she's pretty good, but she's not, like, crazy, and she just starts fucking slamming people. She's insane! It's terrifying. Alright, so it's gonna be Steve versus Regeci. But, yeah, no, the JB that Aki has, where she just swings down and it can hit on both sides, it's, it seems like it's really, really good against, Nero, because while Nero does have real anti-airs, he's also, okay, never mind, I was about to say he's also one of those directional kind of characters that can't really hit on both sides, but no, that's a total lie, he can totally hit on both sides, but usually in a grounded sense. When you're above him, like directly above him, usually things are going to slightly miss you, especially how it kind of compacts her hitbox, horizontally. So it seems like she uses that really, really well, and it can be difficult for Paddu to deal with. So that, it definitely seems like when you know what you're doing, once she's on you, it's really, really hard to get her off you, especially with the kind of big body character like Nero is. Alright, the game's not loading. Let's try again. Alright, Reggie versus Steve. Yeah, meeting you in the air. Yeah, it seems like you get counter hit a lot because you're going in with that tentacle, and she's just like I said, she's got a lot of experience. She knows what you want to do, and she's almost always ready for it. It's just that she's got the really strong game sense that it's like, as good as you are, you get to piss your big Devon buttons. Yeah, because I mean, like, you're crazy strong, Paddu, but it's like, mechanically, you guys are probably really, really close to each other. Like, fundamentally, I don't think there's anything she could do that you couldn't do, but she just has so much game sense, and she's just been playing for such a long time, that it's like, she knows what you want to do, and she's ready for it, and she's always punishing you for it. And it's scary to play against people like that. It's kind of like how people say, Eika's such a fucking masher, he just mashes shield, and people go, oh, but when Eika plays against me, he just mashes bunker, and then some people go, oh, he just mashes JA when he plays against me, and it's like, no, Eika just has really good game sense. He's not just mashing these fucking options because he's a retard. Eika has good game sense, and he knows what you want to do, and he's stopping you before you ever get a chance to do it. No, he's just mashing. Yeah, you're right. Game taking a while to load up. I wonder who Regici's gonna play. So it looks like Steve is gonna be on the h-w.len, but Regeci, I think he's a c-nanaya main, but he used to main c-kohaku, and he's played f-tohno against me quite a few times. So there are 3 characters that I'm expecting Regeci to be able to play. And then I got in kind of late, so it's gonna just spin its wheels for quite a while. Oh man, there we go. Okay, we're good to go now. Where they only play half-w.len. Oh man. Regeci coming in with the c-kohaku doesn't want to deal with the icicles. He's like, alright, yeah. I played some f-tohno and some c-nanaya against w.len. I know how hard it is getting against those icicles. Regeci just saying, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna take my big, dangerous footsies that kohaku gives me, and I'm just gonna run you into set play once they hit and not have to worry about it. Because that is one downside to, actually, never mind. I don't know shit about c-tohno. I'm not gonna talk about c-tohno. Anyway, Regeci getting brought up and put back down in the corner, using the big B that, that h-w.len has. Gonna bring, oh, counter hits him with the air icicle. That is air unblockable, but even so, it was a counter hit. Goes in for the big DP, but he is in heat, so it can't be punished. Regeci trying to get him with the 5A. Kohaku's A button is probably one of the scariest, if not the scariest in the game. Hits really high, hits really far, and even when she's crouching, it hits really high up, and it's a low. So a lot of times, characters that can normally IAD over you and try to punish you for mashing 2A, Kohaku could just press 2A and beat almost all forms of resets. It's really, really, really frustrating. Not Whiteland, Steve able to get a pretty big lead in the first round, though. Oh, Regeci getting it. Oh, he isn't able to follow up on it, though. Bring him back down. Regeci gonna get him with a hit. He's gonna bring him up. How much damage is he gonna get on this Kohaku? I imagine around 5k damage. 4.6. No, 4.8. 4.5 it is! The 5k damage coming out of Kohaku. EX cancel. Gonna be throwing a pot down. Here we go. The triple 50. No, goes only for 1. That plant is insane. People talk about how cheap f-aoko is because she gets 150-50 for 100 meter. That plant gives you the ability to do 3 high lows. Yeah, that's right. 3 f-aoko 50-50s off 1 plant. And f-aoko's cheap? Yeah, alright, kid. Anyway. Regeci being brought back has the health advantage, just kind of wants to space with his really, really big normals, but Len coming in, she knows that she needs to be the aggressor in this matchup, bringing him up, breaking him back down, the long icicle on top of him, keeping him in that block stun. Regeci is in max, so he can mash out, but oh man, again, Kohaku, that 2B, again, reaches really high. Kohaku doesn't have great defensive options in the sense that she doesn't have a metered DP, and I even think her metered DP is kind of bad, but she, her meter DP kind of bad. While her A button has this really, really, or 2A has this really crazy, like, height that can just stop so much random garbage, and she gets so much ward off of it, it is on the stubbier side of 2As, which means that if you're just gonna, like, kind of sit right outside of her range and poke at her the way Steve was, it's really, really hard for her to get out of it. Steve, bringing her up, taking her back down, gonna put a lingering icicle, jumps in the air, he's gonna, no, doesn't get the air block, Regeci counter hits him, but isn't able to pick up on it. Regeci backing up, has to go in, though. Only 14 seconds, and yeah, Regeci gets caught on the approach. Steve coming out, round 1. Regeci never really got to run much of the infamous Kohaku Oki. Coming over the top, dropping some Molotovs to kind of protect his landing. Steve with those delayed, lingering icicles. Coming in with the delayed lingering. Oh no, but Regeci gonna heat out on top of him. Isn't gonna have any meter after this, but he was able to just heat at 100, so that is the upside of Sea Moon right there. He gets hit anyway, though. Bring him back down. Maybe Regeci seems like he's laying into his 2A a lot, which again, like I said, it's a very strong button, but if Len is just gonna sit kind of outside and use her B buttons to poke at you, it's really, really, really hard for you to actually, like, beat that, even with as good as Kohaku's A buttons are, and with the run ward. Oh, okay! Hits with the counter on the way down! I thought Kohaku lost her air movements after dropping a Molotov, but again, she keeps them. f-aoko, the only fucking character in the game that loses all of her air movements after using things. Go fucking figure. Anyway, Kohaku getting brought up, Linger Icicle hitting him, coming out, no, but he gets counter hit trying to put a plant out. Plant isn't able to linger and catch him. Oh, but the counter hit JB! This might just straight up kill Steve with how much damage Kohaku can do. Maybe not, though. Nope, looks like Regici's gonna end up going for Oki instead. Coming, oh, he sideswipes it! Ends up getting him on the other side. Nice, nice, catch him on the other side. It looks like that only worked because Len tried to take a step forward with one of her more forward-moving normals. Go, no, trying to follow up, but they both trade, but Len's able to actually be the one to pick up on it. Bring him back down the corner, lingering icicle. Regeci ends up bunkering out. No, but he gets DP'd. Len can just DP in the air like that. You're never safe from Len's DP. Dice roller to the max. 2A catches him out, though, trying to reapproach. Here comes the big Kohaku damage, probably into the big Kohaku Oki. Gets him with the leg, puts the plant down. What's it? No, he DPs, but he's able to get out of the plant. He took 700 damage, but he got hit. But he was still able to get out. That's actually insane. I would gladly trade 700 of my life to get the fuck out of Kohaku Oki. The fact that he can do that is really, really good, because I imagine the reward Regici's gonna get off of— what's going on here? He sideswapped it with the command grab, and then the orb is still hitting him, but he's stuck inside of his own spinning plant. I can't even keep up with what's going on. There's just too much bullshit happening. Anyway, holy shit, I don't even remember what I was talking about. Something or other, Kohaku, blah blah, big damage. Anyway, Kohaku using some basic stagger approach, putting him in the corner, trying to catch him with the sword, but it isn't able to get him, just barely outside of his range. Lingering Icicle gonna put him in block stun. Oh no, thinks he's gonna redash, but he ends up going for another stagger, throwing him down kind of far away though. Shields him out of the air. How much damage is Kohaku gonna get off of a shield counter? 2.6k. Not really that high, but really not that low for a shield counter either. Fucking Kohaku. Oh no, but gets with the counter hit Icicle out of the air. Gonna throw him back down. What's he gonna do? Regeci jumping out, misses his button, but he's able to land just in time to pee himself safe. Gets hit by a low, gonna get brought up and thrown back down to the ground. Regeci about to go into max, goes into max. Why did he just lose all that meter? Did he try to use an EX move and it like didn't come out with the super flash? Where did all that meter go? Did you see that? What the fuck is happening this game? Anyway, going in for the big icicle, catching Regeci, putting him in the corner, trying to get him with the air. h-w.len has that 5B that just goes— I don't know if that's 5B, but whoop, hits really high above him. Really good at catching characters who don't have great air grounds. Kohaku Kohaku does have good air to grounds, though, so not a big problem. Kohaku trying to charge a JC, gets hit by the DP out of the air. He's able to combo off that. Not a lot of damage, but he is able to combo off that, it looks like. Lingering Icicle, keeping Regeci in the air. Regeci trying to protect his space, but he's not able to do it, just gets counter hit. These Icicles are just commanding so much room. It feels like if you don't have a neutral tool to work with, no matter what character you are, no matter how deadly your footsies are, these Icicles are just so hard to circumvent. Regeci plays, I believe, Tohno, Nanaya, and Kohaku, 3 characters who aren't known for having great neutral tools, but having very deadly footsies, and he's just having such a hard time getting in past h-w.len's neutral tools. She doesn't even have to approach, she just keeps placing the Icicles, and it just makes his life miserable. So second game, gonna go to Steve. Which means the next match is going to be Matteo versus Insignis. So whatever Insignis is going to play, Insignis plays a lot of characters. Matteo probably going to be on his c-aki. So now we change this before I forget. Set the score to 0. And we're going to go... Set that score to 0. Yeah, look at that. I'm on top of this shit. Matteo has the ping out for Insignis. Connect to that. Let me take a look at the bracket real fast to see if I need to alert anyone to being able to play. Okay, now Paddu and Red Glass's team looks like they're still duking it out. And then when this set's over, the Riz Beef team versus whoever ends up losing this will duke it out. We'll watch semifinals of winners, and then we'll watch losers up until finals. Looks like my game is still trying to connect, but it keeps lagging on me. There we go. Hatsune Miku fan versus Insignis. Let's see who Insignis is gonna play. Insignis, Insignis plays so many characters, you never know who he's gonna play, but I do believe he considers his main to be Arc. I don't know if that's who, I don't know. I don't even know if he considers himself to have a main, but what I do know is that he is always, he'll usually make a lot of comments that one of the few characters he enjoys at this point is Arc. He says things like, oh, I've played so many characters, I don't even enjoy him anymore, but Arc, I always like Arc. Arc always keeps me invested, so maybe he'll play Arc, we don't know. Alright, cool, they're good to go. But again, like I said, he also plays so many characters, as a lot of the really strong players do, that you never really know what he's going to be running when you see him in game. Alright, there we go, he sees. So what's he going to be running? c-roa! Oh no. c-roa, for anyone who doesn't know, is a top 3 character. Those orbs he places are entirely air unblockable, and they go across 95% of full screen. On top of that, they are extremely plus. He can place them in the air or on the ground, use them while in the air or on the ground, and place 3 of them at any point in time, and man, what the fuck else is there to even say? He's just, oh, and they side swap for him. They go back, and so you can't even get to the other side of one after he's placed it. Insane character. Although, being an insane character, also, from what some people say, has one of the highest skill ceilings in the game, as he does have a very high APM to play him very well. Insignis just commanding all this space, but look at these orbs. You can't really do much when these orbs are out. Like, it has the orb up in the air, but you don't want to jump into that. Ooh, Insignis playing a smaller, oh no, but the high orb catches him trying to jump. Matteo having a really hard time getting in, because, as I said, these orbs are air unblockable. Every time you jump when there's an orb down, you have to, like, act sporadic. Maybe I'll just jump and go nowhere. Maybe I'll jump and air dash. You have to try to outsmart Roa just to move. You have to work just to get in to work. He's a very, very difficult character to play against once you let him set that orb. The only counter to Roa is to get the hell in and never let him move. Or have a projectile. One of the two. Because if you have a projectile and he's far away, he really can't set orbs in any threatening position to you. Roa comes out with the DP, ends up getting hit though. Insignis places 2 of those orbs. Oh no, and like I said, he can use those orbs anywhere. In the air, on the ground. If they counter hit, he gets a full combo, so he can fall out of something after placing an orb. By the way, another character who uses a move in the air, a very OP move in the air, who doesn't lose his air movements, yet f-aoko still does. I don't know why! Anyway, putting 2 orbs up in the air. Oh no, getting him coming down with the other orb. Gonna get a full combo off that. Going into full corner carry in max mode right now. Can just dump meter on whatever he wants. Side swaps him. Matteo blocking it though. Matteo going into max right now. Oh no, that's also air block. We have to shield the super flash. And Matteo just can't even move. Having such a hard time just getting anywhere with how oppressive Insignis's, Roa is. Roa coming up, hitting with the jab, using some lightning to protect himself. But Matteo, again, Matteo using these goes right over the top of him, catches his shield. Matteo, oh no, he's not able to get it though. The ribbon not catching him. Roa gonna bring him to the other wall. Maybe not the other wall, but he's gonna bring him somewhere. Put 3 orbs down. Yeah, those orbs, what are they, plus 27? Some people say Roa's a zoner. Roa's not a zoner because a zoner doesn't pressure you from full screen. Roa, like, zoners zone you and protect a particular area. Roa just pressures you when an orb is down. Neutral is over when the orbs are down. You're under Roa's pressure regime at that point. Doesn't matter if you're in the corner, doesn't matter if you're in the mid-screen. The fact that he can pop those orbs at any time, anywhere, be plus 27, and they're unblockable, forcing you to stay on the ground if you want to be relatively safe, means that you're always being pressured by Roa if you're not pressuring him. It is very, very hard to play into. Have that first orb down. Roa just, like you see, you can just see him jumping away and using those JAs, just trying to protect his space with those really fast jabs. Maybe catch an air counter hit, just to try to get another orb down so that you can't really move around him. Trying to build that space to go backwards to get an orb. Pushes him all the way back. Spends a mirror to push him back. That is plus, by the way. I think it also has iframes. Maybe not a true reversal, though. Able to push him all the way back and then use the plus frames to place his orb. Oh, no, jumps back and pops the orb in the air, getting him a counter hit, launching him. No, counter hits him all the way over there, using the meter move to put him back in the corner, side swapping him, goes for a heat, doesn't hit anybody, but he will get some health back. Roa, placing those orbs up again, has 2 orbs up. Oh, no, is that going to be plus up? No, he dashes in and gets counter hit. He keeps seeing Insignis jump and thinking, alright, he's in the air, I can move in, but you can't move in. Insignis can use those orbs anywhere, whether he's on the air or the ground. Insignis air dashing away, trying to use that to push him back, but it doesn't really hit. That's okay, still gonna place a single orb, giving him the pressure. Oh no, I don't know. I don't think that lightning's air unblockable, but it still got him anyway. Bringing him up, a sliver of health. Kanaki bring this back. Insignis trying to jump back, just protect some space. He just wants to get an orb down so you can't play anymore. Has an orb down. Oh no, and he dodges out of the air and then uses the orb anyway. What's the recovery on air dodge? Obviously not enough. And Insignis just takes it. Which means the next game is going to be Insignis versus Steve. Steve. So maybe we'll see the not h-roa. Maybe we'll see the c-roa again. Maybe he'll play something else. Never know. Just waiting for them to get the host up. But man, yeah, no, that c-roa matchup is very difficult. C-roa, I don't know if he has any bad matchups, but there is ways to give him some trouble. For example, any character with a projectile can give him some trouble, because if you're playing, let's say, f-aoko, maybe h-hisui, Nero, you can just sit there and throw projectiles at him, and he can't place those orbs. And if he does place an orb, usually he has to jump high enough that the orb isn't really a huge threat, because as long as you can still move on the ground, while Roa does have some normals that move pretty far forward if he wants to put the momentum into them, he does have a long startup on his dash, and his normals really aren't the biggest. On top of that, a lot of them multi-hit and can kind of push him out of the second hit's range, and if he air dashes, it goes really far and he has to commit to that straight line air dash. So Roa doesn't really play the best grounded footsies game, so if he has to place orbs high and you have a fireball, you can give him some trouble, because from anywhere in the screen, you can make him have trouble getting those orbs down, and then once you finally make it in, well, now you're pressuring Roa, and he doesn't like that at all. So, but when you don't have a projectile, it is so hard to get in. There's an Evo set of Goichi versus Red Melon, and it's really funny watching Goichi just go in, do this mad pressure, just pressuring him, and then the second Roa gets an orb down, Goichi just stops, and he just blocks, and he just sits there. And for like 3 seconds, no one moves. And then Goichi does a single jump forward, and then just doesn't move. Because that's what you have to do. You just can't fucking move. You have to be so careful when he can combo you from anywhere on the screen off of a counter hit if you commit too hard. Not having a projectile makes that matchup really, really hard. Alright, good to go. Game's all synced up. Steve gonna be playing h-w.len, and Insignis, don't know what he's gonna be running. Yep, gonna be running the c-roa again. No mercy. Insignis, he's out for blood. He wants to win. He ain't fucking around. He says, I see you zoning all game, Steve. I see those icicles you push. Those are cute. Let me show you how a real man does it, alright? Alright, sit down, little boy. Or if you're Len, little girl. Let me show you how it's done. So Steve, gonna have to play aggressively because he doesn't have a projectile. So there we go. Off the bat, trying to stick to Roa. Doesn't want to let him get the... Oh, no, but the first orb is down, and so it's begun. Steve, it's plus 27, getting him enough time to put 2 more orbs down, and this is just... It never ends. It's hit by an orb. Roa gets time to place another one. Get hit by an orb. Roa places another one. When does this stop? Getting hit out of the air. Completely air unblockable. Oh, no. Steve gets him, though. Gonna take him up. Roa doesn't have the highest health in the game. Doesn't really have the lowest health either. He's kind of right there in the middle. Oh, no. Why? Why, Roa? Why do you get an invincible move that goes full screen? Gotta place more orbs. This full screen pressure. Just getting him. Steve stuck in the corner. Jumps. Oh, no. Ooh, he doesn't get caught out by the orb, though. Roa, oh, no. Clips him and brings him up. Gonna get him with the second orb. No, the second orb is placed. Oh, no, there it is. Gets him. You always think you're safe. You think I've gone behind Roa. Roa doesn't have normals that can hit behind him. I'm safe, but you're not safe because the orb can hit behind him, you fool. Roa thinks he's full screen. No, it's not enough. Steve has to dash block, and oh, he probably got hit right at his dash startup trying to go for a second dash block, delaying the orb, and it's such a low risk thing for Roa to do because he has the second orb there, even if Steve does block it. Gets him with the air unblockable. Does that grant hard knockdown? Invalid, so obviously it doesn't, but he is still able to get some damage out there. Poking him. Roa just trying to get the hell away. It's like watching f-aoko run, but without laser rain in a third jump. Going over top of him. Ooh, doesn't get him on the other side. Steve getting a hard knockdown, going with the lingering, but he bunkers right the hell out. Oh no, the second orb is placed. Oh, so it's begun. 2 orbs, 3 orbs, 2 orbs again, a second orb at height. Oh god, there's 3 orbs down. Steve can't get in. He has to back up, but you never want to back up against Roa. It's the... Wait, I don't even know what are you supposed to do here. Oh no, Steve coming back down. Roa got 2 orbs down. Steve just has to slowly work his way in, and it's so hard. He keeps getting hot in his dash startup. Just because those orbs are air unblockable doesn't mean you should never jump. Melty Blood is a game where you don't have to choose between a double jump or an air dash. You can double jump and air dash, and with being a half moon character, he can stall his air movement with dodge. Maybe Len can stall air movement with icicles. When you're playing a character like that, sometimes it's not even, you don't really want to run along the ground at Roa. Sometimes maybe what you want to do is jump and then throw a move out that will stall your movement right before you think he's gonna pop. And the more moves you have to stall that jump, the more chances Roa has to fuck up if he guesses that you're gonna come down. And if he pops a single orb, he doesn't have time to place a second one if he thinks you're gonna punish him. He has to either pop his second orb, which you can block, forcing him to have no orbs, or he can try to cast your punish if you're getting greedy. It's a very slow, laborious process, and it's very difficult to play, but it is technically possible. Steve getting Roa, putting him back down. Oh, Roa doing the rising JA. Doesn't really care if he doesn't get a hit. Just putting himself on the other side of the map, getting those orbs up. I didn't update the score. Watch this shit. Gonna put a 1 up there and then update. Oh, there we go. See, right there. Stalls his movement, and then Roa isn't able to use the second orb in time to punish because while the orbs are... What is happening there? What is that eating the input so he can't get hit while he dashes up? Steve has the secret H-lane tech. H-lane hard counters Roa apparently with that. All he needs to do is get his arc drive again, and then, look, easy win. Just get your arc drive again, idiot. Anyway, coming in. Gonna hit him with a low. Oh, no. Is Roa... Oh, gets him with the counter hit. Gonna bring him up. Maybe he should have played... Maybe he should play F-lane and then just charge meter and throw an arc drive. Look at that. Goes for the... Oh, no, but he isn't able to punish it. Roa goes into max mode. Doesn't have to worry about doing unsafe resets because he does have a burst and he goes in and hits him with a low. I do believe Lowe's 2As are low, so they are good at catching people trying to jump out. Because you'll get him in that stand, in their stance, even if they're blocking right before they're able to jump. Whereas some characters with mids, you'll run up and you'll hit them with the mid, see they're standing, and then they'll go back to crouch because they tried to jump, but your mid didn't actually stop them from jumping because it didn't get them on the standing part while they were still grounded. Using those orbs, they do go about 95% across the screen, but that means there is a gap where if you're just far enough away, you can sit outside of the range. Unfortunately, h-len doesn't have a projectile. That's f-white-len. So, has a really hard time if he is at full screen. Can't really do much if he is at full screen. Doesn't know what he's going to get out of that. Insignis doesn't really feel the need to, you know, push him when he's doing that. Gets him in the corner, orbs off sides, Insignis bursts him, puts him back in the, well, heats him, puts him back in the corner, and uses the orb. Now he's going to use the plus frames of that, yep, put 2 more orbs, and then, you whip a normal, and Roa can just punish it from the air. It's like playing against c-say, except he doesn't, okay, he does kind of get full corner carry. What am I talking about? It's like playing against fucking c-say, but he doesn't, but like c-say doesn't have to set up an orb first. Where, you think you're safe. You always think you're safe against characters like c-say and Roa. And you're like, yes, Roa jumped and swung. Naturally, he'll have to land, or, yes, I can punish that, but he doesn't. You can't punish that, because they can just do whatever, control their ground space from the air after whiffing a move, and then it's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? It's like I said, some characters, you want to just kind of move around and try to get him out of position, like with Nanaya. Nanaya's got those really deadly footsies, so what you want to do is try to move around, be hard to hit, make it so that Nanaya has to move around as well, and then catch him when he puts himself out of position. But you're only out of position if they can hit you and you can't hit them. And some characters some characters, it's just really, really, really hard to put them in a position where you can hit them and they couldn't conceivably hit you. Sei is one of those characters. At any point in time, you think, oh, I'll punish Sei? No, ground pillar. Air unblockable as well. You use EX, it'll just go to wherever you are. Roa, you think you missed something? No, 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 there's an orb on the ground. I'm not out of position. You're out of position. f-miyako, look at that. She just overshot her JC and she's on the other side of the map. I think I'll run up and do a rising JA. Oh, no, you won't because her JC hits behind her, idiot. So it's like characters like that can be very, very hard to pin down because they're never really out of position. It's very like you really got to work to put them out of position, and so it's really, really fucking hard to wrap your head around just what you need to do in that matchup. So it looks like we're going to be doing plucking birds versus a Buena Tulaman. I'll send the pings out. Callouts. Oh fuck! Oh fuck! I clicked the wrong button. Let's CC versus Insignis and Regeci on stream, and then who do we have here? We have J236A and the Rizbeef team, so it's gonna be Steve and Matteo versus c-roa and Magemo off stream. So c-roa and Magemo versus Matteo and Steve. Alright, so Regici's got his, whatever first. Eika will... I remember CC and Regeci have very, very high ping to one another. So they might end up wanting to do Eika versus Regeci first round so that no one really has to play in delay. Maybe Insignis has delay to CC as well, though. So at the end of the day, we might end up having to run, you know, some kind of delay code, Melty Blood. I mean, it's unfortunate, but that's the downside of it's a downside of net play. When locals come back, that's gonna be awesome. Oh, I need to update the teams. Plucking birds, Eika, and Buena Tulaman. It looks like it's gonna be Regeci. It's trying to connect, but it's taking its sweet time. There we go. Yeah, they're gonna be playing in full rollback 0 delay. Four rollback 0 delay. So they're not gonna have to run any delay. It doesn't look like we just. Oh shit! I didn't look at who is who. Okay. Regeci is gonna be player 1. So Eika gonna play f-aoko? Wait for the game to roll up. Looks like Regeci gonna be running c-nanaya. Maybe he's picking f-aoko because it is a good matchup against a lot of all of Regici's characters. Like I said earlier, Nanaya, Tohno, Kohaku, deadly footsies. Not really a lot of neutral tools though. And Aoko doesn't have the deadliest footsies, but she has very good neutral tools. Orbs that can completely just like cut areas off. Alright, they're good to go. Orbs that completely cut areas off. f-aoko has a fireball, so once you have an orb set up, you can harass with the fireball. And if you hit people with enough fireballs, it really, really does start to add up. You can just kind of play this game with f-aoko, where you run under people and then throw a fireball to catch their landing. And if every time they jump, you just avoid their jump and then catch their landing with a fireball, eventually that shit really does start to add up. And it can be very annoying to play against, especially while you're trying to circumvent all the orbs that she can land on the map. Eika with a shield on the upside. Oh, Regeci DPing right through the orb that Eika sets. Eika with another shield counter, though. Gonna bring Regeci up. Gonna bring him back down. 1.9k damage. f-aoko does have kind of underwhelming shield damage, but I mean, she does so well in so many other places, it's not even like you can be like, oh, she needs that buff. Goes for a throw. Oh, it'd be ground text and just catch it with 5B. Regeci probably gonna die. Eika's just gonna go for a damage route. Yep, that's gonna be the end of him. Very fast round. Regeci dice rolled a bit and got punished for it. Trying to get away from Aoko, but wow, he's trying to like get away from Aoko, but Eika not really placing orbs or anything, just kind of like really staying stuck to him. He doesn't have the backdashes that f-tohno has, so you're able to use both of the air dashes that Aoko does to really stick to him if you want to. Regeci putting him down in the corner. Oh, Eika comes out with the DP, puts an orb down right in front of him. Reggie just DPs right through the orb, hits him with the low coming up. Regeci gonna bring him up, take him all the way down the other side of the corner. Regeci comes in, Eika jumping up above him, jumping over the top of him. What's he gonna do? Throw some fireballs. Fireballs do have a lot of recovery, so a lot of times if Aoko whiffs it, you can get in, not necessarily for free, but you can get in very close to her. Eika bringing her up, throwing a fireball, and then going with the EX fireball to build some... Oh no! Air throw! He caught the back jump out! Was he gonna be able to kill him in time? No! Super low health. Dashes, goes for a hard read on the DP. Is he gonna die for this? If Eika... No. Eika might have been... I think Eika could have killed him if he went for the optimal or bring down charge 5C route on f-aoko, but that route can be kind of tricky, and Eika doesn't main f-aoko, so I can totally understand him not wanting to go for that, especially with the fact that Aoko can just force her turns. Is a much safer option in that scenario to just throw him down, force your turn again with projectiles. Nanaya getting the first hit off of Eika, looks like off of an air throw, gonna put him down in the corner, get him with the side swap left-right, but doesn't actually hit him, goes for some rebeat pressure. Eika mashes out and gets him, is able to confront the combo though, Regeci sliding in, using the myriad slashes, but oh, every time he jumps, Eika's just shielding him. Gonna have to either try baiting that somehow if you can, because Eika's done it almost every time, gets counter hit by the first fireball. Eika gonna get like 4k damage off of this, 4.6k. Oh, Regeci mashes out, not respecting Eika's redash at all, but luckily Eika trying to bait a DP, so it's able for Regeci to actually get some pressure out there. Regeci in max mode, so he can burst out if he does end up getting hit. You're running some basic rebeat pressure, ends up hitting him with the counter hit, gonna bring him up, take him back down. Is he gonna run any mix? Oh no, Eika goes for shielding, Regeci's gonna dash up and low him, and he doesn't get him! Eika getting a little too comfortable maybe with all those shields he was successfully landing throughout the set, and he throws out another one when he's just too low, and Regeci ends up catching him for it. Oh no, double counter hit. Eika at this range maybe wants to play some more, maybe wants to throw a fireball, going for some avoidance, but Regeci's right on his tail. Gonna go with the DP, knocking him up in the air, goes with the fireball, hits him, Regeci gets hit by the second volley. Volley fires 5, which means Regeci just wasn't blocking. That wasn't even a true combo. Eika gets him with the low sweep coming in, gonna OTG him, doesn't have meter for a blue fire. Regeci goes for a DP and then makes it safe with slashes. Very good move. Coming up, gonna stay back in the corner, trying to kind of bait Eika to redash him, and it comes out successfully. Eika does redash him, and Regeci does come in, goes into heat to get some of that red health back. Now, got about half health, probably gonna take Eika about 2 good combos to kill Regeci. I don't think Eika can do enough damage off of, even with the optimal, I don't think he can do enough damage to kill him right here. Let's see, bringing him up. Maybe if he spends meter on, no. If he spent meter on the EXDP, I think it would have gotten him for more hits, more damage. But Eika able to come out and close out the round anyway. Eika 108 meter, Nanaya 43 meter. So Nanaya can't really do much off of any hits right now. He's gonna have to go for maybe a lower damage route that gives him some better Oki. But no, he's able to, wow, he builds meter fast. 121 meter already. Eika goes for a DP, but Regeci just baits it, just sits there blocking, waiting for him to kill himself. Gonna get some hard knockdown off of this. Goes for the left right. Where's he gonna go? Rinding on the right side, keeping Eika in the corner. Eika goes for a shield. Regeci hits him with the low. Regeci gonna bring him up. Not a lot of damage off of what will be a shield punish though. Fakes the serious stance, but then comes in, just kind of trying to like protect his space. Regeci doesn't really want to go in anymore. But oh no! I spoke too soon. Regeci definitely wants to go in. Gets counter hit, trying to catch Eika, protecting his space. Nanaya does have those deadly footsies. Like, Nanaya's footsies are much, much deadlier than Aoko's. Everyone acts like Aoko's 5D is this god button. It's amazing. It's a great button. It's got great frame data. It's got a bit of a disjoint. But here's the thing. Really easy to IAD over it, and it doesn't really have great range against characters who have deadlier footsies than you, which Nanaya does. You really have to utilize those orbs and those fireballs to get the upper hand against Nanaya. Trying to go toe-to-toe with him is almost always a bad idea as Aoko. Oh no, Regeci comes in with the slide, catching Eika, probably trying to jump out. Ground tech doesn't punish it, throws some fireballs, trying to force his turn, but Regeci gets clipped by the first fireball, so it's just kind of 100 meter, doesn't really go anywhere. Oh no, but Eika dashes in with the air dash, doesn't throw out a button, so he's not able to capitalize on F-Moon's 0 landing recovery, and then Regeci punishes the landing. So both rounds gonna go to a Regeci right there. Which means the next game is going to be Insignis versus CC. Insignis probably going to be on c-roa, CC on her h-aki. Alright, so Insignis' team. Whoop. Fuck. My pen stopped working. Okay, there we go. There we go. Gotta keep it written down somewhere so I don't end up forgetting, because I'm trying to do a better job of keeping the current score up on top of the screen, not the overall team score. And because of that, I lose track of the team score, so I need to keep it written down somewhere. Not sure if I should do overall team score on top, or if I should do per game score. Per game score, probably better. I don't know. Because at that point, like, if I'm doing team score up there, it's only there to remind me. So it's like, I don't know. The whole point of the scoreboard is so other people can see what the score is. Like, I'm sitting here with a fucking notebook. I know what the score is. So it's probably better to do it on a per game basis. So yeah, looks like CC is going to be running her h-aki, and I imagine Insignis is probably going to be doing a c-roa. He's gone c-roa every game I've seen this game. So, alright, they're good to go. So, probably gonna be running c-roa again. Not an easy matchup for h-aki here. Again, kind of like I've said earlier, my masker's on the screen. Like I said earlier, with h-roa, or c-roa, the only real counter to c-roa is never letting him do what he wants to do, which can be... Oh! Alright, f-tohno. Not c-roa, so fuck everything I was saying about c-roa. We're gonna go f-tohno. F-tohno is one of those characters with a very high damage output, and very deadly, well, not the crazy deadly footsies. His normals aren't as big as his counterparts, but he does have his 2C still, and the 2C does have better frame data on f-tohno. The thing about f-tohno, though, is that he commands airspace very, very well. His JB has 7 active frames, meaning you can jump at someone and throw it out, and by the time you reach him, it'll still be active at the max range you can hit him with, and his JC is a very good disjoint and reaches very far ahead. So, f-tohno, a character that plays who has very high damage and gets very good reward off of landing hits in neutral, but the downsides of him are that he gets virtually no Oki off of anything he does without sacrificing lots of damage, making it almost virtually never worth it. So that is the downside to f-tohno, is that he doesn't really get much Oki. Even on his own air throws in the corner, a lot of times you have to just kind of sit at a distance and keep playing that neutral game with them while they're in the corner. But it looks like he's doing, oh no, the side, not side swap, but the fact that CC's normal hit on both sides, end up catching him, coming down and getting him with the overhead, and then getting him 2 more hits, able to kill him. I was talking about f-tohno, so I wasn't really following the round, but here we go. Now everyone knows about f-tohno. High damage, awful Oki, good neutral. That's his thing. High reward for playing neutral well with the downside of no Oki. Getting stuck in the corner right now. Getting brought up, taken back down on the other side. Oh, trying to adjust his movement, coming back down, hits her. How much damage is he gonna get? I imagine probably 3.6k, 3.4k. Not great, but not really bad either. Oh, IADing right over her throw bake. Gonna be in heat though, so she's gonna get out of that. Going into max right now. So here's the thing. The thing about f-tohno is that he doesn't really do much with meter. So it's very not easy for him to go into heat. But when he does go into heat, he'll almost always either go into blood heat and threaten what he can out of blood heat, or he can FRC it to get all his health back. And him being one of the tankier characters in the game means that he can do that over and over and over again. But he's not able to really capitalize on it. CC just keeping him in the corner and really reading ahead to what he's going to try to do. Trying to jump out of the corner, put himself back, use the JB to protect himself, jump back over the top, but oh, CC jumps back, gets air thrown though, because he jumps back up and re-throws her all over back in the same corner. But oh, like I said, Tohno doesn't have very much frame advantage. So even once he lands hits off of his own neutral game, he can't follow up, and CC was able to just throw out a sweep, just willy-nilly. Doesn't really matter, because Tohno's gonna dash all the way over to me to hit me with his buttons again. It's not like he has any, like, other thing that he can do, really. So, Insignis trying to kind of stay back, but because of this, f-tohno does have one of the best backdashes in the game, which allows him to really put himself where he wants to be before he spaces what he wants to space. So that's really what his game plan is oh, goes over the top, she goes for a high shield, but he doesn't swing. Oh no, CC getting him out of the corner, mashing though. Tohno, again, I keep saying again, doesn't have great pressure. He has to rely a lot on redashes or corner protection. When she's about to go into heat, corner protection isn't going to do him much, so he has to go for a reset. CZ able to get him though, bring him to the other corner. Gonna be running some Oki. No, oh, relaunches him with the pick, goes invalid, goes with the ball Oki, goes for the high dash, gets it with the overhead, but he blocks it, goes with the pillar. I imagine the pillar's air and block ball, coming back down, hitting with the JV, going to 2-way. How much damage is he gonna get off of this? I imagine close to 4k. There we go, 3.9k. FRCs it to get all of his health back. They're at about even health pools, and they're very tanky characters, both of them. Probably gonna take 2 hits to kill, 2 hits from either one of them to kill the other one. Oh, JC starter! Again, gonna get big damage coming out of Tohno. Probably around 4k, again now 3.8k. But again, on a character as tanky as Akiha is, for the, like, amount of hits that Tohno does, that's a lot of damage. Protects his space with the myriad slashes. Catcher trying to jump out. It's a great button for catching people trying to jump out. And she gets caught out, dies for it. Tohno, first round going to him. CC catching him on the way down. A lot of this is just them just jumping around, trying to kind of re-space each other. CC wants to get behind Insignis because Tohno's a very one-way character. And if you ever get behind him, he can't really do much about that. So if he's in the air, on the ground, he doesn't really have anything that can go behind him. Oh, whereas CC's got these buttons that can hit behind her. So kind of, it seems like she's trying to position herself when they get in the air behind him before she throws her buttons, because it doesn't matter if they're both back-facing each other, she can capitalize on that, but Insignis can't. Insignis, though, catches her, bashing out of her pressure, goes in, gets the 3.9k damage out of it, goes into heat, is able to burst out. Oh no, but she comes in, baits it, isn't able to punish the burst though, so Insignis goes for a shield to try to punish her follow-up, and she punishes that instead. Really thinking far ahead, putting him into the corner, going in for the ribbon to keep himself plus, doing some just basic stagger pressure right. Insignis trying to jump out, puts himself back in the corner, doesn't want to jump into Aki, because while his B is his active button and his C is his far-reaching button, C has a lot more startup frames, and when Aki's throwing buttons out preemptively, it's very easy to counter hit him on the C. Gets him with the shield counter, trying to jump in at her, and that's just enough damage to finish him off. Next round, gonna possibly be the last round. Let's see what we can do here. Insignis coming up, getting knocked back down by Aki, going into heat. Now she can do something very dangerous. She'll just burst it, doesn't really care. Or maybe she'll spend it on meter, coming back up, bringing him back down. What's he gonna do? Go for the big fireball, going for the IED, catches him. What was he? Maybe he was trying to press 5A to knock her out, but he ends up getting hit in the process. Gotta bring him, take him back down. One more hit's gonna kill him. Goes for the fireball, Loki, doing some base stagger pressure, walking back, trying to bait a whiff. Oh no, but Insignis gets shielded, jumping out. I guess he threw a button and the shield crossed by the other side. One more hit's gonna kill him. Not a throw, but a hit will definitely kill him. Going up, just trying to space these JCs. Stay right outside of her effective range. Gets her with the JC, but not able to follow up. It's not a counter hit. Dashing in. No! Gets caught in his redash pressure by 2A, and that's going to be the end of him. Tohno doesn't really do much in the mid-screen with his pressure. He has to rely a lot on those redashes, and if you're willing to just kind of, especially with the high health Aki had at that point, say, fuck it, I'm going to risk possibly getting mashed out, and just, or getting staggered, and just take the mash. Sometimes it works out, and he gets mashed out. So, I believe Eika lost to Regeci, so that means next is going to be, yeah, so next match is going to be Reggie versus CC. The grand finals from last time happening, Regeci. I spelled it wrong. Happening in, this isn't even like quarterfinals. Okay, maybe it's quarterfinals. I don't really know. No, this is semifinals. So the grand finals from last tournament happening semifinals right now. Regici's got his host up, so let's get in there. It's probably going to be delay in this one. I recall Regeci and CC are very far away from each other, so they're probably going to be playing with 1, maybe 2 frames of delay. The classic Undernight in-birth experience. Oh man, 1 or 2 frames of delay would be nice in Undernight, wouldn't it? But no, at least, man, I need to remove my delay limit? I don't have a delay limit on my caster right now. It just says you're not in a game. Maybe she was talking to Regeci? Let me see if I have a delay limit set on this thing. 6 settings. I think she's talking to Regeci, but I'm gonna check to make sure it's not me anyway. Blah 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 blah. Oh, there it is. Allow max network delay 7. I'll make it 8. Yeah, 8's the max delay I'll allow. All right. Nobody better try joining me with their 9 delay, because I only let 8 in. But, yeah, what was I talking about? I don't even remember. But, yeah, no, it looks like Regici's removing his delay limit, gonna get CC in. Let me think, grand finals, it was grand finals for, oh yeah, that's right, I was shit-talking delay-based netcode. Man, it would be nice if, like, you'd play Uniclear, and, it was only 2 frames of delay, wouldn't it? But no, it's like, it's always, like, 3 or 4, and then 3 is nice enough, but, like, once it hits 4, you're basically playing a guessing game, and then it's constantly, like, fluctuating as well. You can't even, like, get fucking, like, 4 frames of delay stable. It's always, like, 4 frames of delay against, like, Phonon on Fountain, so the game is constantly dropping frames, trying to, like, because Eunice is one of those games that has net play stages, because it tries to, like, sync the particle effects from the stages with both people, and that adds more delay. Oh god, it's awful. Yeah, fuck delay-based netcode, dude. It's horrible. It's horrible. You win a game with delay-based netcode, and then you're like, man, I just won. Why am I still so fucking upset? Like, it's just fucking not fun to play in. Alright, they're good to go. So thank God for Melty Blood, right? Thank God for Strive coming out soon. I'm excited for Strive. Like, actual rollback in a fucking modern fighting game that isn't like Killer Instinct or something that a lot of people just won't play for some reason. It'll be fun. Anyway, talking on to this game, we have CC versus Regeci. Regeci running his c-nanaya, and CC on her h-aki. Nanaya, one of those characters with, again, the deadly footsies, and Aki probably doesn't want to aggress too hard on him, but she does have his first hit, so she is going to aggress on him. Put him over into the corner right about now. She didn't get the ball Oki on top of him. Nanaya DPing right out in the middle of the stagger pressure, going in for his basic Nanaya stagger pressure, running his rebeats, jumping back in, jumping, air dashing back, trying to bait a shield but doesn't get it. Gets her with stagger pressure, but now she's in heat. She doesn't really care if she gets hit. She's free to do something riskier, maybe aggress on him a bit. Coming in down. Heat's about to run out though. She's gonna make something to do with it. Regeci just backing up, just trying to completely avoid her when she's in. He doesn't want anything to do with her. Knocks her up. Now Regeci's in max, using that max meter to just kind of like, you know, blow it on some hard knockdown. Not a big deal. Goes for the left right. Ends up on the right side. Oh no! But he DPs her in the middle of his own pressure. Big Ball's move to just be like, yeah, I know my pressure is minus. I'm just gonna DP in my own pressure. Like, what is he doing? Guy's an absolute madman. Goes in for the OTG. Gets her with the, probably goes for a left right. She probably thinks he's gonna land on the left side. Lands on the right side. Gets her with the two-way. First round's gonna go to Regeci. Alright, round 2, here we go. CC jumping in, trying to like kind of aggress but not overcommit really, because Nanaya able to really punish mistakes, really has those deadly footsies to really close in if he has to. Putting a pit down on top of Nanaya, so he's able to avoid it, just backdashing. Regeci really playing this game of avoidance. Doesn't really seem like he wants to approach CC. It seems like she's perfectly content approaching him. So Regeci, despite the fact that Nanaya is usually the one approaching, and Akiha tends to be the character who wants to kind of play back, is the one who seems to be playing on the back, like the defensive this game. Regeci going for the hard knockdown, gonna get her in the corner. What's he gonna do? What kind of mix-up's he gonna run? The left-right gets her this time with it on the right side. Didn't know where he was gonna be coming from. Ends up getting her, putting back down in the corner. Doesn't really get Oki off of this though. No! The JB misses on him and he catches her out with the 2A. 1 health. Oh, and he gets her with the command grab. Any hit will get her. I was gonna say any hit will get her, and he just, boom, slides right in between the A mash and gets her with the command grab. Unfortunate for CC. First game gonna go to Regeci. Alright, here we go. CC coming up, hitting him with a button, but isn't able to capitalize on it. Putting him in the corner. Both can counter hit, but Regeci's able to get on the upper end of that because he knocked her out of the air. Throwing her in the mid-screen. Goes for a fast fall mix. She doesn't fall for it, though. Protecting his space with the slashes. Maybe the reason CC has been on the one of the aggressive this game is because, unlike c-aki, she doesn't really have the neutral tools that let her run away as much. So she's got to kind of just really get on Nanaya and try to not let up. Putting him down in the corner. Gonna go for... Oh, no! He gets hit by the fireball! No one's getting hit by that yet this game. Usually everyone's been respecting it, but Regeci ain't gonna respect that shit. Blocks that in the air, but isn't able to come down and push it in time. Doesn't land fast enough, they bash back in. Gets her with the stagger pressure, but doesn't actually capitalize on it. Clips her a little bit, but just the air throw kills him. Right out of the air, doesn't even need to follow up on it. Gold air throw, bringing him back down into the corner and taking him out. Alright, CC coming in, Regeci throwing those moves out, but again, Nanaya has got these really good moves in neutral in the air. They command a lot of space, they're relatively active, but they're all angled downwards. So if CC's able to get above him, Nanaya's gonna have a really hard time actually doing anything about her. OTGing him, knocking him back down into the corner, getting about 1.9k damage, DPing her out of the corner, going to EXDP for more Oki. She techs into him, thinking he's gonna chase her, but she doesn't chase him. He's put down to the corner. Nanaya not getting a lot of damage on this though. Fast fall mix, doesn't fall for it, jumps up, comes back down. Nanaya going all the way back. He doesn't want to approach anymore. Alright, you want to have the whole mid-screen? I'll let you have the whole mid-screen. I got the HP advantage. She says, okay, cool, thanks for the mid-screen. And she puts him all the way back in the other corner. Nanaya, though, mashing right out, gonna use that to get a hard knockdown on her. Where's he gonna go at it from this? Just some basic, lows into some stagger pressure, sliding back in with the stagger pressure. Oh, goes for a throw. Is he gonna try to bait a throw break? No, no baiting throw breaks. He's just gonna throw, and then he goes in for the mash, trying to catch her on the redash. Alright. Final round. Both are about even. Nanaya gets the initial first hit, put her in the corner, but then he gets sideswap, put back. Oh no! She starts a shield and coming down, but he misses his normal. I don't know. You can act like maybe he thought he would shield, but it looked to me like he just missed, and while CC had the right read, she got punished for it. Hate it when that kind of stuff happens. Nanaya, though, coming out on top of it, gonna put her all the way down on the other side of the corner, it looks like. Not really gonna be able to follow up on it, though. Nanaya doesn't really get too much off of air throw. Gets a gold air throw, though, bringing her back down. Man, CC not having a good time right now. Regeci just gonna play relatively safe, just protect his space, because he doesn't really need to go in. CC is gonna get all that health back, though, after going into heat. Gets him with the left, right, and she does have meter 2 spare on this now. Is she gonna go into meter for some extra damage? Gonna bring him up, take him back down? No, gonna spend the meter on the EX Orboki. Doesn't really get a hit, though, but she is forcing Regeci to respect it. Regeci almost at max, though. Can burst if he wants to. Looks like he's gonna save it, though. Just mashes right out. It looks like if Aki gets hit, the orb just disappears. Looks like you don't need to respect that as much as everyone was. Everyone found that out. Look at that. Now everyone knows how to beat CC. Just don't respect the orb. Easy win, am I right? Anyway. Anyway, Regeci gets her with the counter hit. Take her up, bring her back down. One more hit's gonna kill her. She tries to backdash, clips him out of here. She air grabs him. Back down. Regeci can't burst this because it was an air throw. DP's not enough to kill him. One more hit's gonna kill either of them. Regeci trying to play safe, but goes for the DP. Makes the DP safe. Has all of his meter left. CC trying to catch him. Regeci jumping back, protecting space. Goes for the DP. DP misses. So many things. So many punishable frames, but no one's in a position to actually punish any of these things. CC goes for the air throw. Oh god. So many frames of empty, but Regeci's just too high up. Tries to punish it when he lands, but he was so high up that he wasn't able to capitalize on all the recovery she had after whiffing the air throw, and she's able to punish him for that. So the second game is going to go to CC. Man, that last 10 seconds was insane. So many high commitment moves with so many whiffing frames that, like, no one could punish because just no one was in position, yet no one could hit each other with the moves either. It was fucking insane. Regeci doing his, like, you know, normal Nanaya mid-screen pressure, dashing in, dashing out, using his forward-moving normals to kind of keep himself in while keeping the spacing he wants outside of CC's normal range. Gonna hit her, bring her back down with a hard knockdown. Gonna go for the, maybe a left-right, just, oh my god! I thought he was gonna land on the left side, but he ended up on the right side. What the hell is that? I hate those mix-up. I can never block those. CC getting brought up, gonna brought back down, gonna, I don't know what to say. She just gets brought back down. I'm speaking too fast for myself to think, because I started thinking about how, you know what happened? I stopped watching the game, and I started thinking about how it's such a bitch to block those left-rights as an H-moon and a full-moon character, because you don't know what side they're going to land on, but you're like, I know they're going to use an A button to catch me on the left-right, so if you shield it, you still have to be able to know what side they're going to land on for your shield to correct to that side, whereas C-moon can auto-correct. So those left-right mixes are fucking painful to block as H-moon and full-moon characters, because you can't even shield them, which is the one thing a C-moon character would do, and then just auto-correct to the right side to punish for. Anyway, CC hitting Regeci, bringing him down to a little less than half health, using that Orboki. Regeci respects it, using some base. Oh, she jumps. Regeci puts her back down to the corner. He's to get some of that red health back. Gonna come back down, put her in block stun, protecting some space with the slashes. Tries to dash back in, but CC catches him, reading these redashes, putting him back into the corner. Gonna just get some OTG, not really able to bring him up. Stagger pressuring, gonna whiff a move. You know, it's, you could really tell that they're having to play in delay, because there are some things where it's like, you've seen them do it all tournament, and then occasionally they'll do it and it just doesn't work, and it's like, huh, that's weird. Like, the spacing just was slightly off, and you can tell it's just because those, like, 2 frames of delay are really, really messing with them. It's really hard for them to, like, to play with no delay for so long, then to have to go into 2 delay, and it's like, oh shit, like, my timings are all off, and sometimes moves just don't come out, or they come out at the wrong time, or you're finding it a lot harder to space your pressure. Regeci just sitting there throwing 2 A's out. He wasn't even in range to hit anybody, and she just dashed right into it. I don't know what the hell's happening right there. He's just farming melty coins off the air, but now, 1 hit's gonna kill either of them. Oh no! Oh, and he lands after getting counter hit by 2-way, able to pick it up. I didn't think she was gonna be able to capitalize on it, but she was able to. So, this is the last round. Whoever wins this, gonna end up winning the set. CC coming up, Regeci EX blocking, gonna put him into the corner. Yeah, he's able to block a bit of it. Coming up, hits him but isn't able to capitalize. Regeci comes out with a shield, but she isn't able to punish the recovery of his landing. Regeci gonna get a hard knockdown, using the EX meter to get that hard knockdown, but she's able, no, it's not a hard knockdown. You can just ground tech that. I thought it was a hard knockdown. Look at how stupid I am. Regeci comes down, counter hits her with the JB, gonna come back in with those knives. Not a hard knockdown, apparently, no, it is a hard knockdown because he uses the sweep. That's what makes it a hard knockdown. Okay, Regeci coming in, hitting her with, something. I wasn't paying attention. I stopped looking at the screen for a second, and Regici's already got her in the corner again. Bringing her up, taking her back down. One more hit's gonna kill her, but will a throw. Now she's at range where a throw could kill her, but unlike C-moon, she can't just go into heat and get this health back. She's gonna have to work for it. Although if she does get the health back, she can give herself 2 more combos of leniency against Regeci's Nanaya. Just putting some pits down. She doesn't really want to go overcommit too hard, because like I said, 1 more is gonna kill. Oh, there we go! Hit him! Going into heat. She's gonna get all that red health back. Regici's gonna have to hit her 2 more times now if he wants to get a kill. And Regeci, health being brought low enough, the 2 more combos gonna kill him. CC now feeling a lot more comfortable. No, he DP. He's trying to disrespect it. No, how's it gonna happen? Regeci in max. She tries to bait the burst. No! Regeci doesn't burst, and he catches her trying to come back in a restart of pressure after the failed burst bait. Regeci with 200 meter, gonna be able to heat or go into max soon, but it doesn't even matter. Gets her with some stagger pressure, brings her up, and then that's gonna be the game. So it looks like Regeci and Insignis' team gonna be moving on to the finals. Let's see. So I think it was Plucking Birds won 1 game, Buena Tula won 2. Yeah, because CC won hers, and then had to come back around and play Regeci. So that means now we're going to... What the hell? Has Paddu and the others not finished their game yet? They haven't updated the challenge. Paddu, it's Paddu versus... No, it's not Paddu. That's not Paddu at all. That's J236A is Steve and Matteo. Alright, they did finish, they just didn't update the challenge yet, so, J23A1, okay. So it looks like now it's gonna be Paddu versus J23A. Paddu's team versus J23. Did they play already once this game? No, they haven't. So this is going to be 2 new people. Cool. Awesome. I love it. Let's get the call-outs going. We're going to go at Paddu and at Vilka. I want to see more Vilka. All the matches Vilka plays are really hype. f-miyako is a fun character to watch. We gotta get Vilka further in this tournament and see more of him. And then Steve. Oh no, that's Saber. Whoops, I don't want to ping him. Steve, there it is. He's right next to him. I just misclicked. Steve and Matteo. Oh shit. Oh crap, what have I done? There we go. No. Alright. So Vilka says he's gonna go first. So it's gonna be Vilka versus... I need to put the team names in. I always keep forgetting to put the team names in. J236A. And it's gonna be... Okay, so J236A, Matteo versus... What is Paddu's team name again? The Northern War, Vilka. Let me get the stream control out. Northern War, Vilka. Set the score to 0. Set the score to 0. Save. Oh, look at that. And it updates. No, it's not updating. Please update. Don't break. There we go. Look at that. Ho, ho, ho. Alright. Alright. Let's see who's going to be player 1, who's going to be player 2 in this set. Alright, so, oh, yes, of course. Hatsune Miku fan is going to be player 1 versus Vilka. So this isn't Matteo at all. This is Hatsune Miku fan, everyone. Yeah, there we go. Vilka's going to be playing his f-miyako, as I expected. Matteo going to be playing his c-akiha, as I expected. One of those matchups where Vilka's going to be the aggressor in this matchup, for sure. Aki's going to want to try to zone with the ribbons, and even if she wasn't zoning, she does have those bigger normals, which means, okay, they're good to go. Which means she's probably going to be wanting to kind of wait outside of Vilka's range to hit him, trying to approach her. Vilka just going to be trying to get in, and then maybe push her into the corner, use the corner kind of as a weapon to make it so that she can't move back anymore, and then catch her out and protect the corner with the really, really active normals and the really high active frames that Miyako gets off of her jumping normals. It's probably going to be the game plan we're going to see going on here. Although Miyako, one thing about Miyako is that being one of the highest damage characters in the game, she doesn't really care that Akiha is one of the highest damage resistant characters in the game. Because when your character just casually does 5k, it doesn't fucking matter how much defense you have. So here we go. There, like I said, Matteo just kind of jumping around backwards, trying to get out of Vilka's way, and Vilka just trying to find his way in, but he gets caught coming in on Matteo, throwing out a long normal, gonna knock him down, gets it, ooh, catches Vilka trying to jump out, Vilka trying to come in, oh, my game lagged a bit. Catching Vilka, trying to jump out. Vilka trying to get back, looking for those spaces to kind of slide under. Slides under, catches him on the landing. I don't think the ribbon has landing recovery, but Matteo probably tried to push a button. Vilka doesn't able to pick up the combo entirely, but able to get some of that stagger pressure out there. Hitting with the stagger pressure. Oh no! The kick misses. I don't know if it didn't link properly or what. Why is my game keep slowing down? Maybe they have a bad connection to one another. Anyway. Ribbon coming down, Miyako's, like you can see, just Miyako just jumping up, using the corner as a weapon, just jumping up, using those really active normals to try to keep Matteo in the corner, but Matteo finds his way out of the corner and is using the ribbons to kind of break his space, but Vilka finds his way in under the ribbon, gonna knock him into the corner, 2.4, 2.7, sideswapes him, no, it looked like he was gonna be on the right side, he came out of the left, good thing that Matteo bursted, he didn't want to take that mix-up, I didn't want to take that mix-up, no one would have fucking blocked that shit, that was insane to see, it was so dirty, Vilka coming up, coming back down, is he gonna be able to kill him in time? Let's see, 3.7k, not a lot, but all he needs is one throw, oh, goes for this, he's probably trying to tick throw him, and Matteo, he's just mashing. I don't care. You think I want to get tick throwed? Idiot. Gonna bring him up. Bring him back down. One more hit's probably gonna kill either of these characters. Matteo doesn't redash in. Just uses the ribbon. He's not even gonna try to approach Vilka. He knows how fucking dangerous that Miyako's reversal options can be. He's just trying to stay away, and then Vilka dashes it, gets him with the really active JC on the recovery of the ribbon that he had angled downwards. No, it was a pit. He threw a pit down. That's why he got hit. There we go. Matteo all the way putting himself back into the corner. Vilka running in, doing some base stagger pressure. ID's over. And here's the thing. Like I said with Miyako, it's really hard to put her out of position because she has those normals to hit on both sides. So even if you air dash over the top of somebody, you can just push whatever button, bam, hit him, start your pressure, and bring him over to the other corner. Gotta start getting him with a counter hit. Not a lot of damage. So no! I take that back. I didn't think it was gonna be a lot of damage because he had knocked him on the ground, but apparently Miyako's got those really good OTG routes, comes in for the air dash, trying to bait a shield but not gonna have it, so Matteo ends up using an A button to try to kind of get some pressure back. But Matteo still stuck in this corner, and Vilka just policing that space with those really, really active normals. Matteo builds a bit of space though with the ribbons. Vilka coming back in, hitting with the low, coming in. Vilka, no, not Vilka. Matteo probably thought he was gonna hit him high, but Vilka just comes in, hits him with the low. I'm almost positive there might be a exception to this rule, but I'm almost positive that all F-Moon characters, or at least most F-Moon characters, have low 2As. So with you mix a low 2A with no landing recovery, it's very, very easy for these F-Moon characters to just air dash in, whiff a button on purpose to like capitalize on no landing recovery, and then hit him with a low instantly. Here we go, Vilka hitting with a low counter hit, gonna OTG him. Probably if last combo was anything to say, no, I was gonna say 3.7, but he's gonna get 4.1k damage. Coming with some basic stagger pressure, gonna have to redash soon. He's gonna go for a throw soon. Oh no, hits him with the counter hit. That's the problem, is that you don't want to respect Miyako's grabs, because if you start respecting Miyako's throws, oh, there we go. She's a grappler. She's gonna grapple you. She's gonna throw you and do a lot more damage off of her throws than almost any other character can get off of their throws in this game. So you don't want to respect her throws, but the second you mash against her, you just fucking take 4k damage. It's insane. Vilka bringing him all the way over to the corner. Doesn't matter that you're in here. One more comb's gonna kill you. Hits him with a charged overhead. This is gonna be the end of him. No way anyone's surviving a move off of that. I think you can get like 5k off of that. There was no way he was going to be surviving off of Vilka hitting with that charged overhead. Gonna come up now, gonna hit it with the load. Vilka able to block it though, dashing and blocking the ribbons. That's the thing with those ribbons. You block them on the outside, they're really, really plus. You can't really capitalize. I'm getting counter hit by a ribbon, but not able to pick up on it. Either way, Vilka ends up mashing. Doesn't follow up on it though. Vilka sitting outside of his range, does have a health disadvantage, so Matteo doesn't really want to go in. There we go. You can see he's just trying to avoid. Game froze, so it looks like he dropped his combo on accident. But Vilka goes with the DP, doesn't punish the DP. I wonder how much landing recovery that has. Gets it with a sweep though. Gonna bring him up, take him back down. No, not gonna take him back down. Vilka just look at it. Oh, misses his button on the way down, and then he's able to get counter hit. Vilka just trying to find these. Man, the game keeps freezing. It's probably gotta be frustrating for them to play. And if it's happening on their end too. I think that maybe the connection between them is just kind of rocky. Gonna come up, bring him back down. How much damage is he gonna get out of this? 3.7k seemed about right. No, but he missed the button. Counter hits him out of the air though. How much damage is he gonna get off of this? Probably, oh no, and the game freezes. It's so hard to watch. I hate seeing it happen. But he's gonna bring him up, bring him back down. Vilka just going for, yeah, a safer option. Gonna try to keep him in the area. Goes for a reset on his air tech, but isn't able to catch it. Matteo pulling himself all the way back into the corner. Vilka just going from one corner to the next. Gets it with the second kick of the high kicks. Is that gonna kill him? Yep, gonna spend some meter, and that's gonna kill him. Matteo being brought back down. Miyako, one of those characters that you always think just barely, okay, that's punishable. Okay, the pressure's done now. And then she secondly just got a second hit out. And that kick is really hard, because on some characters, the second hit whiffs. So you want to duck it and then punch when she lands. But on some characters, the second hit hits even when you crouch. But then there's some spaces where even characters I've heard where it's supposed to whiff, it just doesn't. It's kind of all over the place. Miyako is one of those characters that it's really hard to get a beat on her. And she jumps slightly higher than other characters, so you mix that in with the fact that she's got that really high throw damage, she's got that really high base damage, she's like a grappler that you can't respect, but at the same time, like, has the mobility of characters who aren't generally grapplers. So, once she gets in and she gets in your head, there's almost no coming back. She's absolutely fucking insane. Next game, well, absolutely fucking insane once she gets in. As we've seen in the past, like in the last tournament when it was Vilka versus Insignis, and Insignis was just using really, really good spacing. With her normals and neutral, if you space her right, she just can't get the hell in, and it can be very painful. So, great character and pressure. Very, very, very hard time in neutral if the other person is really, really astute at punishing everything you're throwing at him. So, let's update the top. It's going to be Paddu versus Steve. Paddu probably going to be playing c-nero, Steve going to be playing h-w.len. I don't know how that matchup is going to go, really, because normally what stops c-nero from doing what c-nero wants to do in neutral is projectiles. h-w.len doesn't have projectiles. h-w.len has those icicles that is really, really good at protecting space and really, really good at stopping people from approaching you. But they have a really, really hard time actually aggressing on people with those. They're good at, like, protecting corner space once you've got someone in the corner. They're good in neutral. My game is fucking frozen. Oh, yeah, it just crashed. Look at that. And it doesn't matter. Really good. Oh, okay, it looks like the game crashed for them, too. So, those icicles that h-w.len has are really, really good at keeping people in the corner. Really good at stopping people from approaching on you. But if you're just sitting there on the opposite side of the screen going, yeah, here's some icicles, yeah, here's some icicles, and Paddu ends up summoning a snake or a deer and then moving in, it doesn't really matter if you have the icicles because the snakes don't care about the ice. They'll move in, they'll hit you, and then c-nero summons cleanup for him while he just slides right in, and then he ends up running what he wants to run. At the same time, though, I don't really think h-w.len has the really deadly footsies that, like, 2B... That like her yo-yo move on like c-w.len or f-w.len can really grant her. So once c-nero like does have the spacing he wants, I think it's really hard for h-w.len to actually get in with just normals as well. So it's... I'm just kind of rambling at this point because I'm trying to fill space until the game starts. But, yeah, no, this is probably a hard matchup for h-w.len because she's really good at stopping people from coming to her. But when she wants to go to other people, she probably has a bit of a hard time with that, especially against a character like c-nero, who is just aggressively unapproachable. Alright, they're good to go. But we'll see how it works out. Steve's been playing really well this tournament, catching people off, not respecting anyone's wake-up, or not respecting anyone's Oki, and everyone thinks he's gonna do it. He hasn't respected anyone's Oki all game, and everyone keeps thinking he's gonna do it, and then he never does. So someone's got to stop letting him get away with that, and maybe that person's going to be Paddu. Here we go, counter-hitting Paddu out of the air. Maybe that's what he wants to do, just kind of keep using those forward-moving normals to stop Paddu from Paddu's air aggressions. But here we go, uses the Fast Snake. Fast Snake's unable to cover his approach, so Steve going to take him up and bring him back down using a delay icicle, keeping Paddu in that corner. c-nero does have those slower buttons, even though they are bigger, so it's really, really hard for him to actually mash out of pressure. Steve trying to get him with the air unblockable, but he's not able to grab him. Uses the arc drive to kind of like stop that ground space, but Paddu has his second jump. Able to put him in the corner with biohazard. Alligator Mouth bringing him down, fully air unblockable, pulling his hitbox back, ducking him down. Actually insane button. Deer's gonna come back for a second hit. There's a third hit. Paddu grabs him. Oh no, the alligator mouth catching the out tech. You can't really just tech against c-nero like that. Any kind of airborne movement or jumping against c-nero in the corner is so dangerous because of his buttons. And then, oh, the deer is able to catch the DP. So it looks like Steve might have to start respecting some people's Oki. Steve coming in over the top. c-nero just ducks right under the top of him and punishes his landing. Doesn't have the full moon privilege of having 0 landing recovery, so Paddu able to punish those few frames where he's vulnerable upon landing. Putting a deer down. That's going to be a triple hit deer. Snake coming up. Deer coming in for the third hit. Paddu going with the alligator mouth. Rebeating, catching the alligator mouth. Deer coming out. Alligator mouth coming out. Look at all these summons. Too far out for a bunker. Paddu just controlling space, and fucking Steve can't do anything. He's just stuck in the corner fighting his zoo, but he's able to get a counter hit on Paddu, bring the game back to the mid screen, putting out that delayed icicle to build some space. Just kind of throwing out these delayed icicles to slowly work his way in. But at the same time, there we go. Gets a DP, is able to counter hit on it though. Gets a counter hit on Paddu, coming back down. Gonna put Paddu in the corner. Now it's time for him to make Paddu feel the pain. Paddu stuck in the air, is able to hit him, bring him back down, bounce him up off the ground, taking him up. Is he gonna get a hard knockdown? No, Paddu's gonna tech up in the air, tries to anti-air him, but he wasn't heat, so it doesn't really matter that Paddu was able to hit him. Coming with the negative edge snake. Paddu coming with the alligator mouth. Deer, alligator mouth, trying to jump against c-nero. Again, so difficult, because that alligator mouth pulls c-nero's hitbox back, anti-airs people with the alligator mouth. His hits really high, really far, really plus, does a lot of guard damage, and H-Moon can't EX guard, so you have to take all that guard damage that the alligator mouth brings out. It's really hard for some characters to deal with. Some characters just can't deal with it. And as an H-Moon character, if you don't have the meter to bunker out and you can't EX guard c-nero out off of moves like the alligator mouth, you kind of just have to take it, and I can imagine it's really hard. It really tries your patience. Bringing him up after a counter hit, taking him back down. Paddu's stuck in the corner right now. This is where Steve wants him. Using a delayed icicle to get some okay. Oh, hits him! I wonder if that's an overhead. It had to have been. I didn't see Paddu stand, and he still got hit. Don't know why you wouldn't be blocking if there's an icicle on top of you. Hits him with the counter hit down. Oh, he's not respecting the amount of plus frames the icicle gives him. Oh, no. But no, he's trying to do, what is he doing? I didn't know what was going to happen. I thought he was going to throw him to avoid the snake, but no, then he did what I thought was a shield, but it was a bunker. Bunker misses, and the negative edge snake catches him. Paddu putting him in the corner. Gonna run some birds. Maybe he's gonna get a 50. Here comes the fuzzy, probably. No! Paddu jumps right over and baits him with the negative edge snake. Gonna put him back down. Paddu has meter for birds. Is he gonna use it? Is he gonna use it? Gonna hit him with the DP. Paddu gets counter hit out of here. Is that gonna be enough? No. Goes into heat. Steve is gonna have to go into heat to build that meter up before he can go in. Shields him out of the air. Gonna bring him up. Take it back down. No, misses. Steve wants to get all that health back because right now any stray hit's gonna kill him. But he needs to get that meter, and he can only get that meter if he hits him, and Paddu just walks right up and throws him because he has to respect all the summons that were out. Steve running it against Paddu, having a hard time. Going for the air unblockable icicles. Actually gonna hit him. Is he gonna get a combo off this? 2k. Is he gonna get 3k? 2.8k. c-nero, high defense modifier. Gonna use a normal icicle, and then he stops his redash, but isn't able to pick up on it. Oh no, but tried to use an air move against Biohazard, putting him all the way in the other corner, even though Paddu didn't make it pick up on the hit and make it a full combo. Brings him all the way to the other corner. c-nero's corner carry is insane. Air dashes right over the top of that bird and hits him. Gets him with the command grab. h-w.len having the longest command grab in the game. It's actually insane how far it can go. It outranges a lot of characters 2Cs. I mean, you can't even mash it properly a lot of times. Goes in for the big DP, but Paddu isn't in close enough to punish it. c-nero being one of the lesser mobile characters. Hits him with the outside of the tentacle, but isn't able to follow up on it. Oh no, we got a snake coming in. Negative edge snake. Puts him in block stun. Blocking the deer high. Using the alligator mouth. Is he gonna go for a 50-50? Negative edge snake. No, not a negative edge snake. Should have been a negative edge snake though. It would have actually hit him, unfortunately. Mantis Arm bringing him up. Biohazard taking him back down. c-nero just using this really safe pressure. He does have birds. He's gonna go for a 50-50. Ooh, just gets him, hits him with a low, but he's on it, blocking it. Uses his bunker, but he doesn't have meter to turn it into a bunker he can use at a block stun. Right now, Steve is gonna have a very hard time because, like I said earlier, when you can't EX block and you don't have the meter to to bunker out as H-Moon. If you don't have a move that can directly contest something Nero wants to do, Nero can just sit here and have his way with you in the corner, just like that, and there's really not much you can do about it. And it just says my game crashed, but it also looked like someone hit rematch. So, okay, yeah, GG's. Thought that was on my side. So, Paddu won his round, and I believe, yeah, Vilka won his round. So that's going to be the Northern War. 2-0. And now it's going to be Paddu's team versus Eika and CC in the losers finals. We're not gonna do so here's the thing, should we do first to 3 instead of first to 2 because it's losers finals, or should we just do the normals until we get to grand finals? I'll do the callouts anyway, but like Eika at CC. Let's see. Ping the matchmaking. Oh wait, Vilka had to leave. Okay. If you're alone now, then we're just gonna make it like you entered solo. So it looks like Vilka has to odd stacked against the humble Nero player. So it looks like Vilka has to tag out. Won't be able to play anymore. So Paddu is gonna be on a team all by himself right now. He's gonna have to beat both CC and Eika. We're just gonna do first to 2. We're not gonna do first to 3. We'll do first to 3s in grand finals. So let me get in here. Paddu versus Eika. Let's swap these. Fucking birds, Eika 0-0. So yeah. So oh wait a minute. Look at that. I can change it to say losers final. But yeah. So Paddu loses once, he's out, but he has to win twice because now the rules are basically set as if he was entering by himself. All right, they're good to go. Eika ran h-hisui against Paddu in the first time they played earlier in the tournament, but he ended up losing the set. So Eika not playing h-hisui right now, bringing out the f-sei. Maybe he thinks that playing a lockdown character is going to work better against Nero, because Nero definitely being one of those characters that you just want to get in and never let him get out, because playing neutral against him is miserable. Getting him in with the initial JA hit, gonna bring him back down. Shielding is JB, gonna start. How much damage does f-sei get off of that? I know she can loop it like 4 or 5 times, but I don't know how much damage exactly it gets. Either way, hitting him, completely avoiding the snake, using the ring oki, going for a high-low, gets him with the low, but Nero blocks it. Gets him with the stagger pressure. Oh no, but he isn't able to pick up on it, and Nero just techs right out. Yo, tries to get it with the 5-8, coming out with the JB and hitting him. Coming in with the rings. Those jumping rings are plus, so a lot of times you will see oh my god, and the negative edge snake actually still active. Nero, unlike Aoko, who her negative edge orbs, when they're out, they disappear. She takes rounded block stun. None of Nero's summons, even the negative edge ones, disappear if he takes rounded block stun. So, that negative edge snake he placed earlier, even though Eika used iframes to go over the top of it, ended up getting pushed back out and then brought back into the snake's range. Using that ring, go for a left-right. Oh no, but Paddu just mashes out. Isn't able to pick up on it though. Eika jumps up thinking he's gonna JB him, and Paddu just falls with a delayed JB and hits him. Air shielding, very risky, because while you can hold shield with F-Moon on the ground, you can't do it in the air. So, if you ever jump an air shield, you're really playing this game of like, you're really playing the game where the ball is in the other person's court, because all they have to do is slightly delay a jumping button, like Paddu just did right there, and they'll knock you right out of the air for trying to counter them. Eika, though, trying to shield it, has to take the birds. It ends up getting hit by the birds, but only 400 damage. A pretty good trade. Puts the ring in the mid-screen, goes for a left-right. Paddu ends up blocking the left-right, though. Eika coming with plus frames, gets Paddu with the last hit. Paddu attacks out. Eika getting with the counter hit. Paddu trying to challenge Eika's chase. going left to right. These rings are really doing a good job of keeping Paddu in place once Eika gets his hits in. Eika coming in with another hit, gonna knock him down, put another ring on top. Again, rings do a great place of keeping Paddu in place, making it so he can't move, and Eika can have his way in pressure. But the thing is that none of the mixes actually hit Paddu yet this whole set. So the rings, while they're doing work at keeping Paddu there and giving Eika lots of chances, when Eika does land hits, he's not really getting a ton of damage off of them. Spoke too soon though, he comes right in with the ring, right over the top of the deer using iframes and hits c-nero. Ring has to be shielded in order to be beaten. I don't think you can block it. I do believe it's plus. Eika knocking him back down, doesn't go for a ring, tries the medium with the low, thinking Paddu maybe try to stand shield, but no, Paddu's just gonna block it, ends up missing, and then Paddu takes him to the other corner. Isn't able to pick up on the combo though. Paddu, oh no, Eika with another rising shield, has to take full landing recovery, bringing him up, taking him back down. Eika gonna, oh no, Paddu gonna place the burst. Eika taking the burst this time, not gonna try to bunker out, but he gets hit by the fucking overhead that Paddu comes in with. It does hit multiple times, making it so that you can do a high-lows, overheads, high-lows with overheads and the 2A or another redash. Really, really, really strong. It's very, very hard to block that against c-nero. Eika coming out with another shield. Paddu isn't able to punch it though, air dashing way up top and going with the air ring, catching Paddu, but the ring doesn't grant a hard knockdown. So Paddu gonna tech back out into the mid-screen, putting his just like zoo of animals down on the ground, making it very hard for Eika to approach him. Sei doesn't have any projectiles, so yep, trying to approach Paddu very, very hard, coming into all of the normals he has to offer, just because like you don't have a projectile. It's very you don't have a way to contest c-nero in this mid-screen other than your ring, and the ring isn't gonna help you much unless you have an HP lead and Paddu isn't placing summons. But the problem is that, well, he's always gonna be placing summons, and getting an HP lead against a character like c-nero is very difficult. c-nero coming with the alligator mouth misses, but Eika isn't able to pick up on it. His air dash puts him just too far back into the corner, bringing him up, gonna take him back down. No, not take him back down. Hits him with the air ring that goes for air throw, giving him like 1k extra damage from the combo would have gotten earlier. I do believe all those spinning ring parts are an overhead, so Paddu getting hit by the end, but not able to do anything off it. Goes for a normal throw, not a command throw. And then Eika coming in, throwing the ring, using his arc drive, which is a command grab. Ring catching Paddu. One more hit's gonna get Paddu. Paddu ends up blocking the low successfully, catches Eika's redash, gonna bring him all the way back into the other corner. Oh, you think your mix-ups are fine? Alright, let's see what we got here. 250 meter on c-nero. Gonna drop birds, jump up in the air, jump up with another overhead, comes in with the deer releasing space. Eika jumps up, shields, comes in with the counter hit, completely avoids the birds. Is he gonna have enough damage to kill him? No, not enough damage to kill him. Paddu jumps in the corner, gets it with a back jumping JB, and oh, it gets him. That was painful to watch. Poor Sei, she has such a hard time confirming these dirty hits, because that forward jump shield was really, really, really good. I've not seen someone do that to avoid birds yet. It was a pretty good read, but now that he's done successfully, Paddu's probably going to be ready for it. Probably not going to be able to pull that trick a second time. Goes in with the overhead, but isn't able to actually capitalize on it. Paddu coming with the deer, getting hit. Eika gonna have to go up, but he's not able to bring him up in time. And the deer puts Eika in block stun. Paddu able to capitalize on the fact that Eika tried to jump away and couldn't jump away in time, but he comes down with the JB, hits Paddu with that counter hit, gonna use the ring, man. Oh, gets it with the overhead, but again, isn't able to capitalize on it. Always just slightly outside of his range. Eika is in max, goes for a command grab, but it doesn't miss it. He is in max, but he's not going to go into max. Going to come back with 100 meter. The negative edge snake catching Eika on his landing. Paddu coming in with just the basic ace dagger. The deer. Oh no! But look at that! How did the alligator mouth beat that move? That move has iframes and a super plus on hit. How far back does the alligator mouth pull in c-nero's hurt box? It's actually insane. That alligator mouth does everything. You wanted to whiff punish somebody? Yeah, it does that. It pulls your hitbox back. You want to anti-air somebody? Yeah, it does that. It hits really high. You want to break someone's guard? Yeah, it does that. It does tons of guard damage. You want to beat DPs? Yeah, it completely avoids DPs. So yeah, the alligator mouth move, absolutely fucking insane. So, Paddu now being on a team without Vilka, the next match is going to end up being Paddu versus CC, which again, we saw earlier in the tournament, and CC again came out on top. Very, very, decisively. She did really well. Didn't really give him any breathing room, so we'll see if she can, we'll see if she can recreate it and bring her and Eika into grand finals to fight against Insignis and Regeci, or if Paddu's going to end up beating CC this time, and he'll go into grand finals all by himself. Alright, and CC's going to be P1. You know, I think I've gotten worse at updating the score as this has gone on, because I just realized I don't think I updated it last game. Oh, I was pretty on top of it at first, but, kind of fallen off. Anyway, alright, here we go. They're good to go. Game came in, didn't have to spin its wheels too hard. So we're going to see the matchup just like we did at the very start of the tournament. CC on her h-aki versus Paddu on his c-nero. She's going to be, as with the last set, she really uses those JBs really well to make it really ambiguous what side she's going to be coming down on top of Paddu, and she tries to get directly above him. Comes in with a sweep, catching Paddu trying to use a summon, I believe, knocking him down, techs in the corner, but goes in for a high, gets it with some stagger pressure, no, isn't able to take him up and then bring him back down, gets it with the JB though, Paddu probably trying to anti-air, isn't able to follow up on it though, Paddu jumping back, looking for space to put these summons down, gets a summon down, and it puts CC in the corner, but trades with the pillar, gonna put him in the air, putting her in heat. She has all the room in the world now to be as dangerous, to do as dangerous things as she wants because she's in heat. She'll just burst out. Paddu though, reversing her on her redash, gonna bring her all the way in the other corner. Biohazard 3 times. Are we gonna get 4? No, just 3 biohazards. Coming back down with the birds. Gonna have to run some 50-50. Here we go. 2 overheads into a low. Able to block it. Good block. But here we go. Alligator mouth coming out. Like I said earlier, when you're a half moon character that doesn't have meter for a bunker, getting out versus Nero is very hard. You have to have make a read and really punish him hard for being overzealous with his summon. CC was able to do that, getting out of the corner and applying this really nice rebeat pressure to Paddu. Gonna bring him back down, put the fireball on top of him. Paddu respects it. CC dashing and Paddu goes into heat though. That's gonna give him probably enough health for CC to have to hit him 2 more times to kill him. Shields, but the shield entirely whiffs. Paddu's buttons are just so big that even when you shield him, you're just too far out to do anything about it. Deer chasing CC across the map, shields him out of the air in between his fucking pressure. Gonna bring him up, take him back down, going back into heat, able to do something really dangerous now. Nope, spends the meter just to get some extra relaunch to go for the 4 extra corner carry. Throws him, it doesn't has enough health to die to 1 more throw. Goes for the pillar, coming back in. Paddu respecting a lot of this. He knows 1 more throw is gonna kill him, but also 1 more stagger. 1 more stagger hits him, but it doesn't kill him. Don't I look stupid now? Goes with the mantis arm, but Aki isn't fast enough to punish it. 10 seconds left. Can Paddu actually kill her in time? No, she can't. She jumps right back in and punishes the usage of his summon. Getting a little too comfortable with his summons in neutral against these. She's always waiting to punish these. Paddu jumping over the top using JV. CC ready to block it. Air dashes back and catches Paddu trying to come in with the second air dash, putting a negative edge snake down. CC runs right over the top of it and punishes Paddu. He mistimes the detonation of the snake. Gonna be brought back down. Gonna put a fireball on top of him. Jump high, go low. Paddu blocking all of it. Comes in with the pillar. Paddu respecting the pillar. More rebeat pressure. Just resetting on buttons. Paddu EX guards are out. She has to respect that EX guard and go back into neutral. Paddu, anti-airs are trying to jump in, punish the snake. She isn't able to punish it in time. Paddu knocking her right out of the air. Full corner carry, bringing her down, and now he's gonna run some birds. But CC does go into heat from blocking the birds, which means she has free bunkers, and if the bunker gets punished, she's just gonna burst out. It doesn't really matter that the bunker isn't punished, and she gets a hit off of it, putting Paddu in the corner, counter hitting him, putting him back down. 1 more hit's probably gonna kill him, but no, Paddu goes into heat. Probably gonna take 2 hits to kill him now with the damage modifiers. The negative edge snake he placed before he jumped out ends up catching her. She completely lost track of where it was. Negative edge snake keeping her in place after the alligator mouth. Paddu just using the alligator mouth and pressure. Like I said earlier, with Half Moon, if you don't have the meter to bunker out, you really have to just sit here and take Nero's pressure unless you have some kind of character-specific move that lets you get out of it. CC, though, able to sideswap him and punish him for trying to jump out. Gonna put him all the way back down. Fireball on top. Paddu DPing. Oh no, the fireball catches him, but she isn't able to capitalize on it. Paddu gonna die in 1 hit. CC about to go into max. No, doesn't want to go into max. Meter manages by just blowing it on a bunker and then comes out over the top of him and hits him with the JB on the side swap. Seems like Paddu is getting hit a lot trying to catch CC right when she's landing, and she's stalling her air movements, and she's pulling her hitboxes up with those JB really well to completely stop him from ever successfully landing. He's coming with the JB, counter hits the top of him, coming with a combo, gonna bring him up, take it back down, 4.5, 4.6, is she gonna get 5k damage? No, 4.8k damage. Oh my god, but Paddu gets hit by the EX Fireball, isn't able to pick up on it though. Gonna go with Ribbons to make her plus, coming with a high-low. Paddu blocks a good defense, but he gets hit by the stagger, probably trying to push a button to punch her out for trying to whip punish. Arrow to ground text out, gets caught on the back. Is this gonna be a perfect? Yeah, that's it. She just perfected Paddu. Read all of his defensive options. He just wasn't able to make a move edgewise. He just couldn't get out. CC with another pit on the ground. Deer coming over the top. Snake coming down. Completely avoids the snake, but gets hit by the mantis arm. Paddu anti-airing her when she air techs. Gonna probably try to air tech and JB, and Paddu was reading it ahead of time. Paddu, you can tell he's adapting, and he's throwing out these moves a lot earlier. Whereas earlier in the set, CC probably would have air teched right there and then air dashed over him and hit him with JB. Paddu actually, instead of trying to put a summon down or anti-air her with like the anti-air he was using, he threw out the mantis arm a lot earlier, expecting to hit her with the second hit of it. So he's definitely adapting. CC goes for a throw, but Paddu completely baits the throw. I was talking and I lost track of what's going on, but we got like CC here in the corner, able to bunker out, block the deer. Paddu comes in with the J, hits her with the low, jumps over the top. Wow, hits him again with that. Paddu keeps falling for that, getting hit by a rising button and then another button coming down. The summon isn't protecting him when she does that, and I don't think he's very comfortable not in the scenario where that doesn't happen. CC, only 1 hit will kill her, and then, oh, that's minus enough that Paddu can just DP right out and punish her. CC almost have enough meter to get enough for a bunker again, so she doesn't have to worry too much about going into pressure from Paddu. Left to right him, and Paddu blocks it pretty well, but gets hit by the stagger pressure. Brought into the corner, hits her with JV, but isn't able to pick up on it. Deer coming in, knocking her up, not able to pick up, but Paddu anti-airing her. Like I said, Paddu adapting pretty well, doing a lot more preemptive moves, trying to catch CC, not let her get to him in the first place. But at the downside of not having as many summons out, doesn't matter though, doesn't need the summons. He's just gonna knock her down, bring her out, pull the deer out. The deer jumped the other way for some reason. It's not a 3-hit deer, single hit deer. Alligator mouth, pulling him back into the corner. CC just doing some like dash blocks, looking for a way to bunker out, I thought, but no, she catches Paddu's extended hurt box on his anti-air, comes down with the pit, making her plus, ends up getting him stagger pressure. Paddu, what are you doing? Are you just not blocking, or are you getting hit right there? That was so obviously plus. Gets knocked back down. That was brought on top of him, doing some more stagger pressure. Paddu in max. I think he's trying to, I don't think he wants to burst, because he wants to be able to go into heat once this max wears off. Now that max is wearing off, I think what Paddu was looking for is a position to go. There it is! Looking for a place to go back in heat to get that red health back. But CC keeping him in pressure so he can't get much health regeneration. Gets about half of his red health back though, so it's probably going to take her 2 hits to kill him unless she lands a really, really strong starter. Paddu though has his zoo out. CC jumps it. Oh no, gets counter hit by the deer. Paddu, biohazard, bring her all the way to the other side of the wall. The deer coming down, has to respect the deer even though the pit hit him. She almost is in max now though, so she only really needs to block a few hits or get a good hit in to go into max, get some of that red health back. Is completely able to avoid the snake. Very well played, but Paddu mashing up those longer A buttons he has, bringing him up. No, gets anti-aired by A. Is he able to kill? No, she bursts out. 8 seconds left. Both characters have no health. One throw is going to do it. Someone just needs to hit somebody. Paddu stalling the timer out. One throw's not going to do it anymore. 4 seconds left. Throw's not going to be able to give her enough damage though. Paddu is able to stall out with that heat. So second game, very close, gonna go to Paddu. CC coming in on top of it, blocks the negative edge snake, Paddu coming down with JC. Oh no, the deer catching her in the startup of her dash animation. Paddu bringing her all the way to the corner, gonna bring her back down, placing birds on top. Is he gonna go for a high-low? Gonna jump in. Ooh, goes for a double jump. I think he might have tried to fuzzy, but he just missed his timing, because normally when Neros throw the negative edge snake out, they'll try to fuzzy. At the same time though, Paddu knows that CC knows the fuzzy setup, so he maybe didn't think it was very good. He was trying to catch her out just by doing something a little weirder. CC getting those plus frames by spending some meter. She's in heat, but she doesn't really need to get any red health back. She doesn't really feel like Paddu's going to be reversaling. So, oh, spoke too soon. Here comes the deer. CC's gonna have to jump to avoid the deer. Jumping, air dashing. Gets hit by the last hit of the deer, though. Shields Paddu back into the corner. Paddu struggling to get out, but unable to. CC just has him unlock another shield. Predictable. Gonna take him back up. How many times have you been shielded this game, Paddu? When are you gonna learn? Gonna bring him back to the other corner. Loads him, but not able to pick up on it. Paddu doesn't really have much health. CC just trying to avoid him now. Another shield! How many times is she gonna shield this man? You could argue it's not too hard because, I mean, Nero jumps, what's he gonna do? Yeah, we all know. But at the same time, 3 in a row in some of the most key points of the match, that's really, really unfortunate for Paddu. Great for CC, though. Third deer coming back in off screen. Hey, you thought I was gone? Nope, don't forget about me coming back in. Paddu gonna get like 4.5k off of this. Gonna come back in with the overhead. Gonna go into the low. Deer securing some pressure. CC does have the meter to bunker out, but she doesn't really feel like she needs it. She's jumping out. Gonna come back in. Ooh, jumps away from the negative stage just barely, but the deer ends up catching her landing. Paddu gonna bring her up, take her back down. Gonna throw some birds out. What's she gonna do about this? She's gonna try to bunker out. She's gonna take the mix. Looks like she's gonna take the mix, and Paddu not able to mix her up. But no, she DPs out. But the lingering hits of Paddu's move, which pulls his hitbox back, because of course it does. It's Nero, ends up completely avoiding. I don't know if it really pulls his hitbox out, back on that move, but he was just kind of far out. Anyway, misses his throw, but no, goes for a second throw and catches her. Next game is gonna do it. Is Paddu gonna end up going to grand finals all by himself against Insignis and Regeci, or is it gonna be CC versus Eika's team versus Insignis' team this time around? Just like last time. Let's see, going over the top of the snake, but seeing him place that second snake, that's the problem, man. It's so annoying with Nero, because they'll start placing a snake, and you'll hit him, and even though in the animation, the snake hasn't fully formed, and the snake isn't even out yet, once you've started the snake, unless you hit it very, very early in its startup, the snake still comes out. So, CC, I didn't even see the snake coming out, but she still did the second IAD, and then lo and behold, the snake came out, she avoided it. Good play. Unfortunately, she's in the corner right now, and that doesn't mean too much when Paddu's over here hitting her. Putting Paddu all the way down into the corner, though. Not able to get, oh, but he hits it with the counter, and I spoke too soon. Gonna get all of that red health back from going into heat. Paddu lost all of the advantage he had. CC gonna bring him down. Not use the meter, but Paddu jumps right out. Gonna counter hit her. No! But he jumps up completely. That's how you deal with an H-moon, with an H moon and heat. If you jump and hit them, you can avoid it, then jump back up and air throw them, or you can jump up and air throw them as it's happening. Paddu goes for the safer, more consistent option of jumping and letting himself fall, but no, CC gets it with the pit. The deer, though, patrolling space on the ground. CC gonna have to bring him down all on this side. Next hit's probably gonna kill somebody. Throw, definitely not, but she's just trying to condition him to get him to push it. But no, gets him with a double overhead, and Paddu gonna go down, and that's gonna be the game. CC coming out on top in the finals are gonna be Eika and CC versus Insignis and Regeci. Paddu did a pretty good job making it really, really far for someone who's on a team all by himself. He made it, I'm not going to say further than I thought he would, because Paddu's good, and it wouldn't surprise me if he ended up winning. But, wow, he really brought that down to the wire. I was seriously thinking that it was going to end up being Paddu versus Insignis and Regeci in the end. But no, Grand Finals, it's going to end up being, Eika and CC versus Insignis and Regeci. So, I mean, they probably already know it, but I'll do a call-out anyway. And then Grand Finals are going to be first to 3. Okay. So, let's update the, well, first I have to see if challenge is updated. Nah, I'll update it. So, submit scores. Okay, so we're gonna go into Grands. Buena men versus, Plucking Birds. Plucking Birds, Eika. Versus, Buena men. Regeci. And then this is Grand Finals. But yeah, no, really, really well played by Paddu. He seriously made it. Again, I don't want to say a lot further than I thought he would, because Paddu is an extremely strong player, and it wouldn't have surprised me if he made it to Grand Finals. But so many of those games were just down to the wire, and there were so many where I'm like, oh, CC's got this on lock. Like, he's been shielded 3 times in a row, and then Paddu just comes in and, like, bam, hits her, brings her into the corner. Biohazard, biohazard. Oh, gonna hit you with like a high-low. Bam, biohazard, biohazard. And it's just like, oh shit, CC's not coming out. And then he got her with he knocked her in the air, he knocked her out of her heat, and then he air threw her, and that was like, oh shit! That was so tight. So, like, oof. There were so many close moments in that. It was like riding the razor's edge. All right, looks like they're in. Man, super close. But now it looks like we're going to be Eika versus Regeci. It's going to be round 1. It is first to 3. Eika's going to be a player 1, and Plucking Birds is loser's bracket. Regeci's team is winner's bracket. There we go, Eika. Bringing out the h-hisui once again. As I said earlier, Eika, one of the best, if not the best h-hisuis in the world. You're not going to find anyone better than him, probably. So it's a real treat to be able to see him playing this character in a competitive environment. I think I said last time he played it as well that last time I saw it was against Multi. So it's been a while, and it's always a lot of fun to watch. Very, very, very fast character. Uses the dust to, I think we all saw there was one point where he did IAD dust, and then he did IAD dust again, and the first dust covered the second dust, and then he lands, and he throws them before the second dust hits them, after they come out of the hit stun of the first dust, and it's just like, you don't even see it happen. It happens in, like, the blink of an eye. The character is so fast, and Eika's got those fast hands. So, Eika, he plays a very, very fast offense. It's very, like, hard to keep up with, and with Hisui's ability to drop these just really transparent hitboxes, it's like, it can really, it's hard to follow. Even when you're watching it just as, like, just like an armchair fucking, an armchair pro, like I am. Even when you're watching it, you know exactly what's happening, and you know exactly what the moves do. It's very hard to keep up with it. Eika, monster truck chairing in. Getting Regeci with the low. Gonna throw the pot high. Pot second high. Pot. Oh, no, but Eika getting anti-aired by Regeci's low sweep coming in. The scoop. ends up scooping him. Eika, oh no, but that move is super minus. Eika gonna knock him down. No, isn't able to pick up on the combo though. Eika runs and throws him. Is he gonna put a mat down? No, goes for the left, right. Regeci blocks in the wrong direction. Gonna get hit with the monster truck chair. Brought up back down. Eika in heat, so he's probably able to do something very risky on this wake if he wants to. Doesn't really have to respect Regici's DP. Nope, gonna throw the Hadoken. Oh, but delays it, but Regici's able to jump over the top. Recovers really fast. I don't think you can punish that freaking Hadoken. It's so fast on recovery. Eika just throwing books, throwing pots, throwing more books. Here's a tray, and he just can't get through. When those books, the arc of that pot covers so much space, and then the tray just comes in to stop you from trying to ID through. Oh my god! Regeci gets counter hit on the back end of the neck chop coming down. Eika, full counter hit neck chop damage coming down. 5.3k damage. Left rights him, puts the dust down. Oh, but Regeci, no fear, gonna DP right through Eika's pressure. Eika, gonna get a hard knockdown, put a mat down. Dodges! He doesn't even need a dodge. He could have just blocked, but he dodges just to show what Regeci, who's boss. Isn't able to punish Regici's DP though. Regeci catching Eika out of the air, hitting him in the air with the block stun, catching him with the 5A, coming in, doing some, Nanaya stagger pressure, sliding in, rebeating. Eika goes for a shield. Oh no, he thought he was going to land and he was going to throw him, but he ended up missing. Eika dodging Regici's 2B, coming in and hitting him, but not able to do too much of it. Regeci in max, he does have a burst available. No, he runs out of max. The second is DP whiff. Regeci making a slight miscalculation with how much time he had left on his meter, but he goes into heat, gets all that red health back. That dust move right there is not a true reversal, but it is invincible. It does not have invincibility frames on the very first frame it comes out, but it does for all the subsequent frames. So it's not a true reversal. A true meaty will beat it, but it is so hard with some characters to truly just get a good meaty on her before she can get that out, that once it hits you, it's so plus. It's like a Yuri in mirror. She can just bounce you back and forth and take the corner away from you with how many frames she gets on it. Regeci shielding the dust and gonna put her all the way back into the corner. Gonna use that, get a hard knockdown, swipe, come fast fall. Gonna go left, right. Oh, Eika dodges though, dodges him and throws him in the corner. Eika not respecting any of Regici's mix. Gonna get with the counter hit and the stagger pressure, coming with the ya, but ends up getting him with the shield, bringing him up, taking him back down, putting a stool. Now Regeci can't just push buttons to get out. The stool is gonna eat any hit he tries, bringing him back down. You're gonna put him on the other side, but no, the stool expires right when Regeci DPs, so he's able to get through, bring Eika up, and take him back down. 3.1k damage. Regeci coming in, but there it is. That's the dust I was talking about. Just like a Yuri in mirror, counter hits you, knocks you back and forth, and then takes the round off of you. That dust is insanely difficult to deal with, especially on a character like Nanaya, who doesn't have great Oki off of his air throw. Nanaya getting put down into the corner with the table. Stool coming out. Oh no, Regeci getting out of his way. Could probably try to jump out. Yeah, gonna bring up. Take about 2 stools down. How many stools does he need? Oh, okay, only back to 1 stool. The first stool expired. But Regeci, no, he hits the stool and he gets his movie, and then Eika just comes in and hits his recovery frames. What is Nanaya gonna do? He's having such a hard time. No! He tries to get in with the serious stance, but like I said, the dust, it just stops you from doing anything. It's projectile Oki that's so hard to see, and it's so plus because of how long it can remain active. There's nothing you can do about that. Regeci trying to disrespect Eika's pressure, but he just can't get in. Eika's pressure is way too tight. Coming in with the ya. Those are plus even if blocked if TK'd. So Eika feeling pretty safe to use those in the air, throwing a pot up to kind of build some space. Regeci blocking the pots, but he doesn't able to capitalize on coming back in. Eika using a hard knockdown, but Regeci heating out. Using the heat as a reversal rather than his DP. Doesn't get any red health back from it, but he only need 100 meter to use it, so it's not like it was a huge cost sunk. Using the book to kind of OTG him a bit. Regeci coming in, protecting some space with the dash, but monster truck chair! Eika sees him back dash. She goes, I'm not gonna chase you. I'm just gonna throw the monster truck chair at you. And if Regeci dashes face first into it, now Eika gonna take him all the way back to the other corner. Air throw is gonna go for a neck chop. No! Regeci ground techs and DPs him out of the neck chop, Joe. Eika coming out, blocking Regici's big. No! Oh my god, he throws his bunker. Gonna bring him back down into the corner. Bring him up, take him back down. Is he gonna mix? What mix is he gonna hit Eika with today? Eika jumps up and he dashes in. No one able to punish anybody off of those 2 high commitment moves used right there. But he gets it with the stagger pressure. Gonna bring Eika all the way back down to the corner. Regeci, fast fall. Gonna sweep him, bring him back up. Goes for the. No! And Eika tries to dodge, but Regeci using A buttons, he can just swing right through dodge. Is he gonna be able to kill him? No, not there to go. 1 mix will do it though. High, low. Coming with the sweep, protecting space. Just, trying to, there it is. Trying to stop Eika from getting out. Not really trying to go in for redashes, but more trying to stop the escape routes from ever happening in the first place. And he successfully gets it. Air throws Eika down to the ground. Gonna bring him all the way to the other corner. Building some meter off of the myriad slashes. Left righting him. Oh my god. It looked like he was on the right side. How did he end up on the left? That's so dirty. Gonna bring him down. Hit him with the OTG. Another left right. Actually on the left side this time. And because Eika stood up and shielded, he was able to get him. Gonna bring him up. Take him back down. 3k damage. No, he isn't able to get anything. The Regeci keeps ground tacking Eika's air throw. And because Eika's trying to set up a Oki, he keeps getting hit by Regici's DPs. Eika though, stopping Regeci from getting in. Using those really preemptive what is it? His 2B, his palm shove. hitting Regeci, bringing him back to the corner. Go for the neck chop, lands on the right side. Regeci blocks it, gets hit by the sweep though. Probably expecting monster truck chair to come out, so blocking high, getting ready for a shield. Stool in front. Regeci can't disrespect. He gets hit by the wake of dust though. Did anyone even see the dust come out? That's why the character is so hard to follow and she can be so scary. You didn't even see the dust come out, and then by the time you stand up, bam, you're dead. Gets hit with the tray, putting Eika into heat, meaning, yep, here it comes, using the iframes, hits it with a Hadoken. That's gonna lead him to a lot of damage that doesn't able to confirm, but still gets 3k. That's a lot of damage for something he did good. Oh no! Regici's not just eaten by the chair, and then Eika able to capitalize on the minus frames. He just can't find a way in. All you gotta do is place that chair, and Nanaya, being one of those characters who doesn't have any kind of projectile, any kind of tool to use in neutral that he can, like, kind of set it and forget it, he has to deal with those chairs head on, and so they eat any move he has, even his multi. Oh! Comes down! Somehow it's Eika and it doesn't eat the chair. Oh no! But the slide in during his own combo gets eaten by the chair, and Eika reverses this on him, putting him back down into the corner. One hit's gonna do him. Is Eika gonna be running some Oki? Don't tech. Okay, he didn't tech this time, and oh no, Eika hits him with the 5C monster truck stool, and I think he probably tried to DP through and it just ended up getting hit. So first round's gonna go to Eika on his h-hisui. Second game is gonna be Insignis versus CC. So there is a bracket reset in effect during this tournament. So if CC wins this match against Insignis, they will end up resetting the bracket, and we will have to see Eika and CC. Not Eika and CC. We will be seeing both of their teams playing against each other again. Why did Eika connect to Insignis? Eika connected to Insignis' host, thinking like he was so like amped up, like, oh yeah, who's next? Who wants to what scrub wants to get their ass kicked next? And then CC's like, wait, it's my turn. I want to play too. All right, they're in. Insignis gonna be on P1 side. CC gonna be on P2 side. Swap these. There we go. I imagine Insignis is probably gonna play c-roa again. Did he play against CC once? I think he did play against CC once earlier. Okay, cool. It's synced up. Maybe he did play f-tohno. No, he played f-tohno against CC earlier, I think. So now it depends. Is he going to play f-tohno again, or is he going to run the c-roa? The f-tohno didn't really have much luck, and even when he did get his hits, he ran into the f-tohno problem of virtually no advantage off of your own fucking successful, like, hits. It's part of the reason I get annoyed with f-tohno sometimes, is that you work hard, you win neutral, and then you don't get to capitalize off of your own win in neutral. It's like, yep, alright, back to neutral. So if I play more Tohno, I really should be learning c-tohno, because I do believe c-tohno has routes that at least lets him successfully meaty someone, man. But no, Insignis is going to be running Kohaku. He doesn't want to fuck around. He's like, yeah, alright, I played you with f-tohno earlier. I hit you and I didn't get Oki. This time I'm going to use Deadly Footsies, and when I hit you, I'm going to get some goddamn Oki. Gotta bring you into the corner. 4.7k. Here's the plant. Hits him with the old. Gotta bring him back down using the 5A whip. I didn't know Kohaku's 5A whip, but gonna come in. Oh no, gets punished off of this. CC gonna come down left, right. Doesn't get too much damage off it though. Insignis blocking. Oh no, but gets hit by the IAD trying to backdash out. Oh no. CC getting heat, so she's gonna get all that red health back. So a lot of the work Insignis did getting taken away, but at the same time, Kohaku does so much damage that it doesn't really hurt as much as it would in the past. Using the plant to kind of cover his ground, but CC also using a pit to cover the ground. Neither of them really wanting to be on the ground right now. Insignis trying to want to leverage the really good air footsies that Kohaku has with her big disjointed buttons, but CC sticking really close, as you saw when they both rose together in the air like 3 times in a row. CC is trying to not give Insignis the space to use any of his jumping buttons. She's just trying to stay up in his face. There we go. JC. He's trying to use his JB to knock her out of the air, but CC just gets a little too high and comes down directly on top of him. Trying to bait his shield, but oh no, Insignis goes with a low shield and then gets hit. That's going to get caught out. First game, or first round, going to go to CC. Insignis jumping and jumping back. CC coming up behind. Insignis coming with the JC. Ends up whiffing, but there we go. Hits him with the JC, but it's not a counter. Not able to get much off it. CC shields and misses, but Insignis not able to capitalize on the minus frames that were landing. CC brings him to the corner with just some, like, air block strings. Gotta put an EX. Oh, but no, Insignis just jumps right out. Gets thrown back down the corner. CC's ready for it. She goes, you think I don't know what to do? People disrespect my Oki? Please, I've been playing for years. It'll be years before you can face me. knocks him back down into the corner, brings him back down the other side. Man, it is so hard to catch Akiha out of position because, like I said, that JB hitting on both sides, she's never out of position unless she can't hit you, and well, she can always hit you if she's in the air and you're coming from a left or right. So, very, very difficult to actually, like, capitalize on getting to the other side of her, even if it's out of the corner. Insignis getting a counter hit JB, though! Here we go! Time to run the Kohaku game plan. Coming in, 2.8k, 3k damage, 3.1k, rolling into the corner, dropping a plant, and the plant actually hits her! She doesn't even get hit by the mix! The plant just hits her in the first place! Oh no, Insignis drops the combo, though. Only one hit's gonna beat her, but she's not in heat. She can't get any health back, and gets her with a jump-in backdash JB. Second game, going to Insignis. Insignis coming in, JB hitting her with the overhead of the broom, coming in, she's blocking it, CC, ready for all this, not using any reverse, oh, there we go, trying to catch him on the redash, goes into heat though, doesn't really have any meter to get back with this heat, and she's not really going to be able to, like, use anything dangerous because it's about to run out, so she's probably going to use meter, no, didn't even use any meter, the heat just came and went, unfortunate, CC basically starting this round with almost no meter, Insignis about to go into max mode, coming out of the top, coming back down, JB misses, but it's okay, he doesn't able to punish it, has to burst out, unfortunately he doesn't have his meter back, but at least he's not taking more corner pressure from CC, coming back down, landing in front of her, going with some A staggers, coming with a B, overhead, coming back in over the top, using a long delayed air dash, trying to catch out a high shield. The CC's a brick wall. She's not going to try to use any defensive. She's just going to block. High long air dash, high short air dash, doesn't matter. Counter hits him, trying to back down around with his JC. Going to put him back down into the corner. Fireball Oki on top, ribbon to B+, jumps, but the heat ends up getting him getting her anyway. Plant spinning all over the place. CC coming in, there we go, there's the shield, but Insignis, you ready for it. She has waited so long to use that shield. When she finally gets it, Insignis just baits it. Oh no, gets a little antsy, uses the second shield. Insignis gets her with an overhead on Kohaku. How much damage is she going to get? 3.8k, but no plant Oki, surprisingly. Coming back down, getting with that swing, coming back down on the other side. She's not full quarter here, but puts a pit below her, not in front of her. JB hitting her, not really confirmed. Oh, there we go! No! But he autopilots into 2 normals, trying to put her in an air block string, but since it was a counter hit, no block string happened. He just failed to land as confirmed. CC getting a little more antsy now, using shields a lot more often. And now the CC, now the Insignis has conditioned her to use shields a lot more often. Now he can start doing those long, high air dashes. Now he can start doing those delayed back dashes, and he'll actually start baiting her and catching the shield dash. Only 14 seconds left in the match. One throw is going to kill him, but Insignis, probably knowing, look at the time, gets hit by a counter hit, though, trying to mash out. Unfortunate for him. First round going to go to CC. Alright, here we go. Insignis dash, jumping and trying to kind of control space with the JB, the JC. Getting her with a, I don't know. No, that's not the command grab. Kohaku's command grab, she uses the baseball bat broom. So that's just normal throw. Insignis normal throwing and then using meter. Here we go. Here comes the plant. She just jumps right out. You know, there's no way you can just do that. Insignis must have messed up the timing or something. There's no way you can just jump away from Kohaku like that. Either way, the plant Oki did scare her into having to stay into the corner because you can't really jump into Kohaku's normals, but you can't really maneuver backwards. Insignis using the wall that he's got her up against, like, really, really good as a weapon in its own right by kind of sitting outside of her range and using the really long JBs he has to hit her, knowing she can't move backwards and drift right outside of his range. Doesn't really matter though. CC putting him down the other corner from a reversal back in neutral. Gonna use some Oki on top. Gonna hit him with some lows. Insignis just blocking the lows. EX blocking, pushing out. Oh no. Gets hit by her reset coming in. She expected him to jump and actually got him out. Insignis getting hit, getting knocked back up, getting knocked back down. Not a lot of damage, but she will be getting Oki. High, double overhead. Insignis blocking all of it. The brick wall gets hit in the air. Doesn't really do much. Hex out. Oh no, Insignis still in the corner, but he gets her coming out. Now they're both in the mid screen. Shields him. Finally, a shield comes through for CC. She's been trying to get it all game, but no capitalizing on it. Insignis going into max mode. Gets a throw broken. Bloodheat, is he gonna go for a last arc? Here we go. Kohaku and Bloodheat. Real dangerous. You don't want to get shielded, but she's also got the meter to do whatever she wants with while getting that health regeneration back. Oh no, but he's not able to get anything off of it. Coming back up with the JC, trying to kind of knock her out, blocking the pillar. He has enough health that it's probably going to take CC about 2 more hits to kill him. Hits her with a normal throw, isn't able to place anything off it though. Comes in, base stagger pressure. No, goes for the command grab. Ooh, only gets her with the level 1 baseball broom. 10 seconds left in the match. Insignis gonna have to land it. No more throws are gonna work. And CC not even trying to kill. Okay, 4 seconds left to get a no. He ends up dropping it. Oh, stalls the timer in heat. Here we go. Just needs one more hit. Come on. Breaks the throw. How's gonna get it? And it's so close, but it looks like he's gonna come out on top. I completely forgot the C-Moon stops the timer right there. Unfortunately, he dropped the combo. Might not, maybe, no, you know what it was? I think Insignis dropped the combo on purpose, realizing he wouldn't do enough damage in time. So it's actually incredibly smart. That's what he did. He dropped it on purpose, knowing he would have to freeze the timer. Really, really well played. Unfortunately, it didn't work out like that. But that went completely over my head in the moment. That was actually That was a really, really smart thing to do. CC got him in the corner right here, bringing him up, taking him back down in heat, so even if she gets mashed out, not really much is going to come of it, and Insignis respecting that and just opping the EX guard, but he gets hit by the command grab on the redash, gonna get knocked back to the ground, jumping over, heating out, here we go, this is where you don't want to be. Something about C-Moon that I've never brought up is that C-Moon, I believe, is the only moon in the game that actually gets a damage buff and a defense buff while they are in heat and blood heat. Both full moon and half moon don't get that when they enter heat in their respective ways. So, c-kohaku going into blood heat right there a while ago also creates a lot of damage. CC, while I'm talking about something that happened like 3 games ago, Insignis has just been pressuring CC to death. Like, I didn't see any Kohaku come out, so I didn't feel any reason to, like, you know, commentate on it, but it's like, he was just going ham over there. I was just talking about some dumb shit about, like, heats and whatever the fuck, and he's just bam, 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 bam. I just hear, like, blocks and hits, and here we go. Insignis bringing her over to the other corner, doing some more stagger pressure. 285 meter, almost about to go into max, goes into max right here. C-Moon doesn't really matter. C-Moon doesn't really care if they go into max as much as H-Moon and Full Moon do, because they get 200 meter back if they don't use meter when they're in max. So it's not even a huge commitment to go into max for C-Moon. They don't really have to manage their meter. Okay, Aki jumping right out though, hitting with the counter hit, isn't able to capitalize though. Insignis coming in, there we go, baits the shield, but isn't able to capitalize on it, knocking her back down to the ground, getting her back tech. Now he's in max again, doesn't even matter, he's just gonna spend some meter for a little extra damage. Maybe put a plant down on the ground. Here we go, no meter, just plant down. Here we go, first overhead, second overhead, comes down with the low. Oh, she blocks all of them, only gets 2 mix-ups out of it, but it's still pretty good, knocking her back down, not able to pick up on it though. One more hit's gonna do it, but no, CC comes in, she's expecting the command grab, she's expecting the throw, and she mashes out on the reset. Insignis, oh my god, look how disjointed the broom is. It's so disjointed, even when you hit her while rising, you can't be hit by the heat. Dropping a plant, trying to cover himself like a c-nero summon, but oh, another shield. I think CC has had more of her shields punished this game than have been successfully connected. It's so hard to watch. They come back down. He's gonna go for the, oh, he baits the throw break, tries to get her with an NTR, nice try retard, but he actually gets it, but he doesn't follow up on it. Ends up getting her with the redash anyway. Really well played by Insignis. Second round, gonna go to Insignis. Yeah, CC having a hard time with these shields. A lot of the time, her shields are landing, and she's unable to, like, pick up on them because he's either too far away, or he's just blocking them, or she's shielding and she's getting hit. I think she's only shielded a couple of times and it's hit, so she's having a really, really hard time actually, like, coming out on top of these shields. Coming out with a normal, a gold air throw out of Insignis. 2.6k, 2.7k, 2.8k. How much more damage? Only 2.8k, and here we go, the plant togi. Jumps for a high-low, doesn't get it, but that's okay. She's still in the corner pressure. Insignis in max mode, so he can burst if he has to. Doesn't gonna burst right here, just gonna kind of sit on it for a little bit. CC about to go into heat herself, so she's gonna have a burst of her own. Insignis burst to knock her the hell off, and now she's got a burst of her own, and she wants it. Insignis trying to play in the air. When H-Moon characters do go into heat, you do kind of want to try to play more in the air, because you do have more options against their burst up there, but unable to do anything. It's air unblockable. CC sees what he's doing, and just uses a move to knock him out of the air, because she doesn't want to, she knows that she's not going to get him in the air. Just kind of applying some pressure right here. 77 meter, building a lot of what she lost back, going to some stagger pressure, pillar that's plus, oh, there we go, 5A, knock her out this guy, probably not going to get too much damage off it. Oh, gets dropped, unfortunately. Insignis, EX blocking to kind of push back out of the air. Oh, double counter hit. Insignis coming back, gets her with the anti-air. Kohaku, those deadly footsies, even from the ground. Kohaku, I wouldn't say Kohaku is one of the characters in the game who has real anti-airs, but sometimes it can fucking feel like it if you just aren't in the right place at the right time. Is this going to be enough damage to kill him? Yes, there it is. Finally gets a shield that comes out and it kills. All retribution for all those past shields that just haven't been working out for her. Insignis coming up with the JC, ends up whiffing. Coming out with the JB, gets her on the backdash, but not able to pick up on it. Doing some more basic Kohaku pressure in the center. Using those JC. Oh, Buena, here we go. Counter hit gets brought up, brought down. CZ going into heat. Kohaku, oh, you cannot burst combos or throws, gold throws, command throws. Any combo from throw, you cannot burst in this game. Even if you're H-Moon and you have auto burst. So Insignis, seeing her jump, throws her back down, and she isn't able to do anything on it. It was almost a complete waste of that heat she went into. Doesn't matter though. She ends up hitting Insignis in the corner. Insignis is about to go into max. Is he gonna burst? There it is. Bursts immediately. Left to right her, but she's able to block it. She catches his jump out with a 2A. It gets him coming back down with the pick, keeping him blocked. Oh! She goes for the shield, and it would have hit, but the JB was just slightly too high and it ended up missing on her. Catches Insignis out of the air. Doesn't get too much damage, but puts him in his place. Back down in the corner. No, you're staying in the corner. Don't try to jump out. This is where you live now. Gonna bring you up, take you back down. No, not gonna take you back down, but the air unblockable part of the pillar. Don't try to challenge me. Don't try to challenge me down here. I said this corner is where you're gonna belong, and you're gonna stay here. So second game going to CC. CC CC and Insignis. Insignis puts himself back in the corner real early in the game, and CC gets him with the low. Gonna bring him up, take him back down. 3.8k damage, pretty good. Goes for a heat, but she jumps right over it. Actually, doesn't get hit by it this time. So Insignis losing all of his meter for a reversal that doesn't actually connect. And CC right here, being in heat, doesn't really matter if she gets reversal by it. Goes for the command grab. I was about to call it out, but she's just a little too fast for me. Oh no, a sliver of health. One throw is gonna do him in, and he doesn't even get thrown. He just gets mashed out. They trade on stagger pressure. Probably thought she was coming in to go for a throw. Tried to mash her out, and it just wasn't very successful. Kohaku, while mashing 2A in pressure, is very, very risky in general. Depending on your character, you get much higher reward off of it. So with some characters, mashing 2A against someone who you think is going to redash, especially with low health, is very high risk, and sometimes the reward is medium to low reward. But Kohaku is a character where mashing 2A is a very high risk, high reward option, because Kohaku off of 2A can get very high damage, full corner carry, and then go into setting up her Oki on the other side of the screen. So even though Insignis had really low health and one move would have hit him, and you might think to yourself, why would he mash it? That's so fucking stupid. Why would you mash when you were liable to die? Well, it's because on Kohaku, mashing is a very, very high reward option. So it's really not too bad, just kind of throw out every once in a while. Make people respect you, even though you're the one blocking. CC, hitting him in the mid-screen though, bring him up, taking him back down, gonna get a lot of her red health back in heat. Is this gonna be enough damage? No, not enough damage to kill him, but one more mix will kill him. Going with some low stagger, going for a throw, Insignis breaks it, ooh, goes in with the, she whiffs the shield, but he also whiffs his JC, heats because he says, no, I'm not gonna deal with the scramble, I'm just gonna heat, goes in for the shield, isn't able to get it again, CC coming up, bringing it back down, Insignis misses his button, but CC unable to punish his landing, hesitated a little bit because he didn't want to get on the back end. Insignis throws her, goes for a left-right, isn't able to get her though, ooh, this time her 2A doesn't catch him jumping backwards, but she's ready for it, she knows what he wants to do, come out with the 2A, she blocks it though, ooh, mid-screen throw, gonna hit him, left-right, coming back on the other side this time, CC blocks it though, really good defense, isn't getting hit too much by any of these sneaky Kohaku left-rights, throws that button perfectly, only 8 seconds left, CC doesn't even have to hit him, she can just back up, I don't even think Insignis can do enough damage, he's gonna go into heat again to stall the timer, throws her, but is he gonna do it? Oh, he hits her with the high broom, is he gonna do the damage in time? But no, he isn't. If there was anything that was going to end up beating CC right there, it was going to be landing that command grab, getting the level 3 broom, and then following up on it. And while he did it, it just slightly wasn't enough damage, which is unfortunate, but it was really well played. That was probably the best thing he could have done, and he did it successfully, but sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. So that means we're going to reset the bracket. So now both players go into a winner's state, and now this is the true grand finals. So bracket reset because Eika won his and CC won hers. So Eika has his IP up. Bracket reset now, looking like it's gonna be they're gonna get a big comeback from Eika's team, or is Insignis' team gonna end up kind of pulling out some sneaky stops in the end and catching up on him? I'm not really sure. Alright, Eika says they're in, so I'll connect. Let's see, who's it going to be? It's going to be Eika versus Insignis this time, mixing up a little bit instead of Eika versus CC, so Plucking Birds is going to be Eika, and we're going to be seeing more Insignis again, and Insignis is player 2. Let's see, who's Eika going to play? Who's Eika going to play? Looks like he's hovering over Sei right now. Okay, they're good to go. This is a really high profile Grand Finals. Insignis, Eika, CC, Regeci, all some of the best players in the Melty Blood Discord. So these are some really good games we're going to be getting out. Insignis going back to his Kohaku again, and Eika playing f-aoko. F-aoko, one of those good characters against Kohaku because since Kohaku does have those deadly footsies and those really big normals and the good set play. In neutral, she really has to rely really heavily on those deadly footsies. And Aoko is a character who can control neutral very well with the orbs and her projectiles. So it's one of those matches where once you're in, Aoko has one of the lower health values in the game, so you can kind of just like looper. But in neutral, Aoko has a really hard time. And Eika just making all the right reads. Counter hits him at the very start of the match, comes in, lands a couple of throws, gets him with the stagger pressure, then IED's right over the top of his heat after jumping back to completely avoid the heat. Really nicely played. Insignis has Eika in the corner this time, though, trying to control a lot of space with those JBs, but Eika just isn't getting close enough. Goes in with a slow leg sweep, which is only like -1 or something, a lot safer. Gets it with the low leg sweep, OTGs it, but Insignis not ground teching. He knows it's safe. Jumps up, comes back down, but he misses his normals. Eika looking for a hard knockdown, puts an orb high, and then comes back down. Oh, but Insignis, he's not taking any shit, and then Eika bursts, but it completely whiffs. Insignis counter hits him out of the air, gonna bring him back down. Is he gonna run the Yoki? Gets him with the pulse and back sweep. Comes over. Oh my god, left rights him! I didn't even know you could do that! Gonna bring Eika to the other side. Is it gonna kill, though? 4.6 2.2k, not enough to kill. But Eika, one sliver away from health, is gonna die. Aoko having one of the lower health. Oh my god, and the Bato knocks him right out of the air. I don't know if that's unblockable or not, but that had to have gotten him right at the tip. Really, really well spaced by Insignis right there. It's really hard for Aoko to kind of just jump around and do whatever she wants, since a lot of her air normals, almost all of her air normals, in fact, extend her hurt boxes really, really wide. And they cut, and then the red doesn't cut, like, the hit boxes don't come out until after the hurt boxes do with Aoko. Goes up and throws the Molotov, but gets hit by the Molotov on landing anyway, and Insignis, like, yeah, alright, I'll take that free counter hit, don't air throw me, idiot. Gonna bring him back down, 4.6k off of that Molotov, coming back down, hits him, ooh, but Eika end up shielding out. It doesn't really get mixed up much by the plant. Eika gonna force his turn with projectiles, coming in, doing some stagger pressure. Puts the Star Mine, exploding Star Mine down, but it misses, so Insignis doesn't have to respect blue fire. Comes in, and Eika shields the overhead, but he doesn't follow up with it, and he gets stuck in shield recovery and gets hit by the second move. So Insignis coming out on the first round, round 1 Insignis. Insignis gonna play Kohaku again, and Eika says, alright, I'm not fucking around. I can't play my f-aoko, Insignis. You're a formidable foe. Our battle will be legendary. I'm gonna pick Hisui. So Eika, pulling out all the stops, going into Hisui. Rushing him down, going for the neck chop, coming down, bringing him up, putting him all the way in the corner, neck chopping down. It gets enough recovery to not get punched by a call coming in, but he ends up baiting the bunker, but Eika recovers fast enough to throw him on his landing, throws him a second time, gonna put him mad on the ground for some Oki, sweeps him, Insignis probably trying to jump out, throws him again, no, gets back thrown actually. Oh no, the stool ends up eating his input so he can't follow up on the combo. And Eika shielding him out of the corner, gonna bring him up, pull him back down. Which side is he gonna throw him on? Eika's gonna land on that side, but catches his ground tech. Everyone keeps disrespecting Eika's air throw today, and Eika's punished them for it every single time. You gotta respect Eika's air throw. Eika running back, just throwing some projectiles now. I don't need to approach you. Yeah, nice footsies, idiot. I've got projectiles. I don't need to approach you with this health lead. And Insignis getting caught out within a big move, and Eika coming out on top of round 1. Eika putting him in the corner pretty fast, gets him with a counter hit, and Insignis trying to come down. Kohaku's normals are big, but I think they might be a little bit slower to come out than a lot of characters' normals. I'm not quite sure, don't quote me on that. But Kohaku's normals being very, very big does come at the cost of them having very extended hurt boxes. So a lot of times if Eika is able to very preemptively throw his buttons out effectively, he can get it. But Insignis coming down in heat, so he's gonna also have the bonus damage from a counter hit. JB starter on Kohaku, gonna put a plant down. What's he gonna mix with? High, low, goes high again. Eika blocks all of it though. Insignis comes in with some rebeat pressure, but no, gets his redash caught out by Eika. Eika gonna come up and then bring him all the way back down. Puts the stool down, so none of your options are gonna work. Kohaku lacking a great reversal, and even if she did have a good one, a lot of times the stool will just eat the reversal, so that stool is really, really, really menacing. I thought that some characters with, oh my god, he heats out, the heat doesn't eat the stool, and then, yeah, gets rid of the stool before he goes in. I'm not gonna deal with this shit. There is some ways it does with the stool, because the stool puts you in clash frames. If you do hit the stool, you can jump cancel it. So a lot of times people will do that, but for the most part, when there's a stool in front of you, there is no direct counterplay. You have to just take that stool. It's really, really oppressive. No more ground teching. Eika not putting a stool. Probably expecting the ground tech, but there was no ground tech coming out. Coming with the low ya. It is plus, and Insignis tried to disrespect it, but you can't disrespect the ya that close to the ground. There's just too many plus frames on it. You're gonna get hit. And Insignis saw that firsthand. Going into round 2, Eika coming out on top of that round. No rounds lost from him. Eika coming in over the top, backdashing out, putting some dust down to protect him, but Insignis sneaking in with the broom. Gonna hit him for trying to place that dust and like make another action afterwards. Oh no, misses it! Really tight link, but Eika, Insignis isn't able to get it, and Eika really fully ready to punish it. Gonna bring him up, take him back down, puts a stool down. Alright, so Insignis has to respect the stool. Now there's a stool and a mat. Insignis, oh, he heats, but he gets hit by the meal, but it doesn't really matter because he isn't. He's gonna get a lot of that red health back. The air throws Eika. Eika cannot use his heat because he's been air thrown, but oh no, isn't able to follow up on it. Eika puts him in the corner. Gonna get all these plus. Rolls out! Kohaku's dodge moves her forward, so he's actually able to fully avoid the Hadoken, and then he puts himself behind Eika, punishes Eika for throwing it carelessly, and now he's gonna be getting Kohaku Oki. What's he gonna do with it? High, low. Eika blocks all of it though. Well played by Eika. Getting put back into the corner though, having a hard time getting out. Insignis holding the shield. Oh, fucking C-Mood can hold their shield for like 2 whole seconds. It's insane. You will go to the like lengths. You will go to the end of the world to try to like fucking bait out someone's shield, and you will do the longest air dash stall on the planet, and then you'll come down, hit, and C-Moon characters will still be shielded. It's insane how long that shield lasts. Insignis coming on top though. Oh no, gets counter hit by Eika. Gonna get put in the corner. What kind of Oki is Eika gonna be running off of this? No, Insignis backtext into the corner, and Eika not ready for it. Isn't able to get it. Oh, like I said right there. You think the shield is over. Eika waited so long, then monster truck chairs in, and he just gets shielded anyway. Insignis falls over the command grab and knocks him all the way back. Insignis gonna knock Eika all the way into the corner. Isn't maximum. Has all the meter in the world if he wants to spend it. Gonna use this for a hard knockdown. 4.4k, puts a plant down on the ground, and then Eika tries to bunker out. Ooh, bunkers out halfway, but no, gets counter hit. Oh my god, Insignis actually gets hit. His extended hurt box by Eika, just pushing 5-8 at the air. Eika IDing in. Insignis heats out though, putting a plant on the ground. The plant does protect him. Eika isn't able to follow up on the combo, but ew, Insignis goes for a high fake, and Eika calls him out, throws him back into the corner, puts a mat on top of him. Insignis ain't able to do much with that mat. Jumps out Eika. It doesn't really follow up on it though. Trying to really protect a lot of space with these brooms. He doesn't want Eika anywhere near him. The health values are about the same, but Insignis is in the lead, so he doesn't want to approach Eika. But Eika, also knowing this, is just trying to kind of create like a pseudo-aoko fortress, only instead of it being made of magic orbs, it's made of stools and books and pots. But eventually, Insignis has to come in, try to get something done, and he gets caught out by one of the books. Eika putting him in the corner, using that dust. You don't even see the dust come out. The dust comes out before the animation for the duster in the air is even finished, and then it's like, oh, okay, he just landed, ID'd again, but no, he didn't. The dust is out, you fool. Coming back down with the counter hit table, is able to pick up on it though. Monster truck chairs in, sweeps him, comes up, goes into heat. Not going to get any damage bonuses from heat because he is H-moon, but if he does get hit, there's no real threat of getting hit. So Insignis right now has a stool in front of him, and Hisui's in heat. There's almost nothing he can do there except just sit there and take that pressure. Another stool on top, monster truck chairs in, Insignis EX blocking. That's about all he can do in this situation. Blocking, oh, there we go, sweeps him, trying to get the redash, gonna put him in the corner, but Eika air dashes out, he hits him, but he isn't able to follow up on it. Look, he tries to bait something twice, but ooh, isn't able to get the punish, even though he did bait something twice, or at least once. Heats out to get some of that red health back, but Eika, it does still have the health lead, even with all this red health taken away. Eika gonna put him on the ground, waiting for a tech that never comes. Oh no, Insignis shields him, but he isn't able to follow up on it. Doesn't matter anyway. Gets a counter hit two-way, already 3.2k damage, isn't able to follow up on it. Actually drops c-kohaku combo. Gonna take him up, bring it back down. Insignis coming all the way back from that massive health deficit he had. He's gonna put probably plant down. Gonna get some plant down. Back dashes. Eika tries to bunker out. Oh no, he gets hit, but he isn't able to call up on it. Eika should have lost right there, but it looks like Insignis just wasn't ready for it. He was probably just applying stagger pressure. Didn't think Eika was ready to get hit, and Eika gets hit. Bursts out, doesn't hit the stool, gets rid of the stool. I don't want to see this fucking stool anymore. Runs up, and Eika's trying to plant something on the ground, and Insignis just two-ways him out of the fucking air. Well, not even out of the air. Just get out of my house, puts him, and then, so we got 2-1. Insignis' favor. Insignis going in balls deep and just reading really hard that the Eika wanted to put that mat down and create his like pseudo-aoko fortress again. Eika, 2 throws in the corner. No Oki though. Here we go, using the dust. The dust was the Oki. Completely safe. Oh no, here we go. The Urium wall dust isn't able to get anything off of it though. Insignis coming up over the top, JA's him, but doesn't respect the fact that Eika landed first, and Eika's able to aim. Another throw, stool in front, Insignis can't do anything. Oh, it looks like if the tool is close enough, you can use the bunker to clash with it, and then use the swing to get yourself out. So, good eye by Insignis to judge that spacing correctly, but unfortunately it didn't hit Eika. Comes in with JC, weaves right through Eika's throw, and catches Eika trying to throw a second one. 4.3k damage. Oh, but it doesn't matter! Eika thinks that he's going to be able to pick up on the whip frames, but he's not able to. Insignis going to bring him down to 4k 2 times, and then we got a plant on top, coming in with the overhead, but Eika blocks it both times. Eika very good at blocking these Kohaku mixes. Gonna get him throw, put a mat down. Gonna hit him again, no. Throw the book, pot, no, the pot's not gonna get him though. Eika with the rising JA catches him, and now Insignis doesn't really want to push anymore at this point. He wants to just kind of sit back, wait for Eika to try to come to him. I mean, not just sit back and do nothing, of course, because then Eika's gonna have the full advantage, but for the most part, Insignis wants to play in a more Okiwaza kind of way, where he's throwing out moves preemptively to try to stop Eika's attempts at Atewaza, so that, you know, as seen right here, you don't want to give Eika so much space that he's just going to do what he wants, but at the same time, you don't want to be the one aggressing in the situation. Getting him with another counter hit. Gonna bring him up, bring him back down. 2.2k. Eika down. Oh, tech's out of the ground, but he isn't able to punish it. Now he's gonna get put in the corner for failing to get his ground tech punish. Eika goes for the left-right neck chop and doesn't follow up on it though. He just, or does follow up, but he follows up with a throw. Misses his throw, but Eika, Insignis has to respect it because he's stuck in the block stun from the bento box. Gonna go in, here we go, with the dust. Kinda come in, uses the dust. That's the other thing that's scary about, Eika's dust is that if he jumps IIDs in, uses dust and then throws, he can throw you before the dust ever hits you, and then the dust will hit onto you. So you can't mash out, because if you try to mash out, the dust will get you. It's very hard to deal with. If you hit Hisui early enough in the frame when she's in the air, the dust will disappear with her. But that you have to make a read on that because her air dash is so fast. Monster truck sharing in, and Insignis just going into heat, get me the fuck out of here. I don't want anything to do with this. Insignis does have a slight health lead, and he is blocked. Oh no, but he gets hit by Eika, coming in with the sweep. Insignis probably thought Eika was going to come in with another monster truck chair, so he tried to jump out of the first one, and then no, gets thrown back into the corner. Eika, left to right, back into the corner. Is he going to use dust again? Here comes the dust, more dust, and here comes monster truck chair, getting knocked out, hitting it with the ladle in the air, not able to pick up on it though. Insignis sitting back, gets it, but isn't able to pick up on it, and the ya comes out, hits him, but isn't able to pick up again. So many of these stray hits just aren't able to be confirmed off of, and Insignis coming back down, gets hit by the coming in ya, and that's going to knock him down. So second game round's going to go to Eika. Eika using the pasta to kind of like create this fortress for himself, but Insignis gets in, circumvents it pretty easily, hits it with a 2A, gonna bring him up, take him back down. What's he gonna do? Is he gonna be able to get c-kohaku off this? Kind of slides him out, gonna use that, he's gonna land on the left, nope, A, blocks it again, trying to go for some NTRs, but Eika's not falling for it. Eika's just blocking, respecting Insignis' pressure. Oh, Eika gonna bring him up, take him back down after the air throw so close to the ground, actually fucking insane. Monster trick chairs him past the stool, yaing down, and now, but oh no, Insignis getting close to the stool, but luckily the stool disappears. Eika air throwing him again, using dust to keep him suspended. No, Insignis can't burst because he just got air thrown, so he's just sitting there, losing all of his max meter. Eika can do 3 yayas in a row, they're so plus, but you can only do 3 until you're pushed out far enough that someone can retaliate. Insignis tries to bunker the third one though, and it puts him out of position. Eika, oh no, thinks Insignis is gonna heat, so he shimmies him, baits out the heat, monster truck chairs in, uses the Hadoken, is it gonna be enough? Just barely not enough. Eika just needs one more mix-up, and the double dust hits him. Insignis trying to jump because he doesn't want to get hit by the throw that Eika's might gonna threat, and the dust ends up getting him. And you don't even see the dust come out. It's scary how dangerous that dust is. Eika, again, kind of trying to control some space with the books, using the big tables. There we go, the dust hits Insignis. The dust that Eika threw while moving backwards completely stops Insignis' approach. And on this map, because of the background, it's really hard to see the dust because everything is so white. Insignis, throws everything at him, but it doesn't actually hit him. Insignis just jumps right over the top of it, coming with the air dash, hits him with the JC. Oh no, Eika with the air shield, knocking him back, gonna bring him back down. Is he gonna throw him back into the corner? And yes, Eika throws him back towards the corner, waiting for a ground tech that never happens, but then completely baits the heat. Oh no, Insignis not gonna get anything back from this heat. Not gonna have any meter either, and Eika just abusing these dusts. And as you saw right there, he abused the dust, but then that time instead of going for a throw, or instead of trying to catch Insignis jumping out, he actually air dashed over the second dust that hit, and then used his JB. JB hits on both sides of Hisui, so you can left-right people while the dust keeps them in place, while also threatening a throw or any kind of jump out mix in case they want to contest the dust. It's insane the amount of things you can do off of dust, how fast it happens, so it's almost impossible to process. You need to make a read. It's very, very dangerous. It's like playing rock, paper, scissors if you only had rock and scissors, and Eika has all 3 of them still. Like, you can play rock, paper, scissors with him, but it's almost always going to be in Eika's favor if you try. Eika really, really commanding this game. Only 40 seconds in, and it's almost got a win on him. Insignis got no health. Insignis really wants a heat, but Eika knows he wants that heat, and Eika also knows that only one projectile will kill him, so he's just waiting. Yeah, I don't think he's going to heat. Oh, but Insignis does it, and he gets him with the air throw! So Eika's gonna come down, take it, so game 1 gonna go to Eika. And then Insignis says, I cannot see dust on that stage, so... like I said earlier, with it's really hard to see the dust on the white stage. Yeah, you really can't fucking see the dust on the white stage. Apparently it was giving Insignis a huge problem. So on top of the fact that it's already really hard to process where the dust is and where it's coming from and when it's gonna hit you, not being able to see it means you basically have to make a fucking read. And on top of the fact that you're already making a read, it's hard. It's really hard. So that means next game is going to be Regeci versus CC. And if CC wins this, that's going to be it's going to be big winner for Eika and CC. They'll be the 2-time in a row champions. So yeah, Regeci's got his host up. Doesn't look like anyone's joined it yet though. But yeah, no. Like I said earlier, Eika's h-hisui is scary. I like how he played. f-aoko for the first round, and then was like, all right, no, I can't fuck around with Insignis. We're going h-hisui here, and he had to get serious. He's like, I'm sorry, master, but I must go out this one time, and he picked h-hisui, and it paid off for him. All right, they're in. And there we go. CC's going to be on P1 side. Regeci going to be on P2 side. Going to be playing in 2 delay 4 rollback again. So, welcome to fucking modern French bread net play Melty Blood, everyone. Spinning his wheels a bit. Alright, looks like they're good to go. So, CC playing her h-aki again. We all probably expected that, but Regeci, he's played both Kohaku and Nanaya in this tournament, so yep, he's going back to Nanaya. Oh, I thought he was gonna play full Nanaya, and I'm like, oh, he's gonna play DP Nanaya, huh? Like, there's 2 kinds of Nanaya. There's DP Nanaya, and then there's DP Nanaya. Because Full Moon Nanaya can combo off of his DP for like 3k damage, so it's like... Yeah, Nanaya's got the best DP in the game. So I want to play the Nanaya that can do that and then combo off of it. Like, such a lame character. Why would you play a character whose entire thing is based around fucking dice rolling with invincible moves? Like, yeah, what a stupid character. But anyway, CC, really commanding lead at the beginning. Regeci coming back down, gonna put her all the way over in the corner again, but off of air throw. Doesn't really get too much off of it. Doing some, you know, Nanaya stagger pressure. Ooh, getting hit with the slide coming back in. Knock her back down. He really isn't getting very much damage off of any of these combos. I played against Aura Blitz's Nanaya a lot, but the thing is, for the majority of my time playing Melty, I've been an Aoko player, and her being one of the lowest HP characters, I always feel like Aura Blitz's Nanaya does some pretty good damage to me. But every time I see Regeci doing combos to CC, it feels like he's only ever doing like 2.4, 2.7k damage. That's like some c-v.sion levels of damage. And maybe it's just because Akiha has a really, really high health modifier, but I could have sworn Nanaya did more damage. Throws her 3 times in a row! CC respecting, and then Nanaya, yeah, comes in, does a slight pause, and CC probably thinking he's gonna throw this time. Not today. And he hits her with the 2-way, but isn't able to follow up on it. Is able to come in with the JC, or no, that's yeah, that is his JC. And that's gonna be a perfect from Regeci. Completely getting in her head that game, making all the reads all at the right time. Come in with a backdash JC, hitting her, knocking her down, getting a hard knockdown, even though they traded. Regeci comes out on top in that trade, dashing back, and CC says, yeah, I know what you're gonna do. You're gonna do a ground swoosh, and every time you go back, I'll just swing at you and hit you when you come back in forwards. Regeci coming in, getting her jump out, but he's not able to capitalize on it. Getting her with the air throw, though. Bringing her back down. Gonna use some meter. Trying to get a hard knockdown off of this. Get some OTG damage. Left, right. Yep, she's able to block it, though. Putting her in the corner. Counter hits her. She's probably trying to push a button thinking he's gonna swoosh her, but no swoosh coming out of Regeci. Regeci coming in. Ooh, with the stagger hits. She probably thinks he's gonna dash in again and try to get for a throw. Regeci, all those throws he did on round 1, really paying off. He got in her head, and it's really making her want to push buttons. It's really making her antsy, especially with that low health. She now knows, alright, I know Regeci's gonna throw me. I know he wants to throw me. He threw me 3 times in a row. I gotta do something about this. I can't just get thrown to death. And that mind game that Regeci used, really conditioning, really paid off in the long run. CZ putting him in the corner this time. How you like getting air thrown, Regeci? Yeah, this time I'm gonna air throw you. And instead of getting 2.4k damage, I'm gonna get 2.8k. Yes, a very much higher amount. I bet you're impressed. 2.7k. Low damage coming out of both of them, but oh wow, Regeci gets hit by the orb delayed, and the EX ribbons come out and hit him. Gonna be an end round. CC taking that round almost with no opposition from Regeci. Mouse cursor's on the screen. Go away. Anyway, Regeci baiting out the shield. CC getting hit, getting brought back into the corner. Left, right. CC blocks it though. Tries to jump out. Does jump out. Gets him on the way back down because Regeci rebeat, throws a button and throws another button out. You can throw other buttons out on whiffed A-normal, so Regeci rebeated, threw an A-normal out, and then threw a B-normal out on the whiff of that A-normal, giving him so many minus frames on whiff that, like, CC jumped right out and just landed right on top of him. Able to take it back, though, in the next corner. Regeci has the lead, gonna put it down, get a hard knockdown. Like, yeah, only 2k damage. I don't know if Nanaya is just a generally low damage character, and just because I play low health characters, it seems like his damage is higher, but he really doesn't seem to do as much damage. At least not as, like, maybe Orbless just has higher damage routes, who knows, but, yeah, this whole tourney, it seems like, Nanaya hasn't really been outputting too much damage. He has to hit people a lot to actually take him down. CC putting him in the corner, using the meter for that she has when she's in heat to get some extra damage off the pit on the ground. Going for some just basic stagger damage, trying to go for a whiff punish, but it's really hard to whiff punish Nanaya since a lot of normals move forward. Oh! And Nanaya backdashes, CC also air backdashes, and like I said earlier, that JV of hers hitting on both sides, and then Regeci goes for a fast fall mix, does a super jump, making her block high, and then falls to the ground instantly, hits her with a low, and it's just, she couldn't react in time. Maybe it's because it's 2 frames of delay, but also that's a really hard thing to just block in general. It's real sneaky if you use it sparingly. Nanaya coming in. Oh, slides, misses, and then uses a DP to beat her for trying to punish his own whiffed move. Regeci does that a lot, and it hits a lot. I don't have the balls to do that. When I miss a move, I usually am too afraid to push anything else, but with Regeci, he'll fucking, like, will whiff something that's minus 99, then he'll DP or he'll shield you. It's actually insane. Nisei does the same thing. They have balls of steel, man. She coming back down, baits Regeci's shield, gonna bring him up, take him down. Is it gonna kill him? No, it's not gonna kill him. Ooh, Regeci jumping backwards, and CC kind of trying to, like, just play the protect my space game. Don't really want to go in on him. And Regeci going into blood heat, but she's just already running at him. Doesn't have enough time to actually finish the whole wind-up that blood heat gave him. And that's gonna be game 2 for CC. Alright, CC coming down. Regeci backdashes away, protects some space, and he's able to backdash away again. CC catches the backdash, but doesn't pick up on it. Goes over the top of Reggie, puts her in the corner, sweeps in, but she's able to beat his minus frames, jump up, knock it back down. 4.7k damage. Regeci, though, not respecting her redash. I'm just gonna push 2A and push you back out. Regeci going for a DP, but it's on the other side of the map. He's not able to, like, punish him. Or she's not able to punish him. Regeci, sliding around, just pushing. Well, I don't know what happened there. Regeci just saw, like, every button on the control board. 5A, 5B, yeah, shield, whatever. Doesn't really matter. CC not coming to anything. Regeci shields her when her, on her own landing, knocks her into the corner. Look at this, he's getting more damage off of like a shield counter than he got off of like some J confirms earlier. I don't know what's going on, or I don't know anything about Nanaya routes. CC though, jumping in heat, so if she does get hit, she will burst out. Throws him, knocks him back down, goes for a left right, lands on the left side, and he goes into heat, but the invincibility frames of the command grab allow her to go through heat, and then the command grab comes out and hits him on the tail end, doing some basic stagger pressure right outside of Regici's range. Oh, throws the sweep out, but it barely misses, and Regeci uses his own scoop to come right on in, puts her into the corner, tries to DP her out of the air, but now he's just a little too late, and she goes right over the top of him. CC trying to like kind of IAD back and forth over Regeci, really capitalizing on the fact for J. Oh, but it doesn't matter. CC, Regeci does that fast follow combo, again gets her, throws her, a second time, will he go for 3? He does go for 3, but she ends up breaking it, and then he just air dashes right over her mash, thinking he was going to do a grounded reset, and he came in from the sky, death from above coming out of Regeci. Jumping backwards, respecting her in the air though, she ends up throwing him. Ooh, goes for the scoop, but she's already backdashing out of the way. Scoops in, jumps high. CC being pushed back to the corner, but she's able to jump back over the top of Regeci. Regeci whiffs his move, and CC catches him on the ground, but isn't able to actually get too much damage off of it. Regeci going up, bringing her back down. Again, not too much damage, and he's so far away. Ooh, far enough away that that wasn't punishable, but she got thrown right on the tip of his range, using the ribbons to come in, gets up with the high, comes up with the low, DPs, puts her back into the corner, and she uses her meter DP. It's the first time I've seen her use that, I think, in this whole tournament. Comes out, gets hit by that. Ooh, left rights him, hits him with the left right. Will it be enough damage? And yes, it's gonna be enough damage to take Regeci down. Alright, here we go. Regeci coming out, trying to go below her, kind of trying to like avoid the pit. Teleports behind her, another personnel kid, but he's not able to actually capitalize on it. CC dashing in, lowing him, not able to get too much damage off it though. 2.7k, putting him in the corner, hitting with some stagger pressure. Gonna, ooh, drops the combo it looks like. Gonna backdash to Regici's throw though. Regeci, ooh, does a ground swoosh, back forward, comes in, hits her with the 2A. Here we go, 3.1k damage, a lot better than he's been doing. Goes for the left right. CC's able to block it though. Sweeps, misses him. Regeci coming in, protecting some space, moving in with the myriad slashes. CC backdashes and uses the iframe to go through Regici's forward moving normal, leaving Regeci stuck all the way up into the corner, right up against her, and she just 2A's him, knocks him back to the corner. Regeci is, no, CC's in heat, so if she does get hit, she is gonna burst it out just like that. Regeci going to max, he's gonna have to burst it if he doesn't want to die. Yep, there it is, the burst hits her, she backdashes right away from Regeci, trying to do a wake up throw. Regeci dashes in, there we go, throws her back into the corner, does some stagger pressure. Is he gonna do another grounded reset? Tries to go for an air reset, but CC's ready for it, knocks him out of the air. Regeci doesn't really have enough health to, like, do it. Okay, Regeci, oh my god, the big mind games. I thought he, like, DC'd or something, but no, Regeci just doing a million backdash. He's gonna go for it again. He gets her with it again. Regeci, he's a madman. He's getting her with the classic, the super secret Nanaya forbidden technique of backdash into the corner 90 times and then go for your opponent. If you backdash 20 times, they're never gonna be reacting to you forward dashing. It's insane. Regeci with the forbidden Nanaya techniques. I've never seen that in my life. Neither has CC apparently. She got caught out so hard she didn't know how to deal with it. What's this man doing? Regeci putting her back into the corner, gonna go for an air throw, but he completely misses it. Ooh, gets counter hit by her, coming back in after whiffing a button. Probably thought he could capitalize on it, but it looked like it was a rebeat coming out of her. Gonna do some base tire pressure, IAD in. Regeci doing some good blocking, but ends up getting thrown. DPs, and then turns that DP into myriad slashes, goes in, side swaps her, goes for a left right, throws her. He's getting a lot of these throws. Goes for another throw, what's he gonna do, an NTR? No, he just gets fucking mashed out, trying to go for a basic redash combo. Isn't able to get her. Gets combo hit right out of the air, brought down, is able to land fast enough to block the pillar, and doesn't have a health advantage, so CC just kind of trying to play a little bit outside of his range, so she doesn't really have to commit to going in, and he ends up getting hit and by stagger pressure, going down. So here we go, Regeci going up, knocking her up, taking her back down. No, doesn't take her back down. She actually reverses the situation, comes backwards, uses that JB. Again, really hard to catch Aki out of position because she's never really out of position if she can hit you on both sides. Gonna come up, down, hits him. They both counter hit trade. Regeci, what is he doing? This guy, he's like He's playing on, like, a completely different plane of existence. Why is he just, like, he's just farming melty coins out of the air, mashing 2A, when she is conceivably, like, nowhere near close enough that 2A would ever conceivably hit her. And then he backdashes into the corner. This man's on a different plane of existence. Gonna get command grabbed, though. It looks like CC kind of found the right wavelength, and now she knows, oh no! But he just fucking mashes on Wake Up. Yeah, I'm not gonna DP on Wake Up, fool. But you also didn't block my Wake Up, so you weren't trying to bait a DP. What was that, a failed meaty? Coming in and max. Does have 200 meter. He can go into heat if he wants to. It looks like he's gonna go into heat. Yeah, there it is. Going to heat. Trying to get a lot of his red health back. Ooh, counter hits her when she's trying to catch him. And uses some meter to get a hard knockdown, so he doesn't get all of his red health back. But the red health he had will save him from a dirty confirm. So both characters, if they land a dirty confirm, probably aren't gonna be able to finish the game right there. Kind of a dirty confirm, but now anything's gonna kill. Aki is probably gonna need a clean confirm to kill. No! Counter hits her, jumping backwards out of the air. She was trying to like play some preventative melty, throwing some normals out before he air dashes in, but he was able to catch her on the back end. And counter hits her, bringing her back down to the corner. 3.1k damage, invalid though. Bringing her up, coming back down, EX blocking. Gonna try to do some mid-screen pressure. The sweep missing. Regeci scoops in, comes in, air throws her back down into the corner. Gonna get a hard knockdown after using his myriad slashes. Not for the corner. She techs out, but Regeci, he's ready for the ground tech. He hits her, brings her back up, takes her. No, doesn't take her back. Only 2.2k damage. This is what I'm saying. I don't know if there's higher damage routes you can do with non-air if he's a generally low damage character, because even, oh my god, Regeci shields, but he doesn't push A in time, and he ends up not capitalizing on it. Here we go. Oh, goes for the DP, cancels it immediately into slashes to be safe. Very ballsy move right there. The fact that Nanya can actually use an invincible DP and cancel it to be safe is actually really insane. Regeci's pretty good at pulling it off. Comes down. CC ends up getting a successful shield, bringing him up, taking him back down. Oh no, CC back at half health, and with one of the higher health modifiers in the game. Akiha looking at like she's the tankiest character in the game. As tanky as she's gonna get too, seeing as how she got all that health back from a really, really low health value. Regi's got his work cut out for him, but if he does win this, it will fucking win him the set, and it'll have to be him versus Eika. Oh no, this little guy's gonna happen though. CC coming in over the top with the JB, knocking him up, bringing him back down. 4k damage, 4.2, 4.3, how much more? 4.5k damage onto Oki. Regi respecting the Oki though, ends up getting thrown, will kill him, it'll kill him! So that's gonna go into the match point for both CC and Regeci. Instead says nah, he's just a really low damage character. I see. So I guess he's kind of got a game plan of low damage, but he's got a lot of options to kind of overwhelm you with. So he wants to just kind of run a Nanaya vortex, but not a vortex in the sense that it's like Kohaku, where it's just like you're stuck in blocks, and more of like a constant tricksy, mixies, messy guessies kind of way. But anyway, CC in heat right now, so she really feels safe doing these kind of unsafe reads. And Regeci jumps out. He was totally expecting the command grab to come out. Really good read by Regeci. Gonna bring her up, take her back down. 3.2k damage. That's the most damage she's gotten all game. Gonna go for a left-right, and it doesn't actually hit her. Ooh, gets her with the stagger, but doesn't follow up on it. Coming up over the top of her with a high IAD. Oh, fast falls. Oh, gets her with a counter hit. Is able to pick up on it, though. Throws her. How many throws are gonna do? No more throws. Goes over the top, trying to bait a throw break, but doesn't able to get it. Coming in below her. Yeah, coming in below her. She whiffs a shield, but then Regeci comes back down. She whiffs a second one. That's the one Regeci ends up punishing. Regeci in max mode right now, so he can burst if he wants to. Is he gonna do it? No. CC baiting the burst, and Regeci holding on to it, meaning he gets out scot-free. Comes in, scoops her, and now because he didn't burst, he has all of that meter for next round. Regeci made really, really good decisions that round with not going for the burst, thinking she would try to bait it, and then just his overall conditioning in the corner. He played really well that round. Not to say he's not playing well every round, but it was a good round for him. Coming up over the top, 2.1k damage, coming in low. Oh, gets shielded. CC's not taking the shit anymore. Bringing him up, taking him back down. She got more damage off a shield counter than Nanya got off of like a 2A. Oh no, prone into the corner. Gonna come up 3.7k, 4.1, 4.2. Are we gonna get the 4.5 like last time? There it is, 4.5 on top of Oki, and she's in heat. Nanya goes into heat, and he ends up getting hit. Doesn't get command grab though. Gets air grab. This heat's going completely to waste. He's not able to get any of his health back. Because C-Moon, unlike Full Moon, they don't get their health back instantly. If you're getting hit while you're in heat, and even if you're blocking, your HP regeneration just stops. So Nanya goes into heat, and he didn't get any of that health back. So in a diametric opposition to last round, where he saved his burst to end the round with all of his meter, he went into heat this round and didn't get anything off of it, and now he's got no meter. CC, 1-1 right now. Next one who wins this is either going to win the tournament or going to end up going into Eika versus Regeci. Looks like CC's got it in her favor right now. Gets hit by that. And CC's in heat. Oh no, things are not looking good for Regeci. All this big damage, and CC's in heat. And he's gonna have to come back really far. And wow, she throws him after that hits him. That gives her just enough damage to finish him off. So that's gonna be third game for CC. And seeing as how Eika won against Insignis, that's gonna be them winning 2 in a row. And this time, I think last time they won and they were in winner's bracket, but this time they came out on top, crawling out of the loser's bracket. So, Really, really good, really good games from both Eika and CC. Played their asses off there, and it really paid off. So let's see. Let's get the placement text out. Zero, first place, second place, and then who was third place? I believe it was Paddu's team on the Northern War. Northern War. Whoop. To standings. What's the rest of it? All right, there we go. I'll do his full title this time. 1700 to 1721. There we go. Hit OK, and then watch it, boom, pop into place. And there we go. And we've got placements. Look at that. Excellent, excellent. Yeah, really good shit. Really, really good games. It was a treat to see Eika coming out with the h-hisui, seeing Insignis play Kohaku. I don't think we've seen any Kohakus yet in any of our tournaments. Regeci played it like once, I think against v-aoko. So it was cool to see some Kohaku play in there. We had Paddu's c-nero coming in. Paddu's c-nero is always really hyped to watch because he's like, Paddu is like the villain because not because he's a mean dude. Paddu is one of the coolest, nicest guys you'll ever fucking meet. He's super helpful, always eager to help new players, always down to learn new characters to help you out. But he's like the tournament villain because c-nero is such a cunt. So Paddu's games are always super hyped because everyone knows how strong and how threatening Paddu is. So then you put him on c-nero and it's like, fuck this guy. And it's really exciting to see a really high level c-nero that everyone is familiar with come in and play against people. So really a lot of really fun games this time around. And then Regici's always really hype. Regici's unpredictable. You never know what he's gonna do from his crazy backdashing into the corner to his like weird ass back and forth with Vilka. It's always really good sets. It's always a lot of fun. So do we want to do the post game interview thing again? I'll ping Eika and see if they're down for it. But yeah, let's see if they want to do the post game interview thing, and waiting to hear back on them. Eika says he'll do it. All right, let's get a call going with him. Yeah, okay. Eika and CC said they'll do it. So let's get a call going. I'll get a call going with both of them. A voice call. Wait a minute. Am I retarded? How did I do this last time? How the fuck did I call you guys on a call? Wait, is this? There used to be an option when you right-click someone's name that just said call, but that's not there anymore. Oh, okay, they changed it to ring. Why did they change it to ring? Like, why would you do that? Like, fucking Discord. Like, oh, would you like to ring this person? No, I'd like to call them, please. Oh, wait. Fuck, and now this one's... Oh, my God. What is this shit? What is... Okay. Okay, alright. Discord has all these... Well, what did Discord do? What did they do? Okay, just hop in VC. I get it. For some reason, Discord changed all of its, like, call options, and, like, it does different shit now. It's weird. But, alright, cool, yeah. So, really fucking, well played. So, you guys won last time, and this time you crawl out of the losers bracket. And this time, Eika, you brought out your h-hisui. I haven't seen you play her in a while, so how does it feel going back to an older character that you're pretty well known for after not playing it for a while?
Fucking sucks.
You don't like Hisui?
Does it?
I don't like playing her.
It's so much better with her.
Yeah, but like, it's very stressful. You have to go all in basically all the time.
I see. There's like no downtime. It's like all full rev, and it's just it does a toll on you.
using 100% of your brain power at all times.
Yeah.
Except for, if only we could be like
That's why I
Regeci.
have to shield and stuff.
Oh,
it's like a relief.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I shield them, and now I can do a small combo, and I can drink something.
Run my Oki, put some bento down and see what he does with it. Yeah, whatever. Put this chair down and like watch him squirm. So, if only we could have like the 200 IQ, like a million IQ that Regeci has. Well, wow. So when he hit you, CC, in that last game where he was backdashing into the corner like 99 times, I imagine at first I thought like the game desynced, and I was like, oh shit, the game desynced. Regici's out of the game, and then he just forward dashed and like flew across the screen and hit you. So did you just like think the game desynced and you weren't ready for it?
No, I know what he was doing, but I was not gonna like fall for it, you know? Like I was just gonna lay over there and I ate shit anyway, but you know.
Yeah,
Regeci is too unpredictable.
Because I'll have that happen. Like, oh, sorry.
Wild.
No, he is wild. Nisei does that kind of shit all the time, where Nisei will just start doing weird shit, and it's like, are you still playing, Nisei? And so I'll kind of like stop playing and like maybe shimmy or do like a little teabag to see if he's still there, and then he just like flies across the screen and hits you, and then like does his stupid fucking h-ryougi roll mix, and it's like, oh, okay, Nisei!
I always like underestimate just how fast Nanaya can move forward.
It really is insane, yeah.
To be
It's very, very
like just
surprising every time.
few frames, like 10 frames or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and everyone says, oh, he's so slow, and it's like, no, he's very quick. He cannot go very, very huge distances very quickly, but in his ranges, he's very, very fast.
Yeah, the last game was incredibly stressful.
I
I'm glad
imagine, yeah.
Could make through.
Especially since Regici's he's such a wild card, dude. Like, no shit to Regeci, he's a really strong player, but like, man, sometimes you're like, please just fucking block, because you'll like, do something to him, and it's like, I got you, and then you'll like hit him again, it's like, I've got you, there's no way you'll disrespect it again, then he disrespects it again, he puts you in the corner, and then you just get hit by something, it's like, why won't you just block Reggie, please?
It helps a lot to play with half-moon versus players like that.
Oh,
because
yeah.
of the bunker.
Yeah.
So you get your turn, and you can set up any kind of Oki you want.
If you have Oki, yeah.
Basically, what saved me in that game was just YOLO shields all over the place.
Yeah, I saw that you were doing that. I felt like you started shielding a lot more during Insignis, the game with Insignis' Kohaku, because he kept jumping at you, and you didn't do any shields. And then there was like, there's this weird like switch that flipped, where you tried to shield something once, and you got it, and then you just started trying to shield like 60% of every other jump in like every other game after that. And I'm like, okay, she stopped taking some shit. She's just going in.
Okay, well, it's just something I like to do. It's not necessarily smart.
No, it's fine. I mean, I think it was like Daigo said something like, when somebody points out that I like to do something when I play, I deny it, and then I avoid doing that. So it's probably like, all right, yeah, I haven't been shielding for a while, and then you just start like switching to shielding a lot, and it's like, oh fuck, all right, I can't jump at her so much now. So I mean, there's merit in it for sure. Like, I'm not talking shit. You won, so.
I found it really hard to shield Regeci because of the fast dash.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
It's like a 50-50 pretty much. He can either dash to B or dash to
Unless you're shielding him on your wake up, you're probably not going to get any sort of shield on his block strings or jump ins, because they're just too hard to see.
They really are. He's so fast, and his pressure is so just overwhelming. Man. And then I noticed that there was a point where he started like doing like a v-aki swoops, but on the ground, where every time he backdashed, he would be like nowhere near you, and he would just backdash and then forward dash. And I saw there was a couple of times where you just kind of like both stood there and looked at each other, and you were nowhere near each other's normals, and then he backdashed, and you instantly just did like forward 5C, and you hit him, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like.
yeah. When he does like the shimmy with the dash, I like slowly start to like catch up on it, and like maybe I'll catch it. But then he does an ID instead, and I die for it.
Yeah, he did that a couple of times.
I don't like this matchup, man.
No, Nania's scary. I don't like playing against him either. Man. And then I actually made a comment. It was funny during Eika and Insignis' match. I made a comment that like, man, Insignis is having a hard time with this dust, and I kind of was talking about how the dust is hard to deal with and ways you can deal with it. And then I'm like, but on this white marble stage, I don't even think anyone can see the dust. And then the game was over, and Insignis is like, I can't fucking see the dust on that stage.
You can't see it, but like,
I never can see it
normally
on
either.
any map.
It just comes out instantly, so.
It really does. And the worst part is that it comes
So
out...
by the time you can see it, it's already hitting you.
Yeah, exactly.
Already too late.
Yeah, because like Hisui, it comes out like in the earlier end of Hisui's animation, so you never like see the end of her animation. She just like kind of IADs at you and lands, and there's dust in the air. You're like, oh, where did that come from? It's like when Nero places a snake, but the snake still comes out before like the animation has showed the snake fully formed. So you hit Nero, and it's like, I will combo you, and then a snake just grabs you. It's like that wasn't there.
It's like playing Nero on a grass stage.
Yeah.
The thing is, if I get hit as Hisui, then my dust will just go away instantly. It's not even gonna come out.
It only goes away if you get hit like while you're in the air, though, right? Because if you're able to land and he mashes your landing, it'll still hit him and counter hit, right? Or will it just go away when you get hit?
I think by the time they will already be hit.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it has to be a read, and he has to see your IAD,
Yeah.
and then hit you out of the air. But that's also a gamble because if you just IAD and push a button, it's like, oh no, here we go. And yeah.
Can shield it as well, but it's hard.
Yeah.
I
Except,
think
well,
it is a really underrepresented character that most people like need to learn how to play. Because she's really scary when you're playing her.
Yeah, your Hisui is fucking
I
terrifying.
lose to her too.
It's really funny the difference between H and C Hisui because people are like, oh, C Hisui's also just as fast and she has projectiles. And it's like, oh, but can she throw that tray? Well, not all the time. Oh, okay, well then she can't do what H Hisui can because it's like, I remember playing against Soru and he's just like, oh, I fucking hate Aoko. You just keep running under my shit and throwing fireballs. And it's like, when I play against Eika, I'm always like, I fucking hate H Hisui. You just run under me and then throw fireballs. And it's like... the differences between the characters. Like, they do, like, basically the same thing, but that one difference of, like, being able to, like, use the tray is so fucking huge. It's insane.
The stool is amazing.
Oh, God, that stool. So, let me ask, Eika, how do people deal with that stool a lot when people really know how to deal with that stool? Because I know you can, like, 2A it and then jump the clash frames and stuff, but sometimes, it just seems like you put a stool down, and if there's a character who, like, some characters, they have to just take it.
Well, every character can deal with it. If the stool is close enough, what you can do is you can 2-1-4D.
Oh,
do the bunker.
I see. Yeah, I saw
the
Insignis
bunker
did
will
that
actually
once.
Hit it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. But what about when it's like right outside of that range?
And then you have to take it. Yeah, it's pretty much like a f-hisui oki, but that stool is a bit weaker. But I have two of them.
Oh, okay, yeah, I saw you put the double stool wall up once, and I'm just like, oh god. When Insignis thinks you're gonna, like, reset with Monster Truck Chair, and you just place a second stool, it's like, oh no, we're doing it again! Like, we're going for your wild ride a whole second time now.
The problem with f-hisui, for example, because she doesn't have two stools, if you put her oki up with one stool, and then you go in, and then you do 2A as a meteor, and then it hits. So you want to go for another oki, but...
Oh,
you already have a stool out.
I see, and then the stool expires in like 1 second, and you're like, ah, fuck. It's like, yeah, I know, I feel it.
But I can do it infinitely, as long as I want, because of the two stools.
So of all the Hisuis, which one do you think is probably the best moon?
Well, C, obviously.
You think C Hisui is better than H, yeah?
Yeah, because of the meter gain. The meter gain on her is like 200.
That is
from every
true.
combo.
Oh, it's so frustrating just getting hit once and then you just get like yayaya'd across the screen. It's like, yeah, okay, you're 90 hit combo and I guess you have like a million meter now.
Hisui also doesn't have access to the big knockdowns that lead into, the tech traps.
Yeah, she only has the two-way trap, but
No
not three-way.
All sorts of things missing.
And there are some special differences as well that make her weaker. For example, her 2-3C always does her ender, while Simon can just not end it.
Oh, you can just...
She will actually be plus after that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is 236C, that's the ya ladles on the ground, right?
Not C, just A or B version.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
C are minus and punishable.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I didn't know C could do that. I've not played against a ton of C Hisui. My only experiences against C Hisui are like Soru and Insignis, and they both play very differently. So
she's not very commonly played, despite how good that character is considered.
a lot of people consider her really, really top tier, but or not like crazy top tier, but really, really good. And I never see anyone play her.
It's the effort required.
Yeah, it's effort.
High effort.
And commitment
I see.
to her things in game.
I see. Yeah, she is really annoying. I remember Insignis playing her, and he would just do IAD backwards JB, and it's like, why do you go so far backwards off of a like IAD, and you get to cover your space entirely? What the fuck? Like, she's honestly, I don't know if there's any character that can like shmove as fast as Hisui. Like maybe Vyaki, but I feel like when a lot of people talk about really fast characters, no one ever brings up Hisui. But I swear that character can fucking move.
Satsuki is probably just as fast.
Oh
I remember seeing somewhere that her dash up is pretty much the same as Hisui. So
Hisui is like fast, but not like among the fastest.
yeah,
He's definitely better.
I mean Vakiha is clearly faster.
Yeah, that's true. Oh man. So yeah, fucking really good games though, guys. Really fun to watch. Is there anything you guys wanted to comment on about your games, or anything you guys wanted to say?
I was jobbing so hard at the start. Only in the finals where I actually started, winning.
I had a lot of fun. I had a good start. I started losing steam, but I'm glad I could.
I got
manage to
carried
win
so hard.
eventually. You're not being carried. Shut up.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you can keep playing too. It's always a lot of fun watching you guys play. Well, all right.
Well, thank you for hosting the tournament.
No, cool. Thank you guys for playing.
Yeah,
If you guys don't play,
cool
I don't
tournament.
have a good tournament to run. So I appreciate you guys playing and giving me, letting me say, all right, everybody, we have Eika and CC playing. Because if it's like, all right, everybody, we have low tier jobber and some random playing, it's like, all right, cool tournament, dude.
All right.
Yeah, cool. Sorry, thanks you guys. Congrats on the win, and take it easy.
See ya.
So all right, cool. That's the tournament. A lot of fun to watch. It was a lot of fun to watch. I'm telling you that you had fun. No, it was a lot of fun to commentate. I had a lot of fun watching it, and hope everyone had fun playing in it. So thanks everybody for participating and watching and stopping by. I'll try to get it uploaded to YouTube so Twitch doesn't get rid of it as soon as I can. But yeah, thanks everybody for watching.